Welcome everyone to Combox. Jarrod and Sean are with you. Deepak, Robbie, Rob, Akshay. I don't know who else is coming in. Many people have messaged me. So throughout the day, we will have many bums on many seats all the way through. But here's the big game. I'm not sure it's the big game. Here's a game between two teams. One of which is the Super Kings. The other one is the Lesser Kings, the Sub Kings, the Basic Bitch Kings. I'm not sure, but they're not super. They're not super giants. They're not super kings. Exactly. They're just kings. And we have the first ball here from Arshdeep Singh. He's got a slip in place. He's gone down the leg side. That hasn't carried. So first thing to note there, the ball has not gone through, and it is a wide. It's not exactly where you want to start, Cheyenne.
Yeah, Arshdeep Singh and wides. I mean, we just did the piece, right?
Oh my God, we did just do the piece. Yes. If you haven't seen the piece, yeah, we did a whole thing about how Arshdeep's over the other night was incredible, and I got out my cut and paste skills and the blackboard and everything else, and I'm really enjoying being able to put things on the blackboard that I don't have to draw. I think I have anxiety from drawing on the blackboard sometimes. We're just putting things on it. I feel more comfortable. This is a beautiful ball from Arshdeep. Swings back into the stumps. Can't get it past mid-on. Opening batters, obviously, Samson is now he's faced two balls, but one delivery. Guyquad's at the other end.
The matchup for Samson versus Arshdeep is also pretty good. Like, he prefers facing Arshdeep, it seems. They're showing it on the feed as well.
Yep.
That's something to watch out for.
Estimated score here by the market is 190. So 190 is your number if you're playing along at home. And this one's on the pads and flicked away. And they're going to get a couple here. Actually, the outfield's really fast. That might go for 4. I think he's just pulled it back. 3. I can tell you this, in betting terms, 3s are very unlikely. So if you manage to bet on the ball-by-ball situation there and bet on a 3, I think it usually about 70 to 1. Huge value. Expected power play score is 57.
What would be your prediction, Jarrod, for the power play?
I don't know with these two, actually. I like Punjab, so 57 seems about fair. Maybe 2 or 3 for. Maybe
2 or 3 for.
Might need to see more of the pitch. It's certainly swung so far, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think I'll see this over and then I'll go with the call.
So Punjab are slight favourites at the moment. They are a 57% chance of winning early on here. And another good ball, this time swinging back into the pads, but hit to mid-wicket. And there's no run. So the two right-handers, both getting the ball to swing back into them so far.
He's bowling around 130s. The last two were around 134. The first one was 130.
Here he is.
Hi, everyone.
Yes. Hello.
Remember, it's onlyfans.com/Deepak Goyal. It would actually be funny if there was just another dude who just had that.
It's such a common name in India.
Yeah, exactly. Can we get 5% cut if that's the case? This one's pushed out on the offside. They'll take a single.
So like, if you'll stand on the top of a roof and would throw a stone, there's a 90% chance that it might hit some Deepak Goyal.
Do you guys know what oh my God, this is the best comment I've ever seen on one of our things, and we now have to call him this from here on in. He is the first umpire. By the way, if you could hear any sounds there, that was me taking a screenshot to send that to our group.
Yeah. So like till now, the best one I've always liked, the one I've liked the most is double chin expert.
Yeah, you talked about that one.
Yeah, I think that one's a little bit less fun.
Yeah, it's good, to be honest. I really like the creative.
Oh, why have I lost everyone's sound?
You are right, another Deepak. The name is so common.
Yeah. We should do a Deepak count. How many Deepaks are we going to see in this live chat?
Deepak and then Deepak Goyal is also a very generic name. Like even with
I feel like
Deepak
I know another. But I feel like I've heard the name Deepak Goyal somewhere before as well. But
for sure.
Maybe I'm confusing with someone else, but could be.
That is
And
the
Goyal
end
also,
of
there is a
the
variation,
over.
right? There is a Goel and Goyal. So there are
So
two
what
spellings
I
of a
have,
similar name.
yeah. What I have seen, the Punjabis, like me, they prefer Goyal.
Oh, okay, okay.
With Haryanvis and like people from other parts of the country, I've seen Goel more common. So that's what.
Right.
Like in Punjab, I've not come across Goel that much.
Jumpsuit says, "How common is the name Jarrod in Australia?" So when I went to my primary school, there were 5 Jarrods,
Oh,
right? But it's a really short period of time where it was a popular name. So most of the people who have my name were generally from Melbourne. There seem to be a lot of us in Melbourne, and from a very similar period of time. Other than that, it's not that common a name, but it's not. It's very rare for it to surprise anyone. That name, it's around enough. I think it's probably more common in Australia than any other country would be.
Also with Jarrod, I think there is another spelling variation even in that. There
There's
is
about
a
5 Jarrod versions. Yeah, mine is
And-
actually the least common one.
Yeah.
We have Xavier Bartlett coming on.
yes.
Again. So we talked about him using the new ball and Marco Janssen
Oh, that's
coming
a
on at the end of the power
beautiful
play.
cover drive, I must say.
Even in the first game, he took the
4 runs.
new ball. Marco Jansen game first change.
Yes. They've used Marco Janssen more as an enforcer, like something
Yeah.
what Ferguson would do.
Exactly.
And there's a beautiful story about the surname Kimber also. It has a lot of history attached to it.
Yeah, it's a
Which
made up
Jarrod
name.
shared.
It's a
Yeah, it's
made-up
a
name.
it's a
They
made
came
up
over
surname.
from France and just made it up. That's why there aren't that many Kimbers. So Kimber is quite rare. But yeah, not as much on Jarrod. There's quite a few Jarrods. Jarrod Leto, Jarrod Kushner. So not a lot of good Jarrods.
That
being honest.
the first one, was it the one from Silicon Valley? There is a Jarrod in Silicon Valley too, right?
Yeah, there is, but they don't call him Jarrod, do they? They call him by another name all the way through that sitcom.
Yeah, Jarrod Dunn is his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
J-
yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. No. So there's a few of us. My parents got it from a random
Name generator.
TV show.
Oh.
He's always dragged that one back on from Bartlett as well. So we've got a 4 and a dot. So they're not scoring particularly quickly at the moment. 9 off 8 balls. Little bit of swing out there.
Another good ball. So I think this is the best time to use Bartlett also, because if there is some swing early on, I think he becomes a mighty effective because he can bring the ball back also, and he can swing it both the ways, and pretty deceptive with that. I think ODI in Adelaide where he got Virat out, like
LBW.
3 outswingers and then
Yeah.
one that came back in, and Virat was just expecting the outswinger and was stunned by that one that came back in.
So we've still got a slip in place, which is Marco Janssen. And then I'm assuming they have 2 people out on the leg side, everyone for Samson in the ring. So I'm assuming, I'm just trying to see the field, but that we're going to see the ball belted into the pitch here by Bartlett early on.
Yeah, he did that in the last match also. And did it pretty successfully. Like I didn't expect him to, because I feel him more like a floaty bowler, but
He
think
bowled
it's
this
in the last
outside
game.
of stump, swung it away and beat the bat.
Ooh.
So very, very different there. Not what we were
Yes.
expecting at all.
In the last game, if you guys remember, his first over was not very good. Like Gill absolutely took him on, and he was using his feet to play him. So I think that.
What was interesting about that is he hits him through mid-on 3 times.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, you're right. So that was fun.
and I think that's a little bit of learning also, because when he got out to him in Australia in that Adelaide match, he was trying to force it through offside. So he got crammed.
So we've got a long on and a deep backward square. It's taken us a while to actually see this field, but it's up there now.
Why don't they just have
and he's
it
hit
for
this
all
in
the-
the air through the offside. Somehow he's
Oh.
got it between the fielders. A very catchable height. He timed it beautifully, and that races to the boundary for another ball. A 4. Still, though, there's movement there. I feel like he threw his hands at that rather than it just came straight through.
That was typical Samson. Like, comes to accessing offside, this guy is all hands.
Yeah, not a lot of foot movement, right?
Yes,
very-
he hardly uses his. But one thing I love about him is that even with all different stance that he can take, he's still still as effective as anybody. It's very rare talent to have that. He keeps on moving across the stumps, taking different guards, and still able to belt it.
He backs away here, and he's edged
And
this
here's
through
he's
to the keeper.
gone.
That's a good ball, actually, because he saw him back away, and all he did was just bowl a really good ball at the top of off stump, which the people don't do enough. And in the end, he's like, oh, I'm going to have to play a normal shot to this. And, of course, because he's backing away, his head's in the wrong spot, and he's just poked at it.
Like, you've already found a recipe that has worked for you beautifully in the World Cup. Why would you try to just not follow that?
Tell you what, he did well there to edge that past his stumps, because that should have hit his stumps.
Stumps also, exactly. But this is something which he didn't do in that World Cup. He took his time to settle in, and once he was in, he was doing all the scoring. In all the 3 matches, this is what I felt, that it was not like that he started hitting from the ball one. It took his time. It was more of an anchor basher kind of a knock from him 3
I wouldn't
times.
say he was over-attacking, though, today. And to be fair, even if he played that ball normally, it was a really good ball, so he would have been in trouble. If he plays it normally, he might just be Boulder LBW, right? And at the end, he's ended up caught behind. Crick Things has sent through a super chat, but I can't actually see the super chat, so if someone could find that for us. And by that... oh, I've got to take a photo of this. X-Bull. Oh, here it goes. How do you get the ball-by-ball data for domestic tournaments like SMAT, where Crick Sheet doesn't cover? I don't think we have them, do we?
No, we don't.
No.
So, no,
we don't.
We don't have them either. If you can find it, Crick Things, we are more than happy to do that.
Crex has tried to cover some of those domestic games, but I think they generally have somebody at the ground for that. And because
But the thing with this is, there are so many games that it's hard to get ball-by-ball data for all
only,
of them.
Only,
they don't
only
stream
for
all
the
the
top
games either.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. So it's never complete data, even if it is there in the first place.
Some of the top games they've
But the
always tried
BCCI
to
should
cover.
have it ideally. I mean,
No idea.
there's no way they don't have it, because they do for certain games. I don't think they have the commentary for each one, but they have like the wagon wheels and stuff. So if they can have that for domestic games, surely they should have that for, like, they should have a ball-by-ball for every single ball that has been bowled in that game as well. So I don't know.
Having said that, even though cricket is such a popular game in India, still the coverage as far as domestic cricket is concerned hasn't. And to be honest, like Jarrod, like when I started watching cricket way back in 90s, like when ESPN used to have all the rights and stuff, there was certain good coverages for these domestic matches at that time.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. Also, there were newspapers.
Huh.
Newspapers
even
actually
for
covered local
county.
cricket back in those days, right?
I clearly remember
Because
county
I used to
matches
travel around India and you'd meet people who you'd never met before because they were covering local cricket. It used to be the same in the UK, to be fair. You used to get incredible county coverage. The first time I covered a county game, I reckon there was 12 people in the press box.
Wow.
In fact, I'll tell you, the second time I ever travelled as this one is hit through the covers. Yeah, my Steve said on the
That
boundary.
was a
But
good shot.
another boundary there. So I was at the Oval, so I went a lot of cricket at the Oval, and then I went to one at Kent. And then the last game of the year, I think I was telling you guys about this recently because Shine will probably be using this in an intro. But I went to a game in Trent Bridge, and in the press box for a county game was Michael Atherton, Derek Pringle, David Hops from The Guardian, Lawrence Booth, the editor of Wisden, Andrew McGlashan, one of the major people from Crick Info, me, I think George Dope Bell was there, maybe not for the whole game. Richard Gibson, who's gone on to be Daily Mail's cricket writer as well. And there was about another 5 or 6 like local well-known people as well. Like it was packed, right? And these days you can go to a county game and you go in the press box and it's literally like 3 people sometimes.
That's still an upgrade, Jarrod, I would say.
Oh yeah.
I don't
well,
know
at least
how
they
good
let
the
people
state
in.
is here.
In India, they don't let you in to cover the game.
Exactly. When I went and tried to go for that Assam game, right, in Lucknow, they were like, no, you can't enter the stadium. And apparently, I'm not saying this, as a matter of fact, because I might have misheard it, because I overheard someone say that they had come to watch their brother or someone, like some relative of sorts, and they had come from far away, and they were also not allowed to get in. So, like, that was just ridiculous, because, come on, you got to let the people at least watch the games.
Yeah,
that doesn't
crazy.
make any sense.
We're saying this the other day, like, I can watch my friends play shitty club cricket in Australia or England whenever I want, but I can't watch some of the best young Indian talent on earth.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
so bizarre.
Yeah.
And if you look at this dismissal also, did you see that package where they kind
they're
of
showing it. Correct.
the lengths?
Trust
Well,
the
pretty
first
much.
umpire to be talking about packages.
I am missing something. What am I missing?
Cheyenne is.
Never mind.
Cheyenne
I
is
think-
almost as pure as you are, Deepak.
Yes. No, I'm not pure by any stretch of imagination.
Sorry,
Cheyenne is on a.
you were talking about a
Cheyenne-
package, and I obviously made it about penises. Continue.
Oh, okay. Then I'm very sure I didn't understand that. I was thinking something else. I thought like maybe some.
What were you going to say? I've ruined your point now, so to speak.
I was just trying to like figure out like the lens were pretty much the same, and the wicket delivery also didn't seem much. It was not like as if it did a lot, but
The line.
Oh,
was
I think it
different, would say.
moved. I think it definitely moved away from him.
yeah, but not like a significant movement. I would say still.
If we had
well,
to
we need
tell
Varun
us
for
how
that.
much, but let me see if I can,
With all the talk,
Is this going to be 5 wides? It is.
Five
Marco
wides.
Janssen. We've talked about this, haven't we? Actually, I now realized I did this on TalkSport the other day, so you guys haven't heard it. But if you have a look at his record in the first 3 overs, Marco Janssen, he's not very good. And if you look at his record in the next 3 overs, he's really good. And it's because I don't think he likes the white ball, brand new white ball in his
the
hand.
brand new one.
And one of his issues is he sprays it, and that's what he's done there. That was 5 wides. It was good effort by the keeper, although Rob won't be happy.
remember that World Cup game 2023 against India in Eden?
Yeah.
This is what he did to Rohit also. He was just spraying down the leg side all the time.
Yeah.
And then he
Rohit hit
lost
him
his
a lot in that
confidence.
game.
Yeah. It was not exactly bashing because it was more of like he was kind of spraying it
Timing.
all over. He was like a lot of bites down the leg side in that match for him.
Yeah, that also there wasn't there the start that Marco Janssen I think till 2024 bowled like 14 no balls or something in T20s, and then since then he has not bowled a single no ball. I don't know who mentioned this. Was it on this show or somewhere else? I can't remember, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that stat. That's something he's worked on clearly then.
And coming back to that,
Oh, he's hit this hard, but straight to mid-off for no run.
Yeah.
Jeez, he timed that well.
yes, coming back to Sanju Samson dismissal also, I think all the talk was about the balls coming back into him, right? This is what we've been discussing for the last few months, that he gets troubled if the ball comes back to him because he's more leg side-ish. So certain time he just tries to throw his hands and becomes a candidate for like scooping the ball or something of that sort. And suddenly now, in 2 dismissals in this IPL, he's been undone by the balls leaving him. I personally feel that Nandre Berger ball was literally unplayable with the kind of seam movement it
definitely.
had.
Yeah.
It
Pitched
was a
outside
proper
leg,
wobble.
didn't it?
It was proper wobble ball. It was not supposed to do this much on
No.
a
He
T20 surface.
wasn't even trying to bowl that delivery. It was
Yes,
just
exactly.
Yeah.
that good.
There's one freak of a delivery, I would say.
Correct.
So, Cheyenne, I have found the drink that is ripping off the Chicago Bulls.
Oh,
It is called X-Bull.
ex
this one-
bull.
Yeah, this one's turned out in the leg side. So for those who don't, those of you who know, like we have to find all these different links to be able to watch this in similar times to each other and everything. And my current one, I don't even know what country this is from, but there's a Coke, actually an energy drink actually that keeps coming up, but it has the
Yeah.
Chicago Bulls logo as their logo, and it's so bizarre that
Yeah, I
they're just
can
getting
see it.
away with it. So let me see if I can put it up here just to prove my point. Because it's one of my favorite things is because you get ads from all around the world in that you are not normally used to, right? It's one of my favorite things, especially in the old days when we had when most of the cricket that you watched. When I first started this job, almost all the cricket I watched was on illegal streams because trying to find it on a legal stream was impossible.
That was
Another boundary.
one hoik down the leg side.
So this is the company. So let me see if I can bring it up. So this is how it's literally just the Chicago Bulls logo right here. Look at this. That's literally the Chicago Bulls logo. I will
That is hilarious.
I tell you what, while we've got a chance, I'll try and bring it up and see if I can show you. But
Amazing.
here we go. If I can, I thought I could do this. Maybe I can't. Got a Bartlett in again, half volley in the leg stump.
Whoa,
Flipped over, so
this
2 bounces
was-
in a
this
row.
was-
The classic 2 bounce 4, not the 1 bounce 4, that one.
This was impressive.
So they're just starting to move a little bit here at the moment. They've fixed the screen, and of course now I'm about to stuff them up again. But that's the Chicago Bulls logo, which is, I mean, am I wrong?
Exactly the same.
It's like 98% the same logo.
It's 100%.
I
It's the
promise you,
thing of
I'll
don't-
send these links off to Rakshit or Vignesh, whoever's on, and they can do a side-by-side comparison in a little bit. But, oh, he's gone again. This is up in the air. Could be caught. No.
No.
He's going to get away with that. Couple of bounces for
Yes.
4 again. He's not smashing them off the middle, but he's certainly getting them away. And they went for the short ball with him. And this is now a decent start. I know they've lost the wicket.
Yes.
And Sanju's a big part, but they now put a lot more pressure back on.
But like, to be fair to Sanju, I think he got good deliveries both times in both the matches.
Oh, yeah. I'm not having a go. I'm just saying. Expected runs is about 59. So it's actually gone up slightly even with that wicket. But Punjab are still the favourites at the moment, according to the market. And that is 37 for 1 after 3.4.
Guys, so looking at Matre, I think I obviously have the same question that a lot of us had before the start of the season, that Matre should ideally be opening and one of these two should be batting at 3, because Matre is at his best in the power play, especially when he's facing pace. They just showed that stat where versus
just one
pace, his
second.
strike rate is 180.
Shohan, an incredibly bad bit of fielding down on the boundary by Ashtik.
Yes.
He almost turned that into a 4 when it wasn't supposed
Oh,
to.
yeah.
It could have been. It could have been because he might have.
Well, that's why I said
touched
he looked back nervously, right? Here we go. They're having a check.
Yes, it looks like as if
Rob
he
Barron
is
is
touching.
fuming somewhere in this
I
world.
think it's little. There's a touch and go for me, to be honest. It is possible that he might have touched the.
I feel like it's
boundary.
not a boundary
Yeah,
for some reason. Yeah.
for some reason.
Yes.
Another dot
Yeah, it's
ball
not a
to
boundary.
follow there.
39 for 1 after 4. I think I'll take it,
Yeah.
right? So I
Yeah.
didn't go through the pitch report. So
You go through the pitch report and we'll continue. We've actually got a question about the pitch in a minute. And the last ball that over was hit to backward point, by the way. So they're going at just over 10 and over 3 boundaries in a row there. If Bartlett's got any issues in the IPL and the power play at the moment, it's not just that he's getting hit for boundaries, it's consistent. Crick Thing says, how do you guys identify the pitches? I recently started following cricket, but I cannot understand the pitches at all. So one thing to do is just to look at what the average score is on a surface. One of the other things is if you go to Crick Info and Crick Buzz, they will give you ideas of which pitch is being used, and they'll usually hopefully give you some sort of idea whether it's supposed to spin or bounce or keep low or be good for batting or good for bowling. When you're watching the game, what you're looking for is really how the ball reacts to the surface. So this one at the moment has come on very nicely. The batters aren't checking their shots back, so there's good pace in it. Then you're looking for Vaishak. Is it Vaishak?
Yeah,
it's Vaishak.
Vaishak's just come on. Then what you're looking for is little things like, is the ball moving laterally? So in this case, we saw that there was a little bit of lateral movement off the pitch. So that's after the ball has bounced in the wicket of Rahane, but not really. So we're not worried about sideways movement at all. And then throughout the day, we're looking if people check shots, if the ball seems to get stuck in the surface, especially when they start to bowl slow balls. And then when the spinners, is it spinning? Is it skidding? Is it bouncing? Is it taking a long time after it bounces? These are the sorts of things that you're looking for all the way through.
Yes. Like for this
And then
wicket,
and then in 20 years' time, you'll have enough idea to get the pitch report wrong.
I think like for this pitch, they have said that it's a little dry underneath the grass. So I think a little bit of lateral movement, the fact that ball is even seaming off the surface kind of justifies that because, and if that is the case, and if dew doesn't come in, I think it should become little tacky in second innings.
Yeah, and by tacky, what he means is that the ball is holding on the surface a little bit more.
Yes.
And the problem with the cricket is we do have about 93 terms that all mean essentially the same thing.
The same.
Also,
That's the
I
beauty.
thought that the first ball of Vaishak's over also seemed a bit. Like it
Yes,
came
it
back in
seemed-
a bit.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a little
it's
bit.
the
I mean, we
Yeah.
don't have
of the
the
surface.
data,
Of the
but
surface.
yeah, I think we've seen enough to see something there. So
Exactly.
you're right.
That is a good shot.
I actually said it based on that delivery only. When I said that we saw some lateral movement of the surface, so I was observing that particular ball from
Yeah.
Vashak only because
Correct.
it actually did.
So Crickbuzz actually thinks that, this is likely to be like the wickets we've seen in the World Cup, which were pretty batting friendly, and it's not the chip of old, which would spin like sideways, literally.
It should not be like that, but I think it'll hold a bit. It can be.
Do you think that
little,
helps the spinners more in this case?
Look, the best part is square boundaries are short, right? And straight boundaries are long. So if ball is gripping a little into the surface and you're trying to hit it down the ground, it's 78 meters down the ground. So there's a higher chances of you not getting your timing right, spooning it in the air. So long and long off, all those things come into picture. So somebody like Chahal would enjoy it. Somebody who prefers tossing up the ball and kind of inviting you to hit down the ground, long on, long off.
Nice.
But somebody who's like more 6-7ish meter length bowler, who's banging into the pitch, asking people to play square of the wicket, they might not be kind of enjoying this kind of a surface. Like it totally.
Oh, dirty
It's like-
slog there from Matre. Just an absolute heave across the line. Who are we expecting as the bowling substitute for
Oh, that's a
CSK?
good question.
I haven't gone through the 11 yet because I've just managed
Overton
to
probably if they need him, because they have Overton and Short in their team as the impact subs.
I asked that because Rambling says the CSK have one of the best bowling attacks. They don't have the best bowling attack in this game.
No.
But if you look
No,
at
exactly.
it, they do have Khalil Ahmed and Matt Henry should complement each other pretty well at the top. And then they've got Noor Ahmed.
Noor.
The
Yeah,
problem is that's kind of it.
exactly. The death overs are the big issue here, right?
Death overs are huge, but I don't even think it's just death overs, guys. I think it's also
Who pairs with Noor?
just backups, right? Just you almost need one of these players to have a great game at any stage
Correct.
to
Exactly.
Like,
And
honestly
last game,
speaking,
that's what happened, right? They took on Henry like in the very first over.
yes, I won't mind even having Rahul Chahar on the surface. To be honest, his Eden Garden numbers are good. He likes bowling on the surface. I'm not sure that he'll be able to kind of give you wickets, but he can do a very good containing job. So he can like held one end up where Noor can be your attacking option from other end.
Who
So,
was that? I missed that name. Sorry.
Rahul Chahar. So Rahul Chahar
So
traditionally
if they
has
bring
done
him in, yep.
Yeah, traditionally he's done well on the surface. His recent numbers in Smart were like more defensive, where he's not gone for too many, but he hasn't picked too many wickets also. But like
Yeah. He's
and
like
on
that
this-
in the IPL too. He doesn't take a lot of wickets for leg
Arshdeep's
spinner.
back in, and he's tried to muller this again. I think it was that Matre again. I think
So,
he's
Shan, do
very
you have his?
I like him, but he is very sloggy, isn't he?
Yeah, he will take on pace no matter what you do.
It's more the
Especially
angle
in
of
the
the bat.
fast
I'm not sure. Yeah, I worry about him on other surfaces a little bit. It
Shan, do you
looks
have Rahul Chahar's Chepak numbers? Is it possible to kind of?
Yeah, for sure. 1 second. Oh, I can look that up. Not
I had a
Ra- not
word with
Deepak,
someone who has
Rahul.
bowled to Ayush Matre in the nets. So
Right.
he was praising him a lot. He said like his ability to pick the length is like almost, like he said, almost giving him the shades of young Rohit Sharma. That's what he
Ooh,
said.
That is high
It's
praise.
just like somebody bowled to him in the nets. So I don't know whether it's too much
picking
of
up
an
length looks
exaggeration.
good. His eye looks good, but he does just
Yes.
try and heave everything across the line. We're now seeing a montage of him heaving everything across the line.
He's very good with the pull shot, actually, Jarrod. If you look at
That's because he's setting up to play every ball. Here we go. We finally got it. Chicago Bulls logo on the left, the X-Bull energy drink on the right. Am I right in saying that these two are very closely linked to each other? What do we think?
yeah,
Slightly different coloring, a little bit of shade.
don't just copy the homework, but don't make it obvious. I would say.
Do you know what it looks like on the right? It does look like you said to ChatGPT, can you just not make it exact?
Yeah,
That is a
I
good one,
wonder
to
if
be
it's
honest.
ChatGPT or like some other one, like Claude or whatever.
Matre absolutely
not a good
humps
one.
this one down the ground for a boundary. This time on the offside, though, I like that one a lot more, but he's certainly giving
Yes.
So
everything.
Deepak, I have Rahul Chahar's stats. And the most T20 wickets he's taken at any ground is at Chepauk, and that's 14 wickets in 9 innings, average of 15.92, economy of 6.19. So I would
Yes.
say some of that is obviously the old surface too, but it will be interesting to see how he adapts.
There's
Yeah,
also a
because,
confidence thing though too. If you're
Yes.
confident in a place, sometimes it's just worth,
Correct.
it's one of those things in cricket. Like sometimes someone will ask to be, or try and get a contract with the team in a place where they normally make runs just because they feel more comfortable there, right?
Because I was so thorough about these numbers, I was so sure about these numbers were because when they picked him up in the auction, I had basically done a little bit of maths around that time, like kind of trying to come up with a rational, like what it could be. So
Right.
that's the obvious thing that came to my mind, that his Chepak number should be really good. That's the reason.
And the
they've
last
gone
game
for
he
him.
plays here, he's 2 for 16 in 4 overs. So that is in the impact sub era. So we have to
Yes,
give him
and
some credit for
and
that.
that
By the
too,
time
if I remember correctly, that was for Punjab against Chennai.
Punjab and-
he,
yeah,
he
exactly.
bowled the 19th over in that match and gave away 2 runs to MS Dhoni.
yeah,
that
yeah,
match.
yeah, I remember that one. Yes.
Yes, that was.
Actually, I'll bring this one up first. Andy says, feels like Matra could get out every ball. Yeah, that's because he's, well, A, it's
Intent.
incredible intent. And then B, he's also just swinging across the line. So he probably just needs to settle down because that shot on the offside was fine. And a couple of those balls that he hit on leg side, he could have just whacked down the ground. He didn't have to hit them to leg side. He hit one out to deep mid wicket and they got a fielder there. Like, just if he hits that straight, it's a boundary. And
Jarrod,
we
it's like what? It's like your early years of muscle memory, or like why when such things look so obvious, but you just don't have that in your wireframe. Why that happens to young batters?
So I've got a great story. I'll bring this super chat down so I can explain it a little bit. But I got this great story years ago of this guy called Corey Richards, who was like a fringe player for Australia, but never quite made it because their batting was so good. And Corey Richards was told that they wanted him to go out there and take on Sean Tate. They thought he was their best player of pure pace, and Sean Tate was South Australia's only chance of, I think, defending 160, 170. It wasn't a big scoring game. And so they told him, and they just kept firing him up, a bit like what Australia did with Sam Constas, right? They just kept saying, mate, you're going to get out there and you're going to rip him apart and you're going to do this, right? And so the first wicket falls and Corey Richards just runs out on the ground, right? Completely unaware he's batting at number 4 and not number 3. Right? So the number 3, I can't remember who it was, but he was a really good player too. He's putting his gloves on, about to go out to bat. And suddenly this other guy just runs out on the field. And he's looking at the coaches, and the coaches are like, we don't know what's happening, right? I think in this, you look at the way Montre is batting at the moment, and I think there is a definite case here of them just saying, mate, get out there, take him on, attack.
Exactly.
Right? And so in his head, that's hit across the line, right? And it's just, he's defaulting to that because, he's gone to it. What did the market say they were going to score in the power play, by the way?
59.
Was it 50? It was 59, but I think before you came on, me and Shire looked at it was 57. The market's got that 100% correct again. 57 for 1 there at the end of 6 overs, and we've got a thing. So I do think in some cases, like trying to pump people up or trying to tell them to be attacking, right, kind of does the wrong thing. And it's like, I had a captain who I played with, and he would often send me out to slog. And he always said, don't worry about hitting boundaries. Just try and make sure you make good contact on every ball, right? And for years, I never quite understood why he would tell me that, because obviously he wanted me to score boundaries. We were behind in the game. But what he was trying to tell me really was, you hit the ball really hard. If you focus on hitting the ball, it's going to go for boundaries. Whereas if you try and hit boundaries, right, chances are you're going to try and overhit the ball. And it's the old Andrew Simons thing. Have you ever heard what Andrew Simons, he kept going out to spin early in his career. And they said to him, what are you thinking about when you're facing spin? And he said, I'm thinking I could hit every one of them for 6. Right? And they were like, well, don't do that. Bring it back a little bit, right? And actually think your way through the innings. And he's like, but I could hit everyone for 6. So they're like, we understand that, but actually that's not what you want to do, because you're not thinking about hitting 4s and you're not thinking about hitting 2s, right?
Yeah,
just,
it almost looks like Sehwag's Sena numbers against spin, I would say. Like in test matches, Varun shared that. Remember, I was so shocked that in Sena, if like Sehwag would survive the early onslaught of the Pacers, just give him some shitty spin and he would just throw away his wicket. He was like pathetically low average, insane strike rate, up there as 140 or something. But like
There's a lot of them. I mean, Mark Waugh had beautiful footwork to spinners, and look at his record against spin. It's not that good. And if you listen to Mark Waugh, he'll say, "Yeah, I was trying to hit him for 6 all the time." Right? Like, if you don't respect something, you don't play it correctly, right? And you know, Simons, Mark Waugh, Sehwag, they all had the power to hit those balls, but it's like, but that's not just what playing spin is. And so Sehwag had the ability on spinning tracks to bring that back and then use the power when he wanted to. But, you know, Navjot Singh Sidhu is one of my favorite batters of all time. And he would just go block, 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 6. Block, 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 6, right? And that's a much better way of trying to do it than these guys are trying.
I gave him a
Because then you
feeling,
know which ball you're supposed to hit, I think.
Yeah, you're waiting
I
for the
gave
right
him
ball.
Yeah.
I gave him a throwdown once.
Oh, that's the
wow.
story I want to hear. But this is Marco Janssen going back of a length, top edge. Oh, I say top edge. It's gone about 30 rows back. I hope it's not a top edge. But that's hooked for 6. Cheyenne said that before, that he's got a good pull shot. And that one certainly went a long way. Tell me about the Navjot throwdowns.
Yeah.
So like when I was like playing under 16 club cricket, so like Dhruv Pandav Stadium, Patiala. So he used to play for State Bank of Patiala. So at that time there was not that much of money in cricket, right? So all these I would say professional cricketers also used to have a day job. So he was with that. So there used to be a scoreboard and there used to be nets below that. So they would just ask us to come over to just pick up the ball and stuff. And certain times they would just say that just give them a fielding practice or something. So I kind of did it a couple of times. And his coverage was insane. He was 38 at that time. That's like 1999. And the coverage that he had as a fielder was insane. And he just retired after that, like just before his retirement.
Yeah.
Like
He wouldn't
June
have been in the
2000.
team in the 99. In 99.
No,
I
he was
would
not.
imagine.
He was not in the team at that time. I don't think so. He was in the team.
Correct.
Like just a year before, in '98, he was hitting chain one for fun.
Yeah.
And then he just tapered off. Like even in those corporate matches also playing for Punjab, State Bank of Punjab, Patiala,
Correct.
he was having a torrid time. People were like the club ballers were kind of making a mockery of him at that time.
Yeah.
Even in nets also, I
Nine-
remember.
Yeah. 98 he plays his last one day, and January 99 he plays
What's his
last
one-day
test match.
record like?
40 plus average, I guess.
Yeah.
has an
No,
average
not
of-
40 plus. It's average of 37, strike rate of 69.7. So
For the best
Not
part
too
of his
bad
career.
for someone who doesn't get remembered as a one-day player. It's not.
And
we
for
can
the
look at his
best part of
adjusted stats as well. Yeah.
And for the best part of his career, I can bet on that it was above 40. Then it tapered off in last
That
few
could be.
years.
Janssen's
That
come
could
around the
very well
wicket
be.
here and just slowed them down
Because
a little bit.
till
Rudra-
94ish, 95ish, it was 40 plus. And then
that-
it just
that could
tapered
be
off.
true.
Rudra says, are we breaching the holy 300 innings mark this year? Yes, probably more than once. Absolutely not today. I think there's even an
today, yes.
outside chance this year of not just having a 300, but having some team scoring 300 and not winning.
Do you really think that's going to happen?
Yeah, I think there's a definite possibility.
It could happen. I think the sort of scenario is that when you score those many runs, the other team is also freed up. Like we remember that 287 match.
Well, this is in the
Sunrisers
air, out
versus
to deep
RCB
mid
win.
wicket, and it is just over the top for another 6. Another
Beautiful.
hit across the line there.
Yeah, 122 kilometers per hour, not that fast.
Yeah.
So, Jarrod, if that happens, will that still be as big as outlier as that Johannesburg ODI of 2006, or like?
No, that's one of the biggest outliers. That's like
Yeah,
the Don
exactly.
Bradman of games, isn't it, that game?
That is fair.
Because
320 overs.
Because if you scored
and then
300
getting
now, we've
chased.
actually already had 300 scored, right? So 300 in itself is not that interesting. We've had teams get close to it, and multiple teams get close to it, and we have a substitute which helps you get to it even quicker, right? So, you know, it would be an outlier if you had maybe 2 teams score 360 in a game.
In a T20 game.
Yeah.
That will be massive, to be honestly.
True. Yeah, so Deepak, I looked up his stats for one-day cricket. Till July 1997, he was averaging 40 at a strike rate of 70. It's in the last
Yes.
22 matches that it drops off.
Yeah,
So
because
you are right.
that's what I remember. Because when I saw him in 96, 97, he was elite. He was 40 plus. And then suddenly he tapered off.
Who did he play in the last 22 games, and where did he play?
Oh, that's a good question. He does play Pakistan a bunch of times, Australia, New Zealand. I'll have to see the series once, but
Robin
I
says,
had the
people blowing
cumulative
whistles
up.
are killing my ears. No whistles here, my friend. Well, that I'm aware of. We might have whistles. I've got these.
Feels like a lot of cricket in India only for some reason. India or like in
But-
Asia essentially. Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of matches in Asia.
Yeah.
UAE, India, Bangladesh, India, UAE, India, and the last one in Canada, which used to be, I think, low scoring back in the day.
Yes.
There was
Canada
that
one was
series,
the
right?
Toronto, that Sahara Cup.
Toronto here. Exactly.
Chahal comes on for his first one. Sweep in the air, but safe out. To the
In test matches also, he was like 42, 43-ish, right?
Yeah,
As an
42 in
opener.
Test, I think.
42.
very underrated
Not sure.
player.
Very underrated. Because for that era, 42, 43-ish was not bad as an opener, Indian opener, I
90s?
would say.
No, it's fine. It's not that much less than what Gary Kirsten averages.
Hmm.
It's just
And
the
40
difference
in
is that
ODI
Gary Kirsten was very consistent and Sidhu was probably a little bit more up and down.
So, do you guys want to
Actually, he
hear
didn't
Sidhu's
play
adjusted
much.
stats in 1 days?
Yeah.
So, since like this is adjusted for 2016 to now, and his adjusted numbers would be an average of 41 and a strike rate of 89. So, that's not too bad. You take that. It's not great, but it's pretty
No,
decent.
it's a good player.
Yeah. That would be a bit like, I'm trying to think, maybe Dhawan, a little inferior version of Dhawan, perhaps.
Hertz says, this feels like Pakistan's innings, extremely streaky with a run rate of 9.1.
That is a great
I don't think it's quite at the Pakistan level of that other game that he's talking about, but I can understand the general idea.
Is Matre playing like Sahibzada Farhan? Trying to hit everything, but not scoring as fast as it
Gian
seems.
says, Sehwag's your favorite cricketer if you block him on social media. It's much easier. Look, having spent a whole career around these guys, sometimes it is much better not to meet them than it is to meet them.
Never meet your heroes, they say.
I think-
And social media is a big part of that. And also sometimes social media, it's them thinking they're trying to be funny, whereas everyone else just thinks they're being a dick or something, right? Like, so you don't even get a good idea of it. But yeah, he wouldn't be the only cricketer who's maybe tanked his overall value because of social media.
Also, I think with Sehwag, Sehwag was one of Jarrod's favorites. He was my first favorite. I don't know about Deepak, how much he rated Sehwag back in the day, but for the two of us, he was,
to be honest, I'm surprised to know that the elite numbers he had as an ODI batter from 8 to 12, what like Varun shared on that day. I was insane.
Exactly.
His whole
47
numbers
average.
are elite in ODI cricket. It's just everyone was too
yes,
dumb to notice it.
greatest ever in
Like
ODIs.
47, 123 strike rate in any era is elite. So his
That was good in
average-
T20s back then. I would say 123. Like, it's not
But
too
his
bad for that.
47
era.
average is insane, to be honest. Like, that's what he, from 2008 till the end of 2011, those 4 years, he averaged 47 at the strike rate of 123. Peak Rohit could not match that in 2023.
Fascinating over this one. Six
Yeah,
singles off
six
it.
singles.
And I would say they didn't really go for a boundary. That was Matre's shot there was absolutely bizarre off the last ball, by the way.
Chahal
Feet
was
in the
elite.
toilet trying to cut a ball, but it was too close to him. It was too full.
Feet in the toilet.
Yeah, he was all over the shop there. But yeah, very interesting over because Chahal's obviously a wicket taker, but in this case, he slowed the game down a little bit, especially after that last over.
Yeah.
I think it is not a very true surface, what I could make out from that over also, because Chahal was going slower and slower. So he knew the ball was almost hit into the surface. It was 73, 74 kilometers in that over.
We can look up his speeds.
Marcus
actually.
Stoinis is coming on.
Yes.
Now, this is interesting because Marcus Stoinis' best delivery is a bouncer, and
Yes.
Matre won't be that worried about 132 k's an hour bouncers at him.
Exactly.
If it is not sticking into the surface.
Yeah. That's a good thing. That's something worth looking
Where's
for.
the field? Oh, they don't have a bouncer field, so he's going to pitch up. He's going to bowl a slow ball, and it's hit straight back over his head, and that is 6. As I
And
said,
that's
Marcus
money.
Stoinis' best ball is a bouncer. I'm not sure Marcus Stoinis coming on to bowl slower balls outside our stump is your best option. Beautiful hit though, lovely strike because I reckon he makes a late decision here, guys. Yeah, he does. Have a look. He makes a late decision, and he goes, "Oh fuck it, I'm just going to hit it." If he's going to bowl fairy floss outside off stump, I'm going to swing my ass off. Was Matre this sloggy last year?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
similar. Maybe not as sloggy as he's been today, but yeah, he was certainly a high intent player going for it.
High
He's gone for
intent.
this one again. This is a length ball, and he's pumped this one again for 6. This is a very weird thing. Like,
It's bizarre.
as an analyst who has worked with Marcus Stoinis, I can tell you what his main use is. So Marcus Stoinis is really strong, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
And so when he bowls a bouncer, he uses that strength and it just rushes you a little bit and he hits the pitch really hard so he can get stuff out of the pitch. The only other time it's worth bowling Marcus Stoinis would be like on the MCG or Perth Stadium when there's a lot of wind and you get a bit of extra swing, right? And so I just don't see the point of this kind of bowling. They just bowled a good over too.
Exactly.
He's got to go to bouncers now. Surely, are they changing the field? Can't see. Why can't they put the field map up every ball? Stoinis in again. It's wide. It's horrendous, and it's a wide.
So Jarrod, with Matre, there's another thing that he has a bit of an issue against the fuller delivery, but I think some of that would be early on in his innings, like not
Yes.
when he's set on 46 and you're giving him
He's-
slot balls.
Yeah, he's more
He's going
open
to hit
stance, so he just tries to reaches with his hands. The ball's pitched outside of off stump and little fuller to him. Cummins exploited that beautifully last year,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
but once he's past the power play, I don't think so. He has that issue.
Yeah.
Also, worth saying that Marcus Stoinis is not Cummins. He's bowled a full toss here, and he's mishit this down the ground. Oh, it's gone nowhere. Jeez. Hit that with a piece of wet cabbage, and it dribbles down to long on, and they take 1. That was the worst ball that Stoinis has bowled 4 bad balls, and that was the worst one, and he was shocked by it. What does Robbie say? Always get ready for the full toss because it's the quickest one.
The quickest one.
I'm not sure how quick that one was, though.
And I think it looked like as if it shaped a little in the air.
Well, if you bowl it that full, it should swing.
Yeah.
64% runs in the V. Oh wow. And then 29% in the mid-wicket region as well. So it's like a proper arc that he's hitting in.
Yeah, it's pretty much all mid-wicket. He's hit a couple straight though now with Stoinis.
Yeah.
So, and as I
And the
said
straight
before,
boundaries are massive here.
yeah, that's probably also that his beans aren't going as much anymore, right? He's not as aggressive because now he's in his innings, and so he's playing the better shot rather than just trying to hit the ball really hard. And these things are hard. Like these are not easy decisions to make. Deepak's backup personal trainer, Coach Athar, says, a good part of my childhood was scarred with the figure of 360 runs because of 03. Now we're talking about that number in a T20 match. I think we've already gone beyond that,
Damn.
by the way. What did Nepal make against Mongolia? Didn't they make
It was
390?
319. 319.
Oh, was it
It was
390?
319.
Is it the 6 game? Sorry, the 9-ball 50 game where
Yeah.
Airy gets
Yeah.
50 of 9. Is it the same game? I don't remember. that
319.
score,
It was
actually.
319 if I remember
Oh, okay.
correctly.
Well, that's nothing. I'm not saying
Seriously,
we're
it
going
was
to get a
the same with me
360 game
also.
this year, by the way. I would say that would still be an outlier. What I'm saying is, it would not surprise me if have a look at what the average scores were in the 1980s, right? In ODI cricket, and then project that growth, and now put in capitalism. Also, not always the best drug policies, as this ball is hit out to long on for a single. And we're also at the moment we have 1 sub. What happens when teams have 2 and 3? Did you see the ECB bringing in injury subs? Oh my God, they've just opened themselves up for so many lawsuits.
Yeah.
Such a
Today I-
stupid decision.
Like I say, like talking about personal trainer today, I asked my
Were you
trainer to
awake?
come a little late. No. I missed the morning one definitely because like again it's at 9:50, so he came to wake me up, and by that time I was like, it's only 10 minutes left, so it doesn't make sense. But he came in the afternoon today, at 4ish, at 3:50.
Did you work with him?
Yes, for an hour.
Oh, look at that. What? That last ball, the over, is probably Stoinis' best ball. What was it, Sean?
Yeah.
What'd you call it?
132.7.
A bouncer, was it?
Like, because
Yeah.
the Fridays is
As
the movie day
expected.
for the kids. So
Movie?
on Fridays, yeah. So if he comes at 8, even they would not take the bait. So it's like
Which movie did you go to watch? Did your
no.
kids
They
go to
they watch it at a home only.
Oh.
But like it's a pact
Right.
that they can fill in for me in the evenings, 5 days a week, but not Fridays. So
Makes sense.
like that's why I ought to already find an alternative for that.
Anurag says, this feels like some sort of plan, one of the openers to play an entire 20 overs. Yeah, it's certainly something that Chennai have looked at a lot over the years. They do like
Yes.
the anchors more than anyone else. I could
Today,
say
I
that-
don't
said
know.
that. I
as
think
someone who
they've
used to
done
work
well.
with Stephen Fleming, I could say that he was pretty pro anchor.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they won the 2021 IPL with Faf and Gaikwad making loads of runs, right? I think both of them were
Yes.
like north of 600, and they had a pretty good season. Also, the other thing I was just observing is that Gaikwad has not had much strike today, so he's only faced
Yes.
15 balls.
It's fair, yeah.
And Ayush has been hitting it everywhere or missing. The point
15
being that
balls. Are,
I don't even know if Gaikwad is anchoring at this point because he's not had that much strike.
yeah, so
How are you
15
supposed to
balls
get
out
into
of
rhythm?
54, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty crazy.
Did he take the first ball, Jarrod, or did he take? I feel like he took the
No,
first ball.
Samson had the first ball.
Okay, no. Yeah, my bad.
Chahal's still on. Be interesting here. It looks like they're just going to knock Chahal around. And Matre might be different, although last
Matra
over,
also took 3 singles here.
Some scars from the last match on this
Oh.
ground. I think Chell took a hat trick in that match, right?
Yeah,
was
but
that
that
game?
game.
Was that the chaos game
Yeah.
where they were massively ahead and then lost the hat trick and lost?
No, that's the KKR
No, no,
game.
no.
That's
They
a
batted
different
first.
Ah.
They batted
Yeah.
first.
one. Yeah.
CSK batted first, but they were doing really well. And we have a wicket here.
Did you guys see the slowest
No.
speed that they showed? 73.5.
Do
Yes,
we have
this
a
is what I
wicket?
said. Like, he's bowling at 73, 74 only.
Yeah.
There was a drop.
Rob Barron right now must be like jumping up and down his in
So
his seat.
there was a sweep there. It was a top edge. The keeper lost it, I think, when he looked up, and it was short, fine legs catch. And in the end, it has been put down by Vaishak, who almost lost a testicle there because he almost did that thing where you roll over the ball in the worst possible way, where you can break a rib or puncture your testicle.
Boy, this was some hit.
If you
How
guys
did he hit
remember,
that?
even the
That is
first.
such a ridiculous shot. A back foot
Exactly.
cover drive falling over. Oh my
That was
god! And they tried to
insane.
misfield that 4 times.
Wow.
But that was some hit, to be honest. I look
Yeah.
just
Just
some
to-
special talent, I would say, to pick that up.
That was a slow ball as well, 78.6.
Yes.
So, good work.
Still able to generate some power.
Yeah,
That shot.
that's what. Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys remember the first ball that Ayush faced off Chahal in the first over of Chahal, that was also a sweep shot. But I think that was not with as much intent. Like
Oh,
it felt
God.
like he was just hitting that to the fielder.
That's the sweep he's just played here. It's so
Yes.
dirty. It's not safe for work. It's like it shouldn't be shown to children. It's such a ugly looking shot.
That's an inside edge. Is it not?
We can also tell what Rob is on because he's very upset. In the
Missing
chat.
Rob
I think
Barron.
Sir Faraz can be a good matchup on this surface against Chahal. Like, he loves square of the wicket. Square boundaries are relatively shorter.
He also can score behind the wicket a lot. Like
Yes.
his V is almost opposite, if that makes sense.
Opposite of that.
Jarrod, do you remember that Test 100 that he made against New Zealand? The only innings that he's made runs in that series, actually. But he was scoring so many runs behind the wicket, and that wagon wheel, we showed that wagon wheel. It was just amazing.
That famous statement from
Ridiculous.
Manjrekar that he looks like Javed Miandad.
Whoa, did he say that? Wow.
Yes.
This one is tossed up and it's just going to be driven down. So the end of Chahal's second over, he's another skinny over for him. What did he end up with? 7 off that
7
one?
in that. Yes, 7 of
Yeah.
that.
Deepak, you've got a message you want to read? Just so you know, it's better if you read it out loud, these messages, guys. When I say you guys have got a message to read, I don't mean in your minds.
I must say, like, and I admire him. He is insane work ethics. Like, couple of weeks back,
Still
Saturday,
hasn't read it out loud.
Exactly.
like couple of weeks back, like what happened on Saturday, it was not supposed to be the day we train. So he had come down for shopping since I was not training. He called me up. Are you free? I can come over. You should train. And he came over and we trained for an hour. So that's insane. Like, that's the reason I said he's changed my life completely.
Yeah.
I went for a 10K run on my own today. So
That's called motivation. You're on a different tangent, bro.
how many push-ups today? I've done none today. I did 500 last night.
500.
Rest day today.
No, I'll do them later. I like to do them late at night when I
Fair.
kind of like, I don't even know when to explain it, but
Do you have like a fixed time for going to the gym if you do?
I don't go to the gym.
Fair.
Yeah. I've thought about going back to the gym, but it's not really my thing at the moment. 101 for 1 after 10 here. Someone put up a message before saying it was a 220 pitch, as this one is punched out on the offside. Let's have a look. The market says it's 207. So the market still doesn't think that they're going to go nuts at the end here, CSK, which is
But
fascinating.
Jarrod, like, if you can do 500 push-ups a day, why would you even go to a gym then?
That's
That
kind of why I
makes
do
sense.
them.
Yeah,
Makes more
exactly.
sense to me. I think also, I might start swimming again shortly as well.
That's a good one.
And if you swim, you get the gym access as part of it.
Yeah.
Like it's easier to get the whole package. I might do some gym work. John Norman, who runs Talksport's cricket department, he goes to the same gym around the corner from me. So I could run there, swim, and then maybe do some gym work with him. But
That's
at the
cool.
moment, I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing. Other than the fact half of my foot is come off with blisters. But other than that, I'm all good.
Because of the running?
Yeah, I hope so. So we have Vaishak again. His first over went for 10, if I remember correctly, which is about the rate, to be fair, so far today. So
One thing I really want to like understand about Vaishak, like in one of the matches for RCB, I saw him bowling the change of pace, loopy slow deliveries like Harshal Patel. It felt like as if he's the clone of him. But after that particular ball has kind of vanished from his repertoire. I hardly saw him bowling that last season. So
Is it the
if you have,
KKR
he
game from
almost I think had a
2024?
5. Yeah, I
That
think
you're
he had a
talking about, or some
5-4
other
or something.
Oh,
with
was
that
it
kind
against
of a-
Delhi? It must have been against Delhi. Yeah,
I don't remember
now,
the
I think.
match, but I clearly have that visuals in my head. He ran through the side, and I have never seen that again from him. Like I don't
Yeah,
understand
must
why.
be the Delhi game. Yeah.
Kanish says, thank you for recommending the Acquired podcast, Jarrod. Definitely one of the most important media piece on cricket right now. Yep, definitely. Thank you. You've listened to it, Deepak, haven't you?
Yes. So
I think they get a couple of things wrong. I think they
I
think
actually
that one game a
recommended
night.
that to you.
Hey,
I actually recommended that to you.
it wasn't you. It was Kalsamani.
Yeah, he mentioned that, but then I
It
had
had
shared
been
it with
mentioned
you.
to me when it first came out, and I can't remember by who. I just didn't, you get told so many things. But when Cal told me about it, I thought, well, if he's about to buy an IPL team and he thinks this is the reason why, it's quite interesting. And then I'm not sure if I listened to it before. I think I did. I think I listened to it. And then obviously then we talked to Berla and he was mentioning it as well.
you know
So
who
suddenly it was like, oh shit.
Who recommended it to me?
Lala
Sandeep.
Modi. Who?
Oh, Sandeep.
Our man Sandeep.
Yes.
Hertz manager.
So, yeah. So it was like I was supposed to do one video on IPL, and then he recommended me that like you should maybe go through this, and it'll give you a lot of insights. It was 4.5 hours podcast. I said like it's very difficult not to kind of do the repeat of it only if you're just doing an 1 hour podcast on IPL.
Should
after
we bring
listening to
Robbie
4.5
in?
hours.
Or is Robbie not want to come in?
Here,
I can see him.
Hey, I am here.
Yeah.
I can't see him.
There he is.
Hello.
I was like, when will people let me in? Like, what the heck's happening?
Oh boy. So Robbie is looking as sexy as ever.
All right, thirst umpire.
Jarrod's influence.
You know my new name?
Why?
It's Thirst Empire.
Oh,
Thirst umpire, I like that.
So another over
We should
where we're looking
consider
at
it.
about 10. So they're keeping it at roughly the same rate all the way through here. Very consistent. There's a lot of
Exactly. Ever
swinging.
since the start, actually.
Yeah. Deepak's second coach says, why is it that most of the paces can't be quick and nimble in the field when the stats on injury destroying a pacer's career is so high? What does he mean by that exactly? Am I wrong?
Even I didn't get that. Doesn't that
Why
sort of
is
explain it?
Most of the pacers can't be quick and nimble in the field.
Quite sure. I mean, what do you mean by that? There's an argument to be said that the old West Indian way of never diving as a fast bowler makes a lot more sense than the Australian method of throwing yourself over the boundary every single time. To be fair, though,
He
it's a lot
was-
safer. Like there was a period of time where people were diving as this is swept up, out,
And gone.
and that
No,
is
it's
caught a deep backwards. We said his sweep shots were weird, Robbie. He does
It
sweep
was-
a little bit like he's a pull shot sitting down.
This is
there were
Gaikwad.
some
Yeah.
ugly sweeps in that today, but really good innings from him. He's ended up on.
No,
Oh, no, that's
this is
Gaikwad. Oh, it's
That's
Gaikwad.
Gaikwad.
28
That's not
off,
Ayush. Yeah.
22.
Yeah.
To be fair, that was there to be swept, wasn't it? He's just
It
found the
was there
fielder.
to be swept.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, a bit too short, no?
It
many
might
runs
have been.
partnership
I
is
think
that?
that's why I thought it was Matre
good-
because
good
it looked like the
partnership.
sort of short sweeps that he plays, but maybe the length wasn't there. But that's one that usually you're trying to hit on its head and get past short fine leg and pick up the easy 4. And instead, he's probably tried to hit it up a bit higher and ended up. Anyway, I don't think that's a bad time for Gaikwad to be out, guys. He's basically not faced a ball, and he never really got going today. And if they want to put on a a decent score, I think getting some people in who are gonna whack it a bit more might be the idea.
Who would you guys send now? Sarfaraz or
Dubey?
Dubey?
Shivam
Dubey.
Dubey.
Anurag
need a
Sharma
Dubey.
says Matt Short has pads on.
And Overton is sitting in the rest. Okay.
Yeah. So Dubey comes in now. What's Chahal bowler to Dubey usually? Is it just wide, slow? Or is it
I
at the
think it should be the
pads?
googly.
Slow.
Googly outside off
Yeah.
some.
He's not a great googly bowler though, is he?
Chahal has a good googly to the lefties. He got Puran out the same way last year in Ikana.
I don't think it's great. I think he can bowl it. I think his main strength is the leg spinner.
Yeah.
I think you're right because when he started off, his googly was a lot better, and then it just kind of tapered off. Like 17ish, when he just came on the scene, his googly was decent. Like not
His googly is not as good as say Rashid, is it? Like Rashid
not
has
as
a
good
very
as
mean
maybe
googly.
Amit Mishra also, I would say. Like Amit Mishra had a much better, much more deceptive with his googly.
The next ball is pushed down as Deepak Singh says, Robbie looks like a gangster with his looks. Should try in some Malayalam movie like Srisan. So I've actually seen some of these
Malayalam?
movies. Yeah,
Malayalam.
Malayalam. Sorry. I've seen some of those because I watched them when I was doing my piece on him. Yeah, his acting is just as you would expect his acting to be.
Wasn't he also on Big Boss at some point? I feel like that was also a thing.
Yeah. He was.
Yeah, that was a good thing for Sri.
Oh.
It gave an insight on who Sri is as a human being.
Yes.
And all his varied kind of personalities and an avenue for him to kind of speak his truth. So,
But
I like that for Sri, and it kind of gave him a fresh lease of life, to be very honest.
so correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Big Boss more of like a scripted drama sort of show?
No,
like
man,
I don't know how legit
Is
that
this
is.
up in the air? Is it going to be caught? Just short. Oh, no, he dropped it. Well, I thought it would be short. He made a lot of ground up and then skidded, didn't have his head still, and has dropped what he should have taken in the end. Who was that?
I think
guys?
Isn't
That
that
was,
skipper? Shashank Singh?
No, Shashank Singh. Oh, Iyer is not playing today?
Isn't he?
So then,
He is, right?
so
Yeah,
Share,
he is playing. He is playing. He is.
when you said skipper, that's why I got confused.
I think he was going too fast, Robbie. I think
he's
he,
vice captain, right?
Probably.
Oh, vice
yeah.
captain.
I think he just didn't slow himself down there. He was going at such
Yeah,
a
yeah,
rate.
yeah, exactly. He covered a lot of ground actually, did he not?
Yeah. He covered too much ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think he just overran it.
I thought you were making Trinity to bat.
You guys
What a
remember
spell
yesterday
from
also that
Chennai.
happened, right? Somebody ran a
Neil
bit
need a bath.
too much. Hello.
Desperately.
Hi,
We've all been
Neil.
there.
Shayan or Shayan?
Shayan.
Hello.
He's one of our hosts.
What's
He's
called?
saying hi.
Who is he? We don't know either,
Shayan's
kid.
saying hi to you.
I don't know either.
This is good one.
We
Maybe
need
Jarrod can
I
get
agree.
this done.
I so agree with Chetal that we need
Chatal
a rock
Mainat.
band bite. Chatal, no, Chetal.
We can just read you what is written in the group.
Chetal.
This time he hasn't even written words. He's just put up random and angry
Emojis.
stuff.
He's getting very famous for his fielding rants. I will tell you that because there's this another cricket group that I'm in and they keep talking about whenever there is a misfield, it's Rob Barron.
Well, the thing is, he's very confident for a 40-year-old man who didn't play professional cricket that he can actually outfield these guys. So I can't. The more he talks it up, the better it is for us because I cannot wait to get him in front of a bunch of professional cricketers and see how he goes.
Yes.
To be fair, he
No
does not
ball.
say he's a great
Ooh.
fielder,
Oof.
does he?
No ball.
Isn't it
he's a
more
great
like
catcher.
he's
And-
more
and-
like if you're a professional cricketer, you should take every single catch. That's his
Well, he
thing.
was,
I know
he
it
was a
doesn't
hockey
make any sense.
goalkeeper, right? So he
Oh.
believes he's very good at catching balls.
Right.
This
that
was
would make sense.
Yeah, this was a no ball. Sure.
Yeah, you should use those buttons.
These are from Cricket
that's
8.
nice.
The Cricket
This
8
can
used to have
get
them.
Tube going. Now I think this can actually be a massive moment in the game.
State the obvious much.
This can be massive, like because
Well, this one, oh, he's bowled the wide as well.
Down the
Stop
leg
picking
side.
up the fucking ball. Just let the wicketkeeper do it.
Two wicket. All new t-shirts, right?
Yeah.
We saw this in yesterday's game as well, right, Jarrod?
Oh, I'm waiting.
Sar says you guys should try the wisdom quizzes live sometimes. We'll do our own quizzes. We don't need wisdom. He
Beautifully
doesn't get the
bowled.
free
That
hit
was-
away. Sorry, Sean, what were you
That-
saying?
that
I
was
like
beautifully
I'm
bowled.
saying
unknown
there was a
sportsman,
case of
you
the batter
cannot
picking up the
cannot
ball.
insult Jarrod like that.
What did he say?
You got to do wisdom quizzes on our live stream. That is, he will take that personally, and I will take that personally for him.
There's another Deepak.
Yeah.
We need YT channels where Rob reacts to fielding mistakes compilation. We all need that in our lives.
Yeah. For sure.
How old is he?
How old is Rob?
Deepak, how old are you?
About your
Deepak?
age, I think.
I'll be 40 next week.
I think he's slightly older than you.
All of you are around the same age group, isn't it?
Yes.
Three of you and Rob.
The daddy group. The daddy army.
Yeah, that's harmony.
Andy says, what's a winning score? CSK a tad too conservative. I don't think they've been conservative because Martra's played
They're trying,
9 shots
Andy.
for every ball.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
it does look like a good pitch. And I think if they end up on 205, they're going to struggle to defend it unless Henry and Khalil go nuts at the top.
Yeah, then it's early wickets.
Little dry, to be honest. So, as I mentioned earlier, also the slower spin would actually work on the surface. When we were discussing that, and Chahal has kind of proven that.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
It's not been easy to hit him.
Your coach was saying before, he was talking about the drop catch from Vaishak, and wanted to know why Pacers, mostly Indian, are so bad with their fitness. Is it lack of culture or the workloads? Well, workloads is quite interesting because we were talking about this the other day when you said to me that Kapil Dev would have bowled less for Australia, and I was like, no, he would have bowled a lot more if he played for Australia because you need seamers to bowl more. So if you look at it, I think South Australia did this, that they actually had to stop fielding their bowlers at fine leg because they realized how much they were covering in games by the amount of kilometers that they were running. And so it became a whole thing in Australian cricket of whether you should even have bowlers in the outfield anymore.
Yeah, you don't want
But
them
then
in
the
the hot
bowlers all
spots.
complained because they wanted to be in the outfield, of course. But there is an element of that. But I don't think Vaishak dropped that catch before because of fitness. I think he didn't understand how to come forward and take the catch.
Oh my
This one is taken though. Off Vaishak by Chahal. So they've flipped it. They've flipped it. He went for the wide Yorker there. and
Chahal
it's
is like,
guided-
let me show to the world
Yeah.
how it's done.
the great fielder Chahal.
Great fielder, Chahal.
Who has guided this straight to short third, and that is gone. There was almost the ball before, didn't he hit a boundary just past backward
Yes.
point? Exactly the same shot. This one's just a little bit finer, maybe a little bit edgier, and it just did that reverse a little bit. Did anyone see that?
No.
Let's
Didn't?
have a look again.
It felt like more of a knuckleball kind of a ball. It didn't look like it came out.
It feels like a reverse only to me, to be honest. I don't think it was a knuckle ball for sure.
Like, it didn't come out that cleanly from his hands. Like,
Anyway, really good innings. 73 of 43.
Yeah, well done.
It comes out of his hand weird, that ball, but
Yeah, exactly. It was more kind of a sticky kind of a delivery. Like, look, something Unatkat bowls a lot, where he's kind of completing his action, but the ball just kind of sticks in his hand a little bit more, maybe for a fraction of a second more.
they really need Dubé to come off now, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
They should just send Sarfraz now, I would say. That's a good time.
What's the other option?
Yeah, that's also true. Is Brevis playing today?
No, he's not.
No, he's not playing. He's out
Sarfaraz.
today.
Karthik has come.
And they've appealed straight away. First ball for a caught behind.
So wide not
Shreyas
given?
Iyer's looking around. It didn't look right to me, but no, they're not going to review that.
Now
I think
would have been a good
CSK
time to
has
send
reviewed.
Sarfaraz actually.
Yes. CSK has reviewed it for the wide.
Had CSK reviewed it for the wide, or
Yes. For the wide.
That's interesting. So clearly he doesn't think he hit it then.
Yeah.
Where are we here? Hey panel, Sagnik says, since bowlers are hesitating to bowl Yorkers in fear of overpitching, who is the best Yorker bowler you guys have ever seen in the game? Lasif Malinga.
Bumrah?
Sagnik, brother. Jasprit Bumrah. Lasit Malinga.
Yeah,
So
these
Ma-
two easily.
A lot of
Hey, cool.
Malinga's was because of all the undercut that he put on the ball and the way that the ball actually played up. So he could. I've checked this before. His numbers on low full tosses are better than most bowlers on Yorkers. So they would a normal bowler would have to absolutely nail a Yorker, whereas he didn't have to do that.
Exactly.
That looks like it hits the trousers to me, guys.
No, I think the murmur is not consistent, so it's like there's no spike as such.
My point is, like, if it looks like it hit the trousers a little bit, look, the trousers move. The trousers move.
Yeah, they have not given the wide.
So
that's
why has he reviewed that?
No idea.
Does
They
he have
still
no
want
feeling
to
in
do
his
iPad,
buttocks?
no?
Yeah, it would be his iPad. You're right. Still, usually you would think you would feel that. Batters always know, Robbie, except when they don't.
Did it ever happen with you, Robbie? Like you had nicked it, but you had no idea?
Yeah. Happens a lot. Sometimes there's a sound and you're like, I didn't feel any of it.
Yeah.
How did
Also-
Sanju get out today? Because I was out of the family, I didn't see
He was
it.
backing away a bit. And
He backed
needed
away
to
to hit him over the offside, and then he got a great delivery. And to the last minute, he decided to poke at it and just nicked it behind.
But he backed away a lot.
Yeah. I'm not that worried about it. He hasn't made runs
Was
for
that
two
back and
games.
back? Or was it that back and away movement in his initial movement? Where he just
No,
backed
he
off
left
that
his
side?
stumps. He left his
Yeah.
stumps.
Yeah, exactly.
He moved away to kind of get some room.
Bharat says, I honestly thought Deepak is 50 years old and not 40. That's just the uncle vibes, everyone. What makes a bowler skiddy? Is it just a height thing? It can also be release, where you release the ball from as well. And
release
it can
thing,
also be
more than a
the way
height.
that you spin the ball.
So I think I'm not
Can we
even
have
technically
definition of
40 yet.
Skiddy bowlers.
What was that?
Can we have definition? Can we have a
Darren
example of
Goff,
skiddy
Wakar
bowlers?
Yunus.
Ajit Agarkar?
Here's one. Alfonso Thomas.
Oh,
Ajit Agarkar would qualify as a skiddy bowler.
Ooh.
was he not
It's
more
hard to-
swing?
You feel
Yeah, but Goffey swung the ball as well, and so did Wakar. I think you can still skid and be swingy.
Fair. Bumrah
Um,
maybe to an extent still. Because he has that option, I would say. I wouldn't say if he's generally skiddy, but
Who's
he
that?
can. Bumrah, he
I
can
think he
get the
puts
ball.
too
to
much
spin.
backspin on the ball, though, doesn't he?
Okay, fair.
I think Ajit
Was
Agarkar.
Simon Jones skiddy, Robbie?
heavy. He was quick and heavy. Because he had a
Quick and
big
heavy.
jump. He's not the
That's how
tallest bloke.
No, that's
What about
No, he-
spinners?
he wasn't the
Is
tallest
there
bloke.
any?
he was an
I think,
Adonis.
Like,
I think fast bowlers. I think fast bowlers who are not very tall are very skiddy. Like generally
So that's why
skiddy.
that's why I was asking. Like, would you put Agarkar in that category? Somebody who was skiddy. He was
I wouldn't
5'7"
call
ish.
Ajit Agarkar,
I don't think Agarkar isn't 5'7".
Deepak. Yeah, where are you getting your information from,
Yeah.
Deepak?
I don't think so. Agarkar was that tall. I
Well, I
was
stood next
5'7".
to him. He's not 5'7".
Height.
1.7
1.7 meter.
1.7 meters.
So about 5'9".
No, that's not
5'10".
real, guys.
I think he's taller than that. Message him.
Yeah.
Robbie, send him a
Yeah,
message.
you want me to message him, ask him?
I do.
Ajit bhai, what's your height?
Oh, I wanted to
So
message
how
them.
how tall is Gautam Gambhir then?
How tall is Gautam Gambhir?
Because Agarkar is almost his height.
I've stood next to both of those men. They do not feel the same height. to
Gautam,
me.
no, sorry. Deepak,
You can check
I
the
played
pic.
with him. I've
He showered with him.
I've stood next to him.
Not even in
Right.
cricket, just
So-
normally.
Yeah. And I can tell you, if you're going to argue with me that Google is right
No, I'm not
because it
arguing.
says
I'm just
1.7 meters.
5'7" is quite short for a fast bowler. There can't have been many fast bowlers who are 5'7".
Short fast bowlers are considered 5'9", 5'10".
What's Tino? Tino would be about 5'9", 5'10", I reckon. Tino Best.
5'9", 5'10".
Yeah.
Somebody should track
Yeah.
this, like a proper app which has the heights of all the fast bowlers or the cricketers.
No.
Umar Gul is
Gul.
very underrated Yorker bowler too. T20 in general. He's a
Yeah.
fantastic. I think he's still a level below Bumrah
Just-
and Malinga, but he's
Yeah, way
just
below.
at that next level.
I'd actually rate Wasim Akram closer to Bumrah and Malinga.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
that's
that's for
that.
sure.
That's the Glenn McGrath, Joel Garnett era. I'm talking of the guys of the modern sort of T20 era. I think Umar Gul's, those other two guys are S tier and Umar Gul's A tier. Maybe at the top of A tier, but. Lee says, Ilwi says, who do you guys think are the top 3 Australians in the IPL at the moment? Enjoying the streams.
Thank you, Ilvi.
Well, that's a good
Hazelwood has
question.
to be up there.
Oh yeah, Hazelwood would be my
Fit
number 1.
Hazelwood easily.
Travis Head too.
Travis Head, yes, for sure.
I don't know who the third
He
one
said,
is.
who are the top 3 at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean
Yeah.
in the IPL?
Well, Hazelwood
Yeah,
is
in-
in the IPL. He's just injured, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he,
I'd
trying
say
to think
Mitchell
who the
Marsh,
third one is.
Travis Head, Mitchell Marsh, Travis Head, and
Hazelwood.
Hazel.
Yeah. I was also
You
thinking
still have
Marsh.
Marsh that high.
But I'm still thinking if there is
Yeah,
anybody
I
better
would.
than Marsh as well.
Yeah,
Even
but-
I'm thinking that.
Cooper Connolly.
Inglis.
He's young. Right now.
Inglis is
He-
probably
he
not
had a
better than
great game.
Marsh. So
One
is he?
game old, dude. Yeah.
Exactly.
The fact that you're even considering Ishayan,
I didn't say him. I didn't mention his name only.
you're sitting next to Deepak and you're suddenly sounding like Deepak.
Rudra says, can a side
It's like Deepak has an opinion, and that is Bible, Gita, Quran. You can't change his mind.
I'm just.
They're still hovering around this 10 runs and over as well. It's like an invisible ceiling for them at the moment. Rudra says,
Yeah.
can a sidearm fast bowler like Patharan or Malinga ever be effective in modern tests? Malinga wasn't a bad test bowler, guys. I think he would have worked
Okay.
it out pretty good. He played when he was a bit young. You would have played against him in first class cricket when he first started. He just wasn't accurate enough back then, I would have thought, Robbie.
Malinga? No.
Yeah, he was all over the shot, wasn't he?
Dude, he was. There was Malinga
So
and then
this-
there was Sean Tate.
We've already had
Okay,
one Sean
finish,
Tate
finish, Deepak.
mentioned.
Mm.
They're just reviewing this. This is an LBW. It's coming around the wicket, Marco Janssen. It was given not out, and Marco Janssen started reviewing that before the umpire had actually officially shaken his head. It's got to be hard to be LBW, though, on his angle coming around the wicket, guys.
That could be clipping, guys.
I think it's clipping, yeah. I don't think it's going to overturn the umpire, though, is it? That angle? Very hard if you're a left-arm seam
It depends
bowler
on
to get
how much is clipping.
LBW. Yeah, you almost have to be hitting in front of off stump. And if I'm not mistaken, can we not see a little bit of off stump just behind his feet?
No.
Well, it hits him on middle. Oh, it's
Yeah,
out.
it's
Well
out.
done. Great
It's
review.
out.
Do you know what that was? That's the optical illusion tricking me and the umpire there because the pad goes out massively afterwards. So when it hits his
As soon as
pad,
it
he is
hits.
actually pretty straight in front of off stump. Good review by Marco. Marco was determined that was out. Again,
Immediate.
Marco with the older ball.
Yeah.
Is there a chance of a little collapse here?
Yeah. Sarfraz Khan needs to come. There he is.
There
Said
he
it and I
is.
saw his back.
So how tall was Zahir?
5'11", 6 foot.
Oh, not much.
Sarthak says Jai Richardson would be a skinny bowler, methinks. Yeah, I think he's another one that I would
Yeah.
put in that.
Yeah,
Just
you're
lost
right.
his contract with Australia, by
that's
the way,
right,
which
Sarthak.
is a bit ridiculous. Danny Morrison,
his
if you want to
contract?
go back in the day, Danny Morrison, another one of these swing bowler skiddy types.
Hmm.
Good bowler, Danny Morrison. Very underrated.
Yeah. Agreed.
One of these cricketers whose career is forgotten because of the commentary. But you can understand it, Deepak. Because when Danny Morrison gets excited, the whole world has to hear him. Look at you guys, hey? The big three in the box with me.
Yeah. His IPL
bad.
stints were pretty
Not bad, yeah.
colorful, I would say. Some of his IPL stints were pretty colorful.
So I met him, I'm trying to remember what year it was, maybe 2012, 2013. We were working together on ABC. Sarfraz just knocks the first one, the mid-wicket, no run. And I'd never met him before, right? So I assumed, guys, that what he was like on commentary was his normal personality, right? I had no reason not to think that. And we're working the radio together and we're crossing over. And as I was going on, he was coming off. And he comes up to me and goes, "Hi, Jarrod, I just want to say I'm a really big fan of your work and been following it for a few years." Right? And I'm like, "Who's this bloke?" He didn't call me the big JK. He didn't say, "Oh, Kimber's in the house." He was like literally whispering. And then he walked out of the box and Ed Cowan turned to me and goes, "I know, it's weird, right?"
They've lost the plot a bit in last 3 overs.
Yeah.
20 for 3.
Yeah.
Well,
This
it
is the guy
is a
for
collapse
cricket.
of sorts, right?
Yes.
So
We're
I
at
think that- that-
190.
I think they made a wrong call there by sending Karthik ahead of Sarfraz there,
Yeah.
Yes.
because
Yeah,
at the
I think
loss of, because he is someone who plays spin well, and when he comes into play, he's been playing pace really, really well off late. So you know that the fast bowlers that operate to him. Those 2 overs could have potentially been 20 runs. With
Because
Sarfraz
in
there.
this mat, if we look at his numbers, he was batting at number 3 most of the time. And he had a gun season. So obviously he was hitting a lot of spin. You can't average that much without hitting spin and strike that fast. So
Correct.
Yeah, I wonder why they did that. Maybe just
The
trying to get the
burden-
power batter out. I mean,
The
I
burden,
think
burden of.
they might just think they are a little bit lower
Shot!
scoring than they should be. Lovely one. Lofts this over mid off.
Danny Morrison suddenly entered, Robbie.
Oh, settle down.
That is a sweet ass shot.
Maybe the burden of 14 CR, I guess. We've spent so much on the guy.
Right? Dude, what is with you? Why are you going after me as a youngster? Give him a break.
No.
Let him
Like,
play a few games.
Jarrod was asking that why he was sent earlier.
Yeah,
I
no,
said,
we're just
can
talking about
be.
why he went up.
So maybe because CSK.
Robbie, if you could read this message, please, Robbie.
I'm so used to it. I like.
But
it's
that
like-
is
it's
my
a
love
second-
language for Deepak Bharat.
Yes.
That is my love language for Deepak. He knows
That
it.
this is
And
this,
he knows it very
this-
well. He knows I love him.
Yes. This is how he expresses his love for me. And then he during those investor calls, he turns me from India head to global head very easily. So, I like that.
Robbie, do you know who the Ibiza final boss is? Do you know what they're talking about here?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, I'm going to find the picture and bring it up.
I
Wanna
have no
share a
idea
picture?
either.
Because
How good is that shot from Sarfraz, guys?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Man, a top shot.
That was a beautiful shot, yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to... It's so bad. Robbie may never come online again after I show him this. This is what this guy thinks you look like. Just
Oh,
look at that.
this was even better, to be honest.
Oh, that's beautiful batting.
That's beautiful
Absolutely
batting.
beautiful. Just rode the short ball, right nipple. It was right at his right nipple. And he just let that run between short third and the keeper. Here's the person that Bharat thinks you look like.
Yeah, Bharat. Great guess, man. That's what I was going for. That's
This guy
exactly what I was going for.
This guy went viral around the world from I think it was like a photo or a video. Yeah, I've never been to Ibiza, but I'm assuming that this guy represents everything you need to know about.
I wish my hair was that straight. Yeah, he looks like a Lego
Oh,
character.
he's.
Yeah,
I mean, he
looks like
really.
a
He
Lego
looks like
character.
someone's made him on
Square jaw
AI,
and-
right?
Made up on.
Yeah.
Like how this guy's like, stop ragging on Deepak, and also Robbie, you look like this freak.
And about Steve Smith as well. We missed that part, I think. The one in the middle. There was a question asking why Steve Smith was not picked in the IPL in that same question.
Oh yeah, I was going to answer that. It's basically because he burned everyone so much. It's the same with the Australian selectors, right? I think they've just come to a point where no one quite believes it. I do actually think he might get some more gigs in the future because of the way he's been playing, but I don't think it's going to happen now.
Why they messed it up so much with the selection during the World Cup? There was so much controversy about it. Like, he was at the airport, then kind of.
No, because I think wasn't it Mitch Marsh? They were going to send him home because of the testicle, and then it turned out his testicle was fine.
Oh.
Just needed some light cupping. Bart says, reminded of Simon Doole's recollection of Danny Morrison calling Jarrod Butler, yes, the actor, the Buttmeister, with a straight face. There's some great stuff if you go, I think it's still on YouTube, of Danny Morrison in the CPL when they just let him go and he was the full Danny Morrison. And it was just wild. Absolutely wild that it was broadcast to the public. Just to complete the story of Danny Morrison. So Danny Morrison's mum is in the theatre, and he basically sees commentary as his chance of performing in the theatre. I did a podcast with him about it once. It was fascinating hearing the way he went up, but he basically invented this character for commentary. And now you've got Graham Swan, you had Michael Slater, a lot of people have copied him since.
So
And
he's
no
the
one
real
can
OG.
no one could do the double D's.
Double D's. That was good one, actually.
So he sits around and he writes those things down. This is all part of his performance.
Act.
Amazing.
Yeah. Lovely guy. Lovely guy. Have you met him much, Robbie?
Yeah, it's very sweet. Yeah, it's very sweet.
Really nice
He's a
guy.
very sweet guy.
And as I said, really good bowler as well. Oh,
Hello, hey, hello,
hey,
hey, hi.
We've
Hi,
got the
everyone.
pianist is with us.
We're
So
all
Shravan,
It
you
all
have to do a
distant.
lot of.
And Shravan comes in.
Yeah.
Shravan comes in like, hello, hi, hello, hi.
The opposite to Danny Morrison.
Yeah, and that too when we're talking about Danny Morrison.
It's way far ahead. I can only do that in my dreams.
So Danny is the Kiwi
He's the
Navjot
Kiwi
Sidhu.
Navjot
I think they're a bit different, aren't they? But there is an element to that being true, I think.
And if you will meet
see what you're
Navjot
saying.
Sidhu in person in his early years, you could not even imagine that he would be like this. He was such a bully at the club. Would literally beat the hell out of people at that time. People
I
used
don't
to
know
be
if you
scared
can make
of him.
that phrase with Navjot with some of his history, Deepak, in case you've forgotten it. I don't think you'd use the phrase beat the hell out of someone with Navjot.
Yeah.
Let's just move on from that one quickly.
Yeah. Yes.
Why'd
Allegedly.
you even stay in there? Why'd you even state it, bro? Didn't you see me
147
holding my
for-
peace?
147 for 4 after 15.1 overs here on the Combox stream. And the stream is better
By
than
the-
the match, says Barrett. Barrett's having a great
Yeah.
time. Oh, this should have been a wide, this last one. He got an under edge through to the keeper. But Bartlett's back on. We're in the death now. Short, wide. Oh, is the ball going a bit soft? Because Shivam really didn't do much for that one.
Are we seeing yesterday's repeat? The day goes on, the ball will get more stickier to the surface. How it is
I mean, they've kept it pretty much at 10 runs and over all the way through, haven't they? It's actually been fascinating how much they've managed to not move the game forward.
I think he meant what happened last evening.
Yeah, but what I'm
when,
saying is, it's not that we've had a big drop in the runs
Yeah.
at the end. It's more or less similar. Punjab are still favourites, but the market has no idea who's going to win this game. It's almost 50-50.
Oh.
I think
very,
the last
very
three matches versus Punjab versus Chennai went the same way. We never know who is going to win. There were some individual brilliances from the last three matches. One,
I think Mullapur one, I felt that Punjab was pretty ahead. And they just CSK, like even though the margin was small, 18 runs, it looked like a close match. But I don't think so. It was that close.
Oh, and wide here. Safraz is that's bounced what 4 times through to the keeper. Maybe it is soft. You might be right, Shavan. I'm not sure because that really. Oh, we've lost Cheyenne.
yeah. By
Can't
the
the
way,
stream take 5
what you
people?
guess?
What?
Can't the stream take 5 people?
Take as many as
No,
we
no.
want.
Shayan just mentioned that he's popping out of for a couple of minutes. He'll be back.
Oh,
He mentioned in the comments.
I saw that. I see that.
He's doing the podcast later as well, so he'll be fine.
By the way, what you guys made out of Ayush Matre's innings?
Shot.
That was amazing shot. Sarfaraz is here to do all the talking with the
And
bat.
that is why he needs to be batting at the top of the order, guys. That is
Yeah.
why.
He might be batting too well down the order here, Robbie. He might be stuffing himself up by playing so well here. Shavan, we really
Yeah.
liked it. I think we said he was playing a lot of shots per ball. I think that's worth saying. But he got him away, and I wish Robbie didn't see it. It would be it's a shame, but I think early on he could have just hit straight down the ground, whereas he kept trying to hit over mid wicket and getting himself in a bit of a tangle at times. But I really liked it when he started to hit straight down the ground. He had a really nice off drive, and then he hit the 2 balls off Marcus Stoinis. Robbie, were you around when Marcus Stoinis was bowling?
No, I
Shot.
don't think so.
They brought him on.
No, I wasn't.
They brought Marcus Stoinis on, and we were like, well, this doesn't make sense because Matre will try and pull him here. And instead, Stoinis decided to bowl full and wide of off stump and got pumped back over his head twice for 6.
I think Stoinis did the same. Just
Yeah, he's talking about Stoinis, Daddy.
Yeah. I'm saying, well, he basically, do you know what he did? He turned Matre into Stoinis.
Well, if there's anyone who could turn Matre into Stoinis.
now, where is the shot going to get fired? Now, where is the shot going to get fired? That's what I was expecting.
Yeah, so last 2 overs, we're still looking at what? We had 3 wickets, so we had a bit of a decline, but then we had 15 runs and 11 runs in the last 2. So I don't think the ball's that soft.
Did Matre try tad too high? I mean, like he played little high risking shots against Chahal or something, or it's pure Chahal's deception with the bowling.
Not as many risks versus Chahal, I would think. More against pace. Yeah, I mean, the shot that he got out to, yeah, that one you can say he took a risk and come off.
He
Okay.
was knocking the ball around a little bit there, wasn't he? Rohit says, Crick Buzz report says, fuck up, potentially use ball tampering in the 2024 T20 World Cup when US was 91 for 1. Also, Karachi team saw fucker with the toffee.
Oh my
with the
God,
EFL.
guys, are you watching this? Am I seeing
This
another
rem-
feed? Are you guys not seeing this?
No, I am.
No.
I was reading the question.
We might be
Vishak-
late. It's like,
Vishak's gone with a wide Yorker. That is ridiculous. That's the shot
That's
that Sanju played in the World
amazing.
Cup, isn't it?
Exactly.
In the call.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my God,
exactly.
Sarfaraz Khan. That is
Sanju
just
played that in the
beautiful,
finals.
buddy.
Yeah, he played it in the final of Nisham, I think, in the 9th
No,
or 10th.
off Nisham.
Whoa.
Off Nisham. Yes.
Yeah.
This is all like
I
it's
would
got a
rate
top edge
this
over the
innings
keeper's
higher.
head now. An edge over the
Then-
keeper's head. Another boundary there. Yeah, so Rohit, I don't know about the Crick Buzz report, but Smet, who I think wrote that report, actually messaged me a couple of days ago. It's very common for fielders to tamper with the ball quite a lot. So, and generally, if you are caught once tampering with the ball, that means you have a long history of tampering with the ball. Bancroft is one of the few people who didn't, by the way, hilariously. But that was why he was so bad at tampering with the ball, because he wasn't an expert. in how to do
scapegoat,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Scapegoat.
Well, they couldn't use Warner anymore because the cameras were on Warner too much, is my guess. at that time. Shreya says, surprised that the IPL is going ahead with the launch phase finish overs thing from the World Cup. In my opinion, that was absolute nonsense. Another one, another scoop away. This is ridiculous,
Guy
batting.
is
He'll never be able to bat in the top order again now, Robbie. What are you clapping? He bat at 7 next
If they
game.
have any brains, if they have any brains, they should send him at number 4. If a spinner is not bowling. So today, it was absolutely justified for Shivam to come in at 4 because Yuzi was bowling and you wanted to take Yuzi out of the attack, so he gives you the best chance.
Yeah.
But this guy, man, the entire year has been batting like just pristine batting, right?
Do you remember when he batted like this when he first played for RCB?
Yeah,
Way back when he
in
was a kid.
2015.
No, so the thing is, no. So then back then he was one dimensional. He's hitting in front of the wicket now.
Yeah, no. But I'm talking about this over, playing all these dabs and everything was what he did that first year.
Because he's playing the
Correct,
field
correct.
right now.
Yeah. No, it's
He's not
brilliant
playing.
batting.
He's not playing. Yeah, he said now they've changed. I watch him play down the field.
Oh, all straight up in the air and get
Fucking hell,
caught.
man.
Should be caught. Rob Barron will be finally happy. Shreya says, surprised the IPL isn't going ahead with the launch phase. Finish over things from the World Cup. In my opinion, that was utter woke nonsense. Well, it wasn't woke. There was nothing woke about it. The phrase utter woke nonsense is utter woke nonsense, my friend. I think they were just trying to force it through. They wanted to brand cricket a little bit differently because, it's okay if you want to change the end from death. I get that you may not want to call it death, but why are you changing the middle to launch phase, right? It's just... I think it was just marketing people
It wasn't
getting a bit excited.
it wasn't the launch. It wasn't the middle overs.
Launch was the power
So the
play.
middle overs are considered 7 to
Yeah, but they
7 to
renamed those as
13.
well, didn't they?
14 to 16 was considered launch phase, and then 16
yeah.
to 20 was considered finish overs.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? They renamed it. They didn't really have to rename
They
it.
had 4 phases essentially.
Yeah, they did. Which that's the one thing I agreed with them on.
Yeah, but if you look at the overs, we would not agree with the splits there. Because the way we do it is like we do 1 to 6, 7 to 11, 12 to 16, and 17 to 20.
Yep.
That's the way we do it. But I think for them it was like 1 to 6, 7 to 14, and then a split of 3 and 3.
They I can tell you this, that when I first started doing analysis, I tried to convince all the other analysts that it should be 4 phases and not 3, and no one wanted to go ahead with it at the time. They were like, no, it's middle overs. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm just wrong. And now it's slowly creeping back in.
Yeah, it is.
Expected total, you're not going to be shocked, everyone, if you've been listening the whole time, is still 200. It's gone up to about 207. It's come down to about 188. It's been essentially almost the same all day. Good short ball here. First one.
I'm peeved with Sarfraz Khan right now.
You wanted him to hit down the ground. Just not like that?
Yeah, but no, I knew that he was going to hit down the ground, but the ball's got to be there, right?
Yeah, the ball was not there.
it just got big on him.
It was obvious he was going to bowl like hard lengths. And he's
You know
not
what
the
it-
tallest guy, so how are you going to get on top of that ball to hit down the ground? Like,
It actually reminds me
he's
of
got
a-
3 fours.
Yeah. When you try and hit a tennis ball straight down and like it just gets too big on you
Yeah.
and you end up just hitting it
Correct.
straight up. It
It's
looked
exactly
like
what it is.
that. Yeah.
I understand him trying to manipulate the field, but the ball needs to be there. That was predetermined, that shot. He's like, I'm just going to hit down the ground.
Okay, it's time for. Have they got a part-time off spinner they can bring in for the 2 lefties?
They don't have
Okay.
Maxi anymore. He could do that.
Maybe Shreyas
Last
Iyer
3
also.
overs
But
remaining.
Shreyas Iyer
So
bowls leg spinner, huh?
Yeah, Shreyas was leg spin, I think. I don't even remember his bowling. When has he bowled that I have seen? I can't remember.
I saw him bowling in South Africa, I guess.
So the
is it
2018.
individual prediction
So
score time?
2020.
Last 3 overs remaining.
Might be too
No, I'll say
late now.
203.
203. Okay.
Okay. Robbie, yours?
195.
Ooh.
195.
Robbie's so upset with Sarfraz dismissal that he just brought it down to 95.
No, not because of his dismissal. This is pure instinct. Because I know who's batting, he hasn't gotten any momentum today. So how is Dubey going to hit runs? They're bowling well to him. So got to read I'm just reading the game basically.
I'll go 194.
Okay. 19.
194.
Jarrod, Jarrod
Well, I
from
was going to go 195, and I can't. So
Okay, baby, you can go 194.
oh,
No
I wasn't
hopes on
asking your
Prashant.
permission.
we,
Wait, he might have got this one away
Oh,
though.
oh,
Nice.
oh,
Clean.
oh.
Deepak, yours and Shan. Shan has
can't
said 2
now
not 3,
because
I think.
I think it won't be justified now if I do it now.
Yeah, they
the
can't
only
do it.
hit
They, you had them.
Yes.
Yeah, they had to go straight away. But Cheyenne did his. He said
Yes.
203, didn't he?
3.
2 or 3,
Yeah.
yes.
Go, Deepak. It's fine. Like
I would have said
go to the end of
200,
the
not
over.
more than that, to be honest.
Okay, so tell 200 then. Pick a number.
That was a good
You're
shot.
talking like you have to solve an equation. You just have to pick a number.
His whole life is solving an equation.
Yeah, whole life.
Pick a number, darling.
He
200, I
did
said.
200.
200. Okay, I thought he said around 200. Short.
Oh, 200. I said I would have said 200 before that shot.
I'm
Deepak,
going
so
little
commit
left
to it,
field.
no?
Deepak, do you
And-
choose your own clothes in the morning? Oh, sorry, Shavan, you go.
Sorry. I'm going little left field. I'm still expecting them to score 210.
Ooh, I like it.
Okay.
Deepak,
210.
do you choose your own
Yeah.
clothes in the morning?
It's like all stacked up. Which one comes first, I would wear them.
Yeah, I thought so.
I don't
That's
put
a
in any.
lie.
Oh no, exactly the same. You can ask Swati for that.
Ask Swati to come online.
You know, like what happened? I remember I was sharing these friends of mine had come from Dubai, so we were supposed to go for breakfast with them on Tuesday, and I had just trained with my trainer and just went like that.
Short.
She kind of shouted at me and said, like, stop the car. Either we are going for shopping or we're going back home, but I'm not going to go for breakfast like this. So
What were you wearing?
pajamas, which were all gone, and
Wait, you were wearing pajamas outside the house?
yeah,
You were wearing clothes that you sleep in, but not in the house.
outside of house. I was going for the
Yes.
breakfast.
Robbie, is it too late to get a new
Bro.
founder?
So he's going to be the Mark Zuckerberg of our founding group.
So
I mean-
that's what Swati said to me. Like I said, I'm going to take this photograph. I'm going to send it to the group, and they'll be considering the fact that they have signed up with some wrong person. He said, "I'm not going to go out with you like this." And like the kids sitting at the back, they were also like, "Papa."
But you'd already slept in these pajamas.
I don't
You didn't
know.
put pajamas on to go out. These are pajamas you had worn. You had
I
rolled
was
in and
training in
sweated.
those. I was training in those pajamas.
So you did exercise in pajamas.
Yeah.
Gets worse.
Like,
Trousers.
Jared,
Trousers you call them.
Jared, it's a cultural thing. Now,
I was
pajamas
gonna
in Australia and England means very different to pajamas in India.
Okay,
Please
good.
kindly explain.
Okay, trousers you would say.
Well, everyone wears trousers.
Track pants.
Track
What
pants,
means is track
yeah.
pants.
Track
Ah,
pants. you
so
can
do you know what we call those
We
in
have to
Australia?
understand that. We also have to understand that Deepak's a teacher. So,
Yeah.
like, so that's why a little grain of salt, please.
Do you know what we call track pants in Australia?
What?
What's
Tracky
that?
dacks.
Track?
Tracky dacks.
What did it?
Robbie, you must have
Tracky
heard a player
dacks.
say that in a change room before. Tracky dacks.
Yeah, tracky
I
dacks.
would say it to my wife. By the way, that was one of the best reviews of all time. That was 9 foot outside leg stump, so I didn't bring it up.
Gyan,
I
we,
would
Gyan, we really hope Veer does well as well. You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's from which
Yeah.
part of the country, Shan?
He's
Prashant
UP,
V?
isn't he?
Is
Prashant?
he from UP or Rajasthan? I want to
I have
say
no idea,
it's
to be
one of
honest. I've
those.
not
I
been
feel
able
like
to
it's from
track his
UP. Yeah,
journey
yeah, yeah.
I don't
He's
think that
UP,
ball
UP.
was even going to hit the stumps, guys.
Yeah, he's from
Yeah,
Ameti.
he's from
Yeah,
UP.
so it's in Uttar Pradesh.
Ameti, UP. Yeah.
Karthik, I've still tracked. Prashant Veer, somehow I've not been able to track him yet.
Yeah, he's the Jadeja replacement for them in a sense.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
In terms of the roles.
I've heard things about him, but I haven't seen his game yet.
He didn't play in the first game, did he? He brought
yeah.
him for this
He
No,
one.
he didn't play the first game.
And I don't think so. He's fit to even bowl. He was fit to even. I don't think so he was fit to bowl in the previous match. I'm not sure
Ah,
about
okay.
today's match.
Oh, why isn't he fit to bowl?
Some hand injury or something.
Is that so?
I just realized that Deepak is sending you photos of Zahir Khan standing next to Ajitagaka in.
I was asking, like, how.
I mean,
tall
to be
is-
fair, they do look like
He
different
has to
species
prove his
there.
point.
No, not prove. I'm just kind of
Is
trying to
is there a full length photograph?
No, it's not full length. He could have his knees bent.
Yeah, so more than his knees bent, he could have
High heels
one
on?
person could be wearing shoes and the other isn't.
Yeah.
Short.
Have you seen all these? I don't know if they're popular in India, but they're called hoka shoes. HOKA. Is that
Hoka.
what they're
Yeah.
called?
Yeah. Hoka.
I've got this. Have you seen the soles on them?
Yeah.
The soles are like
Huge.
this thick, and every
Yeah.
time I see a guy wearing it, he's about 5'5", and I just think they're high heels for men, and no one wants to admit it.
No, Hoka shoes obviously are road running shoes, right? That's why they've got so much.
No,
push.
I'm not talking about the guys who are running with them. I'm talking about the guys who wear them around, like when they go out
Walking
for
with them,
dinner
yeah.
and stuff or whatever. I'm like, this guy just wants to get 2 or 3 inches. And I say this partly because I
Yeah.
bought a new pair of trainers recently, which I think they call the Space Hippies or something, the Nike ones. Look at the heels on these.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I feel 6'5" when I wear these. First time I wore them, I was like, why is the air weird up here? How have I got this high?
Oh, penalty already.
Yep.
This behind?
It has been a long innings, hasn't it? I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
we've been on a while.
It's for 9:15. 1 hour.
Yeah,
45
it's
minutes.
9:15.
Yeah.
I think only with one spinner being bowled.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
true.
meant to happen.
That's fair.
It doesn't feel
Yeah,
like
they
they've been
don't have
hustling
Harpreet
around the
Brady,
field either, does it? Like sometimes you
Yes.
see a team sort of hustling around, but
By the way, any standout spell for you guys till this 18th over?
Chahal.
yeah.
Chahal, his
Chahal
own spell,
perhaps,
man.
yeah.
And
Chahal was
Batlets
good.
that 1 over to Sanju Samson. I felt it's really good. It was really, really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
setup
think
was
there
really,
a
really
good.
movement
Ball
at that stage, wasn't there? Are they not going to bowl? They're not going to bowl Chahal out either.
This is what they
Or
do
is he
with
gonna
him.
pull the
All-
last?
last
How
year also they
insane
did the
that would
same.
be.
I mean, if Dubé
Last
gets
year
out,
also-
they will, won't they? But
Oh, they've subbed him out.
oh,
Chahal
they
is
already
subbed
subbed
out.
him. Oh, I don't see that on my scorecard.
Okay.
Shot.
Oh, what a shot that is! Oh,
Beautiful.
incredible timing over the offside here. Big boundary. No, you're right. Chahal's gone. So they've just decided, even if they get Dubé out, it doesn't matter. Fair enough.
I think the situation is so done. I think it doesn't matter. Chahal, they wouldn't be giving ball to Chahal, I think.
But
Looking
you
at
know,
the death
this
overs.
is where he changed the mask last time around.
Yeah.
He bowled the
yeah,
19th
exactly.
over on this ground and took a hat trick.
Yes,
CSK
yes.
last year.
Exactly.
So he did bowl in the death last year.
Hmm.
I think in that over he took like 4 wickets, I guess.
Going to get a 2 here and keep him on strike. And you know it had to be a very obvious 2 for Dubé to take it.
Jarrod, what Batlett is very good at? Like, is he a good hard length bowler or is like a really full? Looks like he's a hard length bowler. How would like?
His main skill is really that he could swing it a little bit and he could seam it a little bit, and it can go in both ways. He's not
Okay.
particularly fast,
Directions.
but he's quite strong. So he can do that. I don't think he's quite an IPL player, but I suppose this year with all the injuries, there's not much you can do. I think he's a step down. To be fair, in Australian cricket, they're really pushing him. But I don't have him in sort of my top tier, especially for white ball cricket at the moment. But they like him a lot at the moment. But yeah, he's kind of a little bit like a Matthew Potts, but a T20 version, if you know what I mean. He does a lot of little things good, but whether he has one key skill,
Shot.
So Matthew Potts had a good wobble ball also, right?
yeah. But Matthew Potts is not that fast, but is fast enough. He's not that accurate, but he's accurate enough. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like
Yeah.
Bartlett's like the T20 version of that, really.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I get why people will be excited by him, but he's a good athlete as well. He can hold the bat a little bit. Not a bad fielder. We saw that good catch the other night above his head.
Yeah.
That catch the other night, by the way, is just pure. That's just if you've been brought up playing Aussie rules football. Like we call that a mark in Aussie rules football when you go up with your hands like that. If you have a look at his legs, he even had his legs in Aussie rules position. Rudra says, if the IPL does move to a draft system, do you think we'll ever have a college basketball like setup in India?
Oh, good
Oh,
one.
this has hit him in the head, hasn't it? Good bouncer.
I think we already have, like with all those local leagues, you could say TNPL and stuff.
Yeah.
It's almost like that, you can say, because
Yeah.
a lot of people get picked from all these local leagues now.
Exactly.
The UP Premier League, Maharashtra Premier League.
That's
I
the
think
feeder
what
league.
I think what you probably get, I think because it's very different to basketball, I think you're probably more likely to have a system like baseball where you might end up with a minor league, right? So I think if you look at the Blast in Australia, that's a minor, in England, that's a minor league, right? And if you look at
Yes.
Australia had the Baby Bash, that's one. You don't quite have it with the, but the SMAT is kind of doing some of that, but you can't control what the players do in the SMAT. So if you can enter your own teams in the SMAT, and then get your players to play in the positions you want them to play in, I think that's more likely, I think, if I'm an OPL owner.
But like they did that with Ryan Parag, right? Like in 2024, they gave him a mandate to bat at 4 for Assam. And I think they went on to
He
win
had a great
the Assam.
season.
But that's if they
I think
do it. I can tell you all the teams around the world that have tried to do that. Australia kept telling the Melbourne Stars to move Marcus Stoinis down the order, and Melbourne Stars were like, no, we want to win games. That's the thing, right? Like, it's hard. And also, Robbie would know this, in a game, sometimes like you tell the selectors you're going to do something, and then a game situation comes up, you completely change your plans. That works, and then you go with that for the rest of the season anyway, right?
Yeah. And the thing
Oh,
is,
cute shot.
there's sometimes that there's some things click, right? And when those things click, then you just kind of stick to that because you get into the mindset of why fix something that's not broken.
Also, if you're a coach and you think a guy shouldn't be batting at number 4, right, and you need him to open, there's a lot of pressure on you to keep your job as well, right?
I think, totally agree. I think one facet of his batting which has improved in last year or so, if it's not express pace, he's still able to hit the pace at depth now. Dubey. We saw that in the World Cup also, right? What he did to Nisham in the finals, and also like in that quarterfinals.
Is that going to be a no ball, that last ball? Did anyone see? Did that land off
But
the pitch?
But I think that was after the wickets, right?
That's what
crossed
I'm
the wickets.
asking. I couldn't quite tell exactly where it landed.
I think it was fine.
It
was
doesn't
wide
look
for
like they're
sure.
reviewing it for a no ball. So you
Yeah, I
might be
think it's a
right.
wide.
It is a wide, I think. It looks like.
I mean, it's not a no ball. Yeah.
Yeah. It had crossed the stumps by then.
Robbie, by the way, you were so keen on this point of taking away the auction system to bring back the draft system and all. Is it purely because the respect point of view, or else it's also because of that the mindset or the pressure will change on a player, the way they performed for a team or for a franchise?
No, that'll definitely be a benefit because then you're looking at it from a talent perspective. The focus becomes more on the skills of a player and how valuable the skills are, and it won't be decided by and then player then
Microphone, Bubba.
Then it forces teams and franchises to be more skill driven in the sense where it's not like they're not skill driven even now, but it forces them to focus on what skill will this player fulfill, or what gap will this player of this skill fulfill in our team. And then so the whole dynamics is not like, oh, we have to save so much money for this player, so we have to save so much money for that player. That whole dynamic changes, right? The backup, so we have this gap in our team. This backup can cost X amount of money. The second backup can cost X amount of money. So it goes like that. And then suddenly that mentality changes. You have set prices for each bracket. Like Jarrod, if you can just take people down an example of what the draft looks like.
What a draft looks like. So depending on where you came
For players.
Yeah. But you're talking about how it actually works. So depending on where you came
the
last
picks,
year. Yeah. So if you were the 10th team, you would get the number 1 pick in the draft. And then the 9th team would get the number 2 pick, and it goes down. They then do lotteries and things like that. So what it means is it should, if done correctly, especially in a league like this, actually make it an even more balanced league where you shouldn't get a team who has a bad mega auction cycle who can't go anywhere for the next 3 or 4 years, right?
Yeah.
There's other problems with the draft because eventually it helps you to be bad. So you end up with teams playing bad on purpose, but there are actually ways of getting around that as well, which some leagues are trying to get to. But the basic principles, but also what it does is at the moment you can get paid a fortune just because you're a player who everyone wants at an auction, right? Whereas another player who's in season 6 or 7, who's already proved themselves as a professional player and is going to be playing for another 5 years, never gets that because they're not the right person at the right time. That doesn't make sense.
Correct.
It's much harder to be a professional player in a league like the IPL for 7 years than it is to be everyone thinks you're going to be a star, so they all give you a bunch of money. So it's not actually, it's not looking after the
Fair
senior
enough.
professionals who are doing well, right? And then on top of that, you're creating a situation where you're spending a lot of money on a player who hasn't yet played in the IPL, so you don't even know if they're going to be any good, right? Whereas what the draft does is it says you're spending a lot of draft capital on this player, but you're not spending a lot of money on them. And then if they work, you can keep them on a contract for a long time and build your franchise around them. Whereas at the moment, it's like you can have a great 2 or 3 years in the IPL, but still not live up to the price that you paid in the draft, in the auction, right? It doesn't make any sense.
Fair enough. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's
Now-
not quite there. They could also come up with a hybrid version of both, right? They could come up with their own version, but the auction doesn't quite work, I think, in looking after players who are already really good at cricket.
Now let's take 2 examples from KKR, right? Now, now that we know that Green is only batting 23 crores. Ajinkya Rahane, right? Today, Ajinkya Rahane is like, he's been in this system for so long, right? And has played the IPL for so long, right? But today hasn't optimized his game for cricket where it is today, especially against spinners. I'm not talking about fast bowlers, but particularly saying spinners, right? And so he finds himself wanting. Now, if he goes into the draft system, he'll come in the pecking order where he will be placed based on where his skills are today.
Okay.
The franchises
Okay.
will decide, okay, where his skills are today. And so they will like, okay, this is our draft pick number 6, 7, 5, 4, whatever it is, right? And that's how it makes it a little bit more democratic in nature, because then it becomes, even the league itself becomes more evenly poised, because the 10th pick, the 10th team gets the first pick, 9th team gets the second pick. So every pick is valued.
Yeah.
You know exactly who you're going for. You know exactly how much you're spending.
There's one other really important thing about a draft too, is that you can trade draft picks and you can't trade auction picks. And so that's why we have such bad trades, specifically in the IPL, is you end up with these one-sided trades that aren't really trades. Teams are just selling off players. And realistically, if there's only 10 teams in the competition, if you're doing a trade, you should be trying to weaken the opposition at the like. If you don't want this player anymore and he's a star and they want him, it's like, that's fine, but we're going to weaken your younger players, or we're going to weaken your backup bowling depth, or we're going to weaken, your overseas pool, or whatever that may be. But it's actually very hard to do without draft picks being involved. Once you bring draft picks in, so someone asked us yesterday, how much would you trade Jasprit Bumrah for, right? At the moment, there's no way you could make a trade for Jasprit Bumrah with the way that the IPL currently works. If you bring in draft picks, it might be that you are willing to trade, I don't know, Suryavanshi and 5 number 1
Jaiswal.
picks, right? Or Jaiswal and 4 number 1 picks, right? So it makes it more flexible again for the teams to get out of trouble when they're in trouble, right?
Yeah.
As I said, there's issues
Yes.
with the draft system as well that needs to be fixed, especially around. We don't want the last couple of games of the year to be like teams actively trying to lose. But if we do see things like that, then we can have a look at it, right? And there are other ways of doing it. You can have a lottery at the end. You can also say that you have to win a minimum amount of games. So that's one that they're looking at bringing in the NBA, because there are teams who are looking like winning. They're going to win 12 out of 82 games. It's like, no. You have to win 20 games to qualify for the first pick, right? You have to at least show you were trying to win basketball games during the year. And the other thing they can do is you can actually lock the draft odds, right? Maybe 70% of the way through the year. So before there's any chance for a team to start to dive off at the end and lose all the games on purpose. But there's strengths and weaknesses with both. But the other thing is that I don't think, if I've been playing in the IPL for 10 years and I have helped build the wealth of a franchise or multiple franchises and the league, I shouldn't then be put up on the auction block in front of people and bid on. I can now pick where I want to go, and I can sign my contracts with the owners and the teams I want to
Exactly.
play with for the role
Makes
that I
sense.
want to do. I've proved myself in this league, right?
Yes.
And from an entertainment point of view, you can have 2 drafts. You have one draft for players over the age of 22, right? And those are players who have played before, maybe even played for a little bit of IPL cricket. You have that as your soft draft. And then you have your one for players under 22, and that's your next big stars, right? And then everyone's looking ahead. So, and then you're talking about free agency all the way through. I just think there's better ways of doing it.
Thanks a lot for this detailed
No, it's a great
information,
question.
gentlemen.
Me and Robbie,
Actually,
me and Robbie are very passionate about this.
Yeah.
No, when I heard Robbie's monologue, I was like very keen on like whenever I get a chance to talk to him, I'll ask to him like absolutely. Is it purely because at that point of time it just felt like it's purely because there must be a respect to a sports person who has gone through so much of
There
hardships
must
and
be,
all.
right?
Yeah, there must be
Yes.
absolutely.
But there must be, right? At the very base of it, like I'm telling you, once AI takes over the world, the only celebrities in the world will be athletes. Because
I love that
that's the
segment.
only thing that you won't be able to
Yes.
predict, right?
Exactly. That's an amazing.
They'll
that
be the
kept
only
me
ones
up.
who are celebrated as human beings because you
Yes.
can't predict
100%.
a cricket match or you can't predict a sport, right? Who will win it?
I
Anything can
loved
happen,
that
right?
perspective. I was thinking about it whole night. Yes.
This is a great
No.
little finish here, by the way.
So
They're doing really well
now,
here.
I think
Wha-
Shravan has kind of won with his predictions.
I'm
Goes
just
to
expecting him
200
to go for a 6. I had a lot more belief on Dubey, to be honest, after watching him post World Cup. I was a little surprised that Robbie didn't go for a big score because I know he has a little bit of soft spot for CSK always. So I was expecting him to go for a bigger score. Then, oh my God, exact 210 is the target, isn't it? But I
Nailed
picked
it.
210 as in runs. Yeah.
Yeah, you're one run off. You're right.
You won, you
Robbie
won.
has a lot of soft spots, but we'll be back to look at more of Robbie's soft spots after this break. We'll play a podcast in the middle. All of us will go off and do our bits, and then we will be back for the second
I'm
innings
going to
here
do
on
some shisha,
Combox.
come back.
Remember, combox.tv, and you can join our wait list for all the fancy things. You know, you imagine Cheyenne, but he's dancing for you in your lounge room. That's the sort of thing we're going to promise on Combox. We'll see you in a minute. No, we won't see you. I feel like we'll see you. Can we play?
Yes, we will.
Hello and welcome everyone to Combox. You have Cheyenne here with me. I'm your host Cheyenne and I have Varun here with me and Ashwin from Cricket by JB. And today we'll be combining to make the all-time 12 for Chennai Super Kings, the joint most successful franchise in the Indian Premier League. And so we have one CSK fan here and another person who is Varun and another person who is completely denying all allegations of being a CSK fan. So what are your first thoughts, guys, on this team, on CSK in general?
Well,
Yeah,
for
it used to be a very
starters,
good team before they started doing nonsense. Yes.
that is very true. Even when I was going through, or I was trying to make my playing 11 and then plus one, I had a very interesting. I first wanted to pick someone who would be out of the blue, but then I thought I'll do what I have to do, and then I think my thoughts on my playing 11 personally, before we get into things, I think it's quite weird. I think statistically it might be up there, but just looking at the balance of the squad, I don't know how I feel about the squad. But yeah, those were my first thoughts.
What about
Promising
you,
signs.
Varun?
Yeah, I actually like the CSK team I made, assuming we
Yeah,
have similar concepts in mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know why
I
you're concerned
like
about
my
the balance.
CSK
I
team
feel
too.
like the balance is great, assuming
exactly.
you
I
pick the
don't
right
think I'm
team.
worried about balance. Yeah, I'm not worried about the balance so much. I think the bigger issue is probably which players do we pick in certain roles more than actually the balance. And it's a good team. Like it's a mix of old and new, I would say. The fact that CSK have had different generations where they've been successful, I
That
think
is
that
true.
plays a part in that.
Yeah, also like regardless of which generation we go for, one generation will be very upset of the fans. So,
There's
yeah.
basically three generations, right? Like the middle one and the early one and the later one, obviously. And there is overlap as well in all of those.
No, there's like two major fan groups, right? You have the fans that love them before the ban, essentially, and then you have the fans who love the Dad's Army CSK. So it depends on which one you like more.
That is very, very
Yeah, I
true.
suppose
Yes.
so. Yeah, so I think so today Ashwin has the first pick and then it's myself and Varun goes third. So you can take it away, Ashwin. Go with your first pick.
All right, so my first pick was a bit of a. I was confused by it, but then I've settled on him. I think he would have been my first pick regardless. Now, from now on, if I have to make a CSK all-time 11, he would be my first pick. He's the sixth highest run scorer as an opener for Chennai Super Kings, and that's Matthew Hayden. He is my first pick. I think he's done a lot of things right for me in terms of numbers to be part of the all-time playing 11 for CSK. Yeah, he is. I mean, I can get into the numbers, but let's stick to his name to begin with. But yes, he's my first pick.
I had him too.
How do you feel about that? Yeah, I had him too,
I had
actually,
him.
I had him in the team, although like I was looking at other options as well, the other opening options. Essentially, I wanted to go with one overseas opener, but I did not expect Matthew Hayden to be the first pick in an all-time CSK.
I was not
If
expecting him
CSK
to go
will-
first at all.
Yeah, are you going in the order of the batting lineup?
Yeah, I'm going in the order of the batting lineup. Let's just put
Okay,
that
that
like
makes
an
more
FYI.
sense.
Let's
Okay.
just put that straight. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Makes sense. Shayan, you?
All right, then I think then it's up to me to go with one of the two big guns from CSK. Actually, before that, we can talk about Hayden's true numbers as well, since I was also going through it, and he was the opener that impressed me the most. So
Yes.
his true average is 16 and a true strike rate of 25.
Yes.
Impact per innings of 5.9, which is like absolutely insane for the era that he was
Yeah, I
playing in,
think
especially.
when
Like,
we
he
did
was-
the Sehwag video last year, he was
Exactly.
the name that kept popping up as well on that. And he was very old when he played the IPL, so we don't even see the best of him.
And yeah, so I was actually reading this piece on the Indian Express, I think it was by Devendra Pandey, and he wrote about Pradeep Sangwan, right? And Pradeep Sangwan was talking about his experience of bowling to Matthew Hayden, because he would walk down the crease and like he had that aura, dude, and he would play
Yes.
with that mongoose bat. I think
Mo-
bowlers
oh,
would be
I was
really
just-
scared of him.
Yes, before the Mongoose bat got banned, of course. But even like when you look at the CSK openers, even now, like he's the sixth highest run getter, but he also has the highest strike rate in the top six batters. Like even now, and I think that is insane for the time period that he
Yeah,
batted
that
in,
is-
and the fact that he was old. He was in the far end of his career, like Pratap would say.
For
But
some
yeah,
reason,
Mhm.
I feel like the Aussie players crack T20 better than the Indian ones, the older ones, that is. Like if you look at Gilchrist,
Yeah,
you look at
because
Simons
if
as
you-
well. Simons drops
Yeah, like
off,
Hayden,
but
for
even he has-
example, was not actually very attacking in ODI cricket, right? He's only slightly
Exactly.
above par. And even in Test cricket, he's
exactly.
extremely attacking in the IPL for some reason. I don't know where
Yeah.
the logic is. At least with Gilly, he's an outlier in all formats, isn't he? So I can understand
True.
it logically. Like Hayden just completely catches
Yeah.
me off guard.
yeah.
Definitely agree.
And in the time
Alright
period
then,
that he
so-
did open for the Chennai Super Kings, he was the second highest run getter as an opener, but he was the only batter to have an average of more than 30 and a strike rate of 130. When I was going through his numbers, I was in awe of him. I feel like I would just pick him as an opener in every CSK all-time
I
11.
think that's fair. And he has won trophies as well, right? Like he was part of
Yes.
the 2010 IPL winning team. So you cannot even use the trophy argument against him, can you?
And he was the orange cap in 2009.
Yes.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I didn't remember that. But that's a cool fact as well. All right.
Yeah,
then.
plays a
So, yeah,
great
32
knock in
matches.
the 2009 semi-final too before Dhoni stinks it up that
Yes.
game. But yes,
2009 they lose, right? Oh yeah, actually I think the season where CSK don't win the title is when he doesn't have a. When CSK win the title is when he doesn't have a.
He
great
does.
season.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
He's
didn't
only
have a
got
great
346
2008.
runs.
He didn't have a great 2010. But yeah,
No,
2009.
2008 he doesn't play much only, bro. He's only
Yeah,
played four
some
innings
4-5
and
matches.
he's
Correct. Yeah.
yeah, 189 runs, 4 innings, 63 average, 144 strike rate. I'll take that. And he actually his best IPL was the one that was in South Africa, right, where he makes 572 runs, strike rate of 145. Like
Yep.
that is honestly crazy in just 12 innings, right? And then the one in India, the title that they win, he doesn't have a great tournament. He averages 22 strike rate of 124. So I think that is there. He does get a 93 or 43 even in that season against Delhi. So I think that kind of helps his numbers to get to where they are. But I think that is enough on Matthew Hayden. We can move on to one of the Indian star players for CSK. And I think I will go with the man who you associate with Chennai Super Kings the most. It is Mahendra Singh Dhoni. The man, the myth, the legend. You cannot look past him. I mean, there are people who have their, they debate about whether MS Dhoni, how great MS Dhoni is as a batter in the IPL. But let's just say, even if you don't rate him as highly as a batter, you cannot look beyond the keeping and the captaincy and just the cricketing smarts that he brings to the table, right? I know Varun is probably going to disagree with me based on how he has gone into this rabbit hole of early 2010s India and how they didn't utilize Yusuf Pathan and all of that, but purely sticking to CSK and in the IPL.
Yeah, like I love
he
him.
has
I like
made
him for
things work.
CSK.
Exactly. He has
Yeah.
made things work like anything. He's won with old guys, he's won with new guys, he's done everything that you
Yes.
expect
Yeah.
from him. Like, how many captains in the world would you imagine are going to win an IPL title with Shardul Thakur and Deepak Chahar? Like, you have to give it to the guy at some point, right? And
Forget
he just
that. He
keeps
won a
doing it.
title with Tushar Deshpande as the thing that
Yeah,
winning
I
wickets.
was
Yeah,
just
in
gonna say
2023,
that, yeah.
exactly.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So he has a knack
Yeah.
of making things work over and over again. But now I think at this point, the other issue that has probably come up is that they are too reliant on MS Dhoni in the sense that they sort of also need to start moving on and looking at the future and probably, start making another person the face of the franchise, whether it's Ruturaj Gaikwad or Sanju Samson, or at least, give Sanju Samson the gloves for some time in this season, I think, because you don't want to be in a situation where, such an old, like Dhoni is quite old now, right? I honestly don't even know his age right now, but you don't want him to be keeping that much when Sanju Samson can do that and has done that pretty well for both India and Rajasthan Royals. So I feel like that is there, but for me, the best of Dhoni is still 2018 to 2019, dude. Like that Dhoni, I think instilled fear in me as an RCB fan. That was probably like, I used to be so scared of him, and he won that game in 2018 out of nowhere. In 2019, he almost won the game out of nowhere, which actually Varun picked as the best innings ever in the IPL, according to him in the Crick Picks, because that's his favorite innings ever. Which I can
That's my
see the
favorite.
logic behind that,
Yeah.
And there are early IPL seasons as well. There's that
Yeah, I
2013 season,
disagree
I
with you a
believe.
bit. I don't think it's the best version of him, but it's my favorite
I think
version
it's
of
the
Dhoni.
scariest
because he
version
comes
that
back,
I've
right?
seen.
Yeah.
That I have seen at least. Because I don't remember
fair,
early
right?
Dhoni as much, right?
Yeah, I remember early Dhoni. Early, like 2013
No, I
was,
do.
I remember well, right? Yeah.
Oh,
That was
fair.
terrible. That was very good. He was very good in
Yeah,
that.
2013
season.
Dhoni was also like a gun,
Yeah.
absolutely. And even 2012, right, when I sent you the
Yeah.
ball by ball of that eliminator innings,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
I don't know how
Love
his
that
season
innings,
was,
yes.
but the eliminator, dude, he was just insane. I mean, 51 of 20, just like that was a helicopter shot-esque innings in general. So,
Yes.
like, just crazy stuff from him. And winning so much, winning 5 titles, I mean, just I think you cannot look past him. And I know we can make the case that the guy that Varun is now going to pick is a better batter for CSK, purely as a batter, especially in terms of peaks. I think you can definitely make that claim. But yeah, I'm happy with Dhoni as my pick.
Yeah, I'll actually
Yeah, I
leave
think
that
Dhoni-
batter to you because I kind of want to get the overseas done with.
Okay, okay.
Sorry, you were
Let's
saying,
go.
Ashwin.
No, I was saying, I mean, Dhoni as the first pick makes sense if it's not according to the batting order. He was my number 5 batter, just putting it out there. But you're right when you
Yeah,
say that
roughly.
CSK do need to find a new face when it comes to like the franchise itself. Because even last year, there was so many instances where he was walking around with heat pads or cold packs around his knee. For someone who doesn't play a lot of cricket, just to play in the IPL and to suffer so much, I mean, it just says that it's about time until like just give it up. Like it's okay.
Like I know retirement is the personal thing and all of that, but honestly, I felt 2023 couldn't have been more perfect,
yes,
right?
exactly.
Dude,
yeah.
that was the season to just
Yep.
call it a day. You've won 5 titles, but I see that there are 2 logics against that. I think the first one is obviously the fact that he wants to win at Chepauk, and I think plays last game at Chepauk. I think that is the line of reasoning. Correct me if I'm wrong. And the other one is I think they probably want to win more than Mumbai Indians by the time he's done. Like those are the only 2 possible reasons that I can see. And obviously CSK as a brand could just want to milk the star power of Dhoni, right? That nobody wants to miss out on that.
But now I feel like with Sanju Samson in the mix, I feel like they could
Yeah.
just try.
They should start the transition this season, according to
Yep.
me. I was talking the same to Deepak and Shravan Bhai when we were doing the Hindi live. We all were all of the same opinion, pretty much.
Right. Varun, who's your first pick?
Go for it, Warren.
So I'll actually go for Albie Morkel and Dougie Bollinger as my first 2 picks.
Whoa! Let's go.
Yes.
Damn.
I had Morkel too. Yes.
I had
Yeah, I think-
Morkel.
I think all of
didn't
us
have
would have,
Bollinger
yeah.
in the mix, but I had Morkel, yeah.
His numbers are absolutely incredible, by the way. Bollinger's.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I have to pick him for old CSK reasons. I think as someone that loves the 2010, 2011 seasons, I think Dougie Bollinger was so incredible. I think MS uses him 2 at the top, 2 at the death. His death overs record is I think actually incredible if you look at it, right? His true economy at the death is like
Yeah.
+2 or something, isn't it? Like
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
even not like
Yeah.
normal numbers, it's like 7, which is crazy for any era, I would say. I do think he's a bit forgotten in history, but I think he deserves it. Also, if you look at Albi, I think Albi is such a gun all rounder for CSK. But what
Yes,
surprised
yeah.
me the most in my rabbit hole is he's a lot better versus spin than he is versus pace.
Exactly.
So my suggestion is, I think we move MS to 6 and move Albi to 5, so we can use the spin bashing more.
Exactly.
Fair
Same,
enough.
same.
I mean,
I had the
for me,
same
Albi
lineup.
Mocker was at 7, but yeah, I would take that. That makes sense.
Yeah. Doug Bollinger had a true economy of 2.07 and true wickets of 0.52 at the death. So that is just like crazy work from him. Pathirana is the other one. Pathirana also has he has more wickets actually.
Do
He
you
also has a
remember
true economy of
Bollinger's
2.
first game?
Which
Do you know what
season is
Dougie
it?
Bollinger's first game is? It's the 246 game.
Oh, okay. Okay, really?
I think it's like 2 for 16 or 2 for 19 or something in that game. It's crazy.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
dude, wow.
And he gets
that is
Yusuf and
insane.
Watson out.
Cricket has never finished at the close of play. It lives in the arguments, the memories, the comment sections. Cricket makes you talk. Combox is entering that chat. Hello, hello. It's Jarrod, Shine, and Shavan all back for the game. Robbie will be around. Deepak maybe.
Welcome
as
back,
well.
guys. Welcome
I
back to the
believe,
second innings.
I believe we've shelved Rob Barron. He'll be back. He's doing the podcast with you, Cheyenne, afterwards, isn't he? Awesome. Plenty of moaning about drop catches to come in that segment. Then let's try and put them all together.
Yeah.
Khalil Ahmed will be taking the new ball. IPL
Yeah.
economy of 8.9. I suppose most of that is just him getting whacked at the death.
Also, the league getting
Oh.
quicker, right? You can look
That's
at his
his
true stats.
Started with a wide down the leg side there.
Is that at any lifetime we can match your feed, Jared?
One day. Yeah, just having a look if there's any swing on that first ball.
Ah,
Yeah, it seems.
Doesn't it sounded like there's something touched there, isn't it? There was a
Like-
little bit of nick or sound, set off like it might touch his thigh pad or something. I just felt
if
like.
there was, they should have reviewed it.
Hmm.
They haven't. Anyway, boundary off the next ball. So we've had a wide and a boundary. Exactly how you want to start your day here from Khalil Ahmed.
Jared, so I looked up Khalil's true stats. He's at minus 0.32 on true economy. So I think that is what you would expect, roughly. He's plus 1 wickets, 0.13. So like, you expect that combination from him.
Yeah, he's certainly swinging the ball here, as I said, wide.
Yeah.
Next one is swung back nicely, but unfortunately, beautiful shot by Priyansh,
Yeah.
really.
Quite the
Punching that back down the ground for 4.
Yeah.
And
Best
he's
shot to
hammered
play.
this over deep mid wicket. Well, this is now a start. This is now officially a problem for CSK. They have gone for 11 runs in 2 legal deliveries, which is hard to do mathematically, everyone.
True. I was just
5.5 runs a
expecting
ball.
this.
Not that fast either. I mean, that was 130.9. So
Man,
not
this is so
quick enough to
sweetly
rush him.
timed.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
CSK,
By the way,
just to remind everyone,
what-
CSK started very, very slow. This one's down the leg side, but they should just get a 1 for that one. Sorry, Siobhan, go.
Yeah, while driving back from office, I was just thinking through, like, let's say if CSK would have posted 200, 210 odd, but I was still thinking, who is the one who is going to bring them out of the woods? Like, who is the one who is going to save them? I had
Exactly.
zero answers for that. I was just
That's
thinking,
what you were
going through the lineup again and again. It's like, am I missing someone who is a critical cog in the wheel? I'm just meeting, but then it's like, no, I ain't missing anyone. It just gives me that, wow.
Their death
They're
bowling is the main issue,
Yeah.
right? There is nobody to do that job reliably, I would say.
They just
even
put a
for
lot of
the-
pressure on well now, especially with Khalil bowling poorly. They put a lot of pressure on Matt
On
Henry
Henry.
and Noor Ahmed
Yeah.
to be great, right?
Exactly.
Like one of them has
Jared-
from here. One of them almost has to take 3 wickets.
Yeah. To slow it down a bit. Also,
basically
Jared
you're
Henry
saying-
doesn't take the new ball today, the brand new ball. So today they've given it to Khalil. If you remember the RR game, it was the other way around, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
They gave
actually.
Henry bowled the first over and he got a catch drop for Suryavanshi in that last
True.
game.
It's a weird one because I think Henry loves the brand new ball, but if you've got a
Yeah,
swing bowler with
exactly.
him, it kind of makes more sense to give it to the swing bowler. So,
Right.
but is Matt Henry the best new ball bowler in the world? But Khalil's finally bowled a beautiful one here. I mean, maybe not the best, but he's right up there, right?
Right up
And,
there for sure.
you
Yeah.
know, so yeah, look, it's a fascinating combination.
That was a
This is
good
the problem
ball.
a lot of teams have, though. Everyone wants new ball bowling, but if everyone needs the actual brand new ball, you can't actually fit them all in.
Beach of a delivery, isn't it?
Yeah, good one. That
I
one.
believe we have Akshay as well, who's in the chat.
Is it? Hey,
Yeah.
Akshay Kumaraswamy is here.
I'll bring him in, I think. Can I bring him in? I can bring him in.
Yeah.
I can't get rid of the
Perfect.
weird lines on the
Hey.
middle of the screen. I don't know where Big Nesh is. He might need to work that one out.
Perfect,
There we
yeah.
go. There we go. Welcome, man.
Thank you. You guys can hear me?
Yeah, you did
Yeah.
say you were going to be wearing a KKR shirt, though.
Exactly. I mean, I guess that's a sign of IPL having truly begun, because I realized later, wait, why should I be searching for a KKR jersey? The game happened yesterday. So yeah, thankfully I realized just in time that no, I shouldn't be wearing one.
So Khalil now has bowled another big wide here.
Yeah.
This would have been fielded by second slip. This was Stephen
This is
Harmison in the Ashes wide. This one, it did swing, to be fair.
This is exactly why I feel like Khalil is, you cannot rely on him, saying that he will have his own days of performing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Even last
that's very
season,
tough
right?
for
He
any team.
Takes
Yeah.
a lot of
I
wickets
can
at
tell
the
you,
start, and then
he's just bowled another wide as well. If you all want to know, this was a bad call. I think. I don't think this is a wide, but
Hey, that's
I
not a
don't know
wide.
what this-
That's
No, doesn't
definitely
look
not
like-
a wide.
Doesn't look like one.
did they review it? I don't think they reviewed it.
oh, they didn't
Yeah.
review it. That was not a wide. That was not a
They're
wide.
not,
Yeah.
I mean, the funny part is they're not even having a chat. It's like they've already accepted the decision. Yeah, this was a wide. Very strange.
I think they
Yeah,
just don't want
exactly.
to take a chance for the wide, and that too early in the innings.
So we've had legitimate wides off the pitch. We've had wides down the leg side, and we've also had 2 or 3 Jaffas, and we've had a 4 and a 6. It was quite the first over there. They've ended up with 14 off it. I don't even think CSK scored 14 off the first 2 overs. I think they were number 13 after 2.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for good signs and you're Punjab, there are signs aplenty out there. But at the moment, CSK is massive favourites, looking at decent favourites, I should say, looking at the market. So interesting there. They've got CSK to 60% chance of winning. So that will be
Ooh.
very different if Matt Henry gets humped in this over. would be
That's
my guess.
surprising, to be honest. That's really surprising. I wouldn't have still given CSK 60%. 55,
No,
45
I
is still...
thought after that over, Punjab might have been favourites anyway, right? Like
Exactly.
To be honest, I had Punjab favourites even walking into the second innings, but yeah, I guess
Oh,
that's
this
the
is an
Punjab
edge
jersey
off
in
Matt
me.
Henry, and it flies away for 4. Length ball outside of stump, just flashes his bat at it. Runs are plenty, everyone, but at least that was an edge.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Now, where is the wicket coming from for them? I don't see any.
Has to be this over, right? Like, or this opening
Has to
spell, I
be.
mean, at least from Henry.
Yeah.
You need that.
Has to be.
Yeah.
And
And the
then,
thing with these
I
two,
did-
is they score so fast, so even if they get out after, say, 3 or 4 overs, they would have done a lot of
doesn't-
damage by then.
yeah. That's not the case again with the CSK.
Well, big hit here off Henry, and that is 6. So 4 and 6 to start Henry's over. It was a pull shot this time. Wasn't a terrible delivery, which is back of a length just outside of stump by the look of it, and it's just been helped away. And this is absolutely brutal.
High
Apart
intent
from
to Yash.
CSK, I couldn't see any other team on power play losing only 1 wicket and you would be scoring less than 10. That was
That's an
that
interesting
was
point, yeah.
baffling for me.
And that is
like
after
57
Matre
from-
played the way he did. Like, he was just
Exactly.
going nuts.
Exactly. I could put in one more team, but I don't know how much of KKR fans would be hating me for saying this. But if the opposition has figured out to ball
Whole spin to Rahane.
spin to Rahane one end, keep him calm, then
Another 4.
That's
Another 4. This one driven on the up, in the air, but safe enough pass mid off. So that is 4-6-4 in this over. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Sorry, everyone. And you're going to be shocked to know that Punjab are now favourites, by the way. I don't see any seam movement from Matt Henry there. That just went dead straight, and he's just hit through the line. Has Priyansh, beautiful shot.
Man, this was a class shot.
Also, is it
complaints
just
about
me,
that.
or is all of our teams well behind Jarrod's? All right. Oh, good.
You
good
can
to
never
know
match
we're all in
Jarrod's,
the
okay?
same boat.
That I got to know in a very hard way in the first match itself.
I
It's
am
like,
seeing into the future.
I was still watching
You-
the replays of the previous ball when you were
Yeah.
sort of
You
talking
will
I was
get
about
used
to
to
say
that.
this.
Yeah.
Don't worry
All
about
right.
that.
It's all right. We all
So
get
we
to
can
react
react
to it when we do.
afterwards.
Yeah.
No, but about Matt Henry, this is something I was thinking about even yesterday, while watching David Payne bowl and get plastered absolutely by Finn Allen. I feel, just like the dodo bird, bowlers who bowl 125, 130, Matt Henry right now is clocking 129, 130, at least each of the 3-4 deliveries he's bowled so far. I think bowlers of that sort are practically sort of getting obsolete. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way they will be able to sort of, get over batters irrespective of how skillful they are. Like 10 years ago, you could think of, the likes of Rajat Bhatia, Harpreet Singh, there was someone like an Akshat Reddy, all of these dibbly-dobbly 115, 120 kph bowlers who would still sort of, either make the ball do something or have enough variations to get over batters. Now, these guys, with the kind of backlifts they come up with, the kind of reflexes they have, I just wonder, like, there's no place for such pacers anymore.
See, I think it's a bit of a harsh take because Henry has been one of the best new ball bowlers in the world. Also, like I agree to your point, but only if it's not seaming or swinging, right? Like if there's
Specifically
nothing in the
IPL. I was
wicket,
talking about specifically IPL because there are too many highways over here. So just sticking to IPL for this. Yeah.
CSK learning this hard way.
Yeah. This has been a brutal start. Look, I think with Matt Henry, look, we saw him even in the IPL when the ball was moving around, he was fine. If he gets the ball early on and it does something, he's still going to take early wickets. So I think you've got to take that. There aren't that many bowlers in the world who have his skill. The problem is, as we said before, he now doesn't have the new ball. He's now got the slightly older ball.
Yeah.
And they're flying. They are 34 without loss after 2 overs here. So an incredible start, really, at this point. And they've gone from massive outsiders to favourites, and pretty strong favourites in the case in 2 overs. So they had a 35% chance of winning at the start of this innings, and they now have a 60% chance.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Here's
Also-
the first umpire. First umpire's with us.
So it's like Jarrod squeezed among all these desis, huh?
Hey, that's my whole life.
Yeah.
That's what you get when you are like you're covering a sports
Watch it.
like cricket, huh?
Watch it is saying Jarrod got that Geo Plus Ultra Max subscription.
But just one last thing to add about Matt Henry as well. I do agree. Of course, I'm not going to say that he's not skilled or anything. But we spoke about, like Deepak and I, we were speaking about how Priyansh Arya does tend to struggle against hard lengths. If you're going to bowl that at 125, 130, I don't know if he'll find, like, he just pulled him off the front foot because he has enough time. So it just comes down to that, like the reflexes, and of course it is definitely down to the surfaces, impact player, and all of those things. But yeah, batters have evolved, and I think we're clearly seeing that with the new gen of batters. The likes of Vaibhav Suryavanshi and Priyansh Arya, just the backlift, even Ayush Matre for that matter. It really makes me wonder because the moment I see such pacers, even Marcus Stoinis in the first innings to Ayush Matre, are like 20 runs, just 20 runs. Anything less than that, and CSK should be shooting themselves in the foot.
Chocolate. I think this can be a good matchup because Khalil can be pacey and he can extract some bounce also, something you need.
Oh, look at this. We've got a full house.
So another desi.
Hello, Akshay. We haven't met.
Yep. We've actually met a couple of times in very different settings, but of course I wouldn't expect you to remember me. So,
Jeez.
but yeah, it
God,
was
Robbie,
great
you're
to
so
meet you.
rude.
Nah,
Sorry.
not at all.
With a population
this-
of 150 crores, you cannot
So,
be.
I didn't know we were spelling.
so this is what you do
so
to all these famous people also, no? Whenever we have these investor calls and stuff, I'll be like, we haven't met. Then the guy would remind him like, you met me there and there. Oh,
Nonsense.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, no,
happens
I'm
almost
on
every
Deepak's
time.
side for this. You've done that before a few times. To be fair, though, I did it the other day, so it's very fair where I was like, with this guy, I was like, oh, no, Jarrod, yeah, because I'm this guy. And I was like, yeah, of course you are. No idea.
No,
I'm
but
actually
speaking of
terrible with names. I'm actually good with faces, but
Yes.
I don't know.
no, but
good
speaking of
with neither.
faces and matches, I'll have to say the first time I saw Robbie in the stadium live, I don't think this is a game even Robbie would remember. Like this is the Eurasia Cup 2005 in Abu Dhabi. I don't know if you remember playing a tournament. You opened with Shikhar Dhawan, all these A stars,
man.
A
It
players
was
and everything.
hot.
Yeah, we drove
It
all the
was
way to Abu Dhabi, free
so
passes. Yeah, wild game. We went there only because we knew that there was this Karnataka playing for India A or whatever the team was called, and we're like, we have to be there. We have to support the dude. You were right in front of us at long on first ball. We still remember, like that was my first actual cricketing memory. I was telling my dad about this just now, and he actually brought that back to me. So it was interesting. Funny how that works.
So how old are you, Akshay?
I am 28. I don't know if that makes me ancient or very young. I feel I'm on the
Very
other
young
side of
in
the
this
line.
group.
Yeah.
Very young.
For sure.
Don't
I
go
was-
by the way Deepak looks. He's not far from how old you are.
I just finished my
I'll
workout
be
a
turning
while
40
back.
next week, bro.
No, but I just finished my workout a while back. I was ancient there. To all 16, 17-year-olds, they're like, who's this uncle? So I'll have to say that.
Don't worry, Deepak was born an
No, that
uncle.
means you
That's
have an
another 6
amazing
there.
memory because actually
Another
there must be
boundary.
7-year-old kid back then when you
Like,
saw
how
Robbie
can we
for the
share
first time.
Deepak's thirst trap picture, guys? Come on. Like, Jarrod, can you pull that picture out from our chat? Please, from our
Shot.
founder chats.
That's
Shot.
weird.
You must be having it
Man,
somewhere.
oh man.
Ah, man.
That's some
Jeez.
shot.
The thirst trap, so good that Robbie had to leave the stream.
Robbie's going to find a thirst trap, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Come here, Ramil, don't worry.
I thought he really liked those pictures. Okay.
It's like, it is a proper thirst trap.
I don't know what do I make of the fact that now I'm really curious to know what this image is, but all right.
And he's actually sent this to us
Multiple times.
on the group. Just
We
multiple
were,
times.
we
Random.
were kind of
Randomly.
we were trying to set
Okay.
up a bet at that time.
I
for
thought you
2027.
did send up a bet. It's just
February.
that you didn't.
Oh, when did it move to 2027, by the way? I didn't use
Okay,
I
it.
think
like
supposed
the
to be
thing
for
is, he's
27.
lying through his nose. Okay, he's not an honest person. Okay.
Yes, I'm not.
Another boundary here as well. That is.
I'm
This-
actually disappointed that you're actually taking a cop out there.
Cop?
Yeah, you're copying out of your commitment of what you committed to us,
No, no.
what you
I
committed
am
to your brothers.
27 February. I clearly remember in my head.
Yeah, the 27th of February. Yeah.
27.
Oh my God, he's just hit another
Boy.
boundary. This is getting disgusting. He's hit.
Yeah, but
ridiculous.
that is poor lens.
He's bowling. Well, you're right. He's bowling throwdowns straight back at him. The other one should have been fielded too by the bowler. This one was hit back over his head though. So two
Can't
fours
bowl
in a
those lens
row.
and expect to.
I'm waiting for this. Oh man, too full. Like
None of the
Kamboj is
batters
known to
look
be someone,
given.
yeah.
None of
I
the
mean, he's
batsmen
someone
look
who's known to
even
bowl hard
troubled
lengths.
yet.
It's
That's how he became
Not-
popular, like with his heartlands and all. But
yeah.
somehow,
I'm not sure. Is he searching for swing? What exactly is the reason that he's bowling full? But yeah, this is right up Club's alley. He loves this going down the ground that way. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's much better. That's where you need a bowl.
Also, Kamboj as a first change, I don't know how confident I am about that because I would expect him to be taking the new ball, but in this team he can't take the new ball, can he?
This is what I'm
Yep.
talking about. These teams, they all end up with new ball bowlers, and they can't all bowl in the first 2 or 3 overs. And then these poor kids end up bowling the 4th over when guys are 33 off 9, right? And it goes poorly. It's tough. Do you know what's happening in T20 cricket now is what has always happened in Test cricket, as this one's gone up and over point and for another 4. Is what's always happened in Test cricket is everyone picks guys who have really good numbers, and those players usually have really good numbers because they bowl with a brand new ball. But when they get to the next level, they can't bowl with a brand new ball because you can't take the ball away from Matt Henry, right? So
Exactly.
they instantly push back, and then they get hammered.
I was about to say that they reached
Again.
50 without breaking a sweat, but then after looking them, I shouldn't say that they're already drenched in sweat.
Yeah, does look quite odd. 55 after 3.4 overs we're at the moment. Well, do you remember the whole innings, Chennai got stuck at 10 runs and over, and this is almost caught and bowled. He pushed that straight back to the bowler there.
We
but
need
he
Rob
timed it
Barron
so
for
well.
this.
Yeah.
I'm very sure. He can give a rant on this also, I guess.
Rob
Yeah.
Barron would have caught that, but he wouldn't have been able to bowl it at that pace.
So is
That's
this stream
definitely
divided
a
based
drop for
on?
Rob.
Feels like the
That's
stream is
definitely a
divided
drop
based
for
on who's
Rob.
watching the stream.
Yeah, everyone's on a different stream. There's not much we
Yeah.
can do about that.
No, the three on the top are clearly way ahead, and the three.
Oh,
below. So I
okay.
feel it's
Yeah.
it's nicely divided that
yeah.
way. So
Yeah.
good to. It
We-
feels like we have front row tickets to watch along. So it
Why
feels
is he
nice
hitting
that
these
way.
lengths?
Whoa, that was a good ball.
When
Finally
he's hit
finding his
lengths,
length.
he's not gone for runs. When he's pitched the ball up, he's got like when he's pitched the ball full, he's gone for runs.
No, that was a very good ball. Yeah. 135.5.
So
Ravi, is it still a first bat wicket or the second one?
There you
What do you
go.
think? Like this wicket is still good for batting first or second?
second.
Dew isn't so much. I mean, like
I mean, the ball
Doesn't
came on pretty
matter.
well in the first part of the innings.
Yeah.
I don't think the due matters at this point because
True. The surface
more
is
of a
hardly
mental thing?
changed.
I actually would say post the World Cup. I think
Impact,
there's or I think preparations to the World Cup has shown that this wicket is actually a very good wicket.
Yeah.
And you got the
Not the
potential
chip
to
of
score
old.
runs on this. Yeah, it's not the old wicket.
The ease with which they're able
Oh
to
my
hit through the
God.
line.
Was that another six?
Boy. Yes.
So Priyansh is
Pitch the
now.
ball up, bro.
It was
We'll get the
Priyansh is
after
now
reactions.
39 off 10. His strike rate is, you can probably work that out on your own, but it's 390. For those of you who don't know how strike rate works, it's 390.
Yeah.
It's like boundary almost every ball. It's exactly a boundary ball, I would say.
I mean, they're being fed slot balls. They're like,
To be fair, this was a little back. Like it was not slot. You know, it's more in
Soft
the
slot.
length
yeah,
region.
yeah.
Yeah.
Half slot.
soft slot.
Oh, this one, he's bowled him! He's come down, and Matt Henry is the most excited man I've ever seen, probably looking at his own bowling figures. He's bowled a similar ball, but Priyansh has tried to slog that one across the line a little bit more, and he's lost his off stump.
I think he's done his job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
than his job.
more than that. Yeah, exactly.
He's got the rate down. I mean, significantly, right?
Yes.
It's like 10.5. How much is it now?
Less than 10.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, less
Yeah.
than 10.
9 point-
15.4. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big jump. Yeah.
Jeez.
They can bat normally. So who do they send in first drop?
Connolly,
Copper
I would say
Cooley?
still.
Yeah.
After the kind of knock he scored last time around.
You don't send Shreyas in?
No, not against pace right now. I would say you keep him back a little. You know,
But like,
just to face
that
spin.
too, like somebody who scored a match-defining knock
Yeah.
at number 3 last match.
Yeah, I suppose,
not?
actually, Prab Simran's 19 off 15 as well, so it makes more sense to send someone in who's going to try and whack it
Guys,
still.
left, right. Simple as that.
Oh, yeah.
Even
Left,
that
right
also.
going.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. All right, Gautam.
When you have the option, utilize it.
No, that's fair. The market is so spooked, by the way, that wicket didn't change anything. Everyone's just like, no, CSK's done. That wicket hasn't changed anything.
Ravi, at your time also,
mean-
it was given equal importance for this left-right combination. Used to be a topmost priority rather than a batsman's skill.
Yeah, so the thing is, yeah, it's been a thing for a while now. Yeah. I think, say, 2017, 2018 onwards, left, right is something that used to quietly work for teams that were successful. If you go back and look at the teams that did well there, you'll, more often than not, you'll find the left-right combination. It wasn't as publicized or like it wasn't as well known as it is right now. A lot of the data, a lot of the stats, a lot of these aspects about the game are coming out now through the kind of media that we are creating, right? So you'll and I think today there's very little that you can hide or keep stealth in a way in cricket. It's going to
So
be very
Ravi,
hard to keep things stealth.
with your IPL career, in which year did you actually started using data analyst inputs and all those stuff? Was it there from the beginning, or it kind of became a
Yeah,
part
by
of the
12,
things?
13, by 11,
Oh.
by 12. For me, 12. That's when I started using it.
Was AR
Personally, I
Srikanth the
started using
analyst for KKR?
Huh.
Yeah, would have
He
thought.
was, yeah, from 2008,
I-
if I'm not wrong, right? Till last year or something.
He
Yeah.
moved to
I had a
CSK just
particular way
very
of
recently.
consuming analytics. I would I wouldn't focus on where the bowler bowls good lengths. I would look at where the bowlers give boundaries away. I have a general inclination on how he swings the ball. What does he predominantly bowl, outswing or in swing? I'd see the release points a little bit, and then I'd start looking at where he'd give boundaries away, where they would make errors in judgment, and then see that data quite a bit, and then know that okay, for this bowler, these areas, this is where he errs in length. This is where I can capitalize. This is where I can force him to bowl because there he's got lack of control. Right? Something. Oh, that's close as well, guys. That is close
It's
as well.
just down leg. He wants to review it though, doesn't he? Matt Henry wants
yeah, I
this.
think that's close. Yeah.
He stood in his crease then and just tried to whip it across the line. And I think we're reviewing, Robbie.
Yeah, they are reviewing. It's
Feels
the
like
review's
down leg,
taken,
to
but
be honest.
But like, how easy
no,
or how
I think
difficult?
again, I
Plum.
think it's a misnomer, like how Karthik's was. I have a feeling it's like that one because
Oh,
as soon as it
okay.
hit, the leg goes wide. It feels like
hit-
that, but I think
It
the
hits his
impact
back
was on the
leg
stumps.
and he's right
Yeah,
standing
I
on the
also-
stumps. So it's probably hitting. It's just
Yeah.
whether it's hitting enough.
I just felt it's
Sorry,
plum.
guys, I have a delivery.
Yeah,
coming.
it's out. It should be out, I guess.
Because it's the back leg, there's not a lot of distance to travel
Yes.
through.
But look where he's
Yeah.
standing as well. He's almost on the stumps when it hits him.
True.
So it has to be hitting the stumps is my guess. But whether it's hitting enough, I'm still not sure. It should be, though. Maybe not.
Should be.
It's very
Looks
rare
like
that
an
you
empire's
could,
call.
if you could see
Umpire's
middle and off
call.
stump,
I
it
think
should
it
be
looks-
missing.
Yeah, umpire's call.
Umpire's call, but
Empire's call. Looks like empire's call.
और इधर लेके आना.
Yeah, umpire's
Yeah.
call. That's a tough one.
It
It's
was
very rare
close.
you see a batter hit that
I don't
far
like
back
that.
in front of the stumps.
Yeah,
Was
I
it
don't-
empire's
I don't-
call?
I don't like
Yeah.
that. I've benefited from
Yes.
this bit, but I still don't like it. I think you want to give this to the bowler because it's such a batter's game right now. There's some avenues that a bowler should have, and I think the umpire's call should be what the bowler should have,
What every retired
especially
batter
in the
says.
IPL.
Don't say it as
No,
much for their play.
and I said, and I made that disclaimer, right? I've benefited from this in the
Yeah.
past.
Yeah.
But given
Fair enough.
like you gotta empathize with the bowlers and the lack of mercy that they are shown. right?
Was it a drop?
Like it's not like the
Nah.
quality of the balls have dropped because the quality of the bats have gotten better to even Stevens the game.
If anything, it's been a double whammy. The
Robbie, like,
surfaces
coming
have
back to
also
that
gotten
early-
better, but yeah.
Yeah. Coming back to the same thing, how easy it is to integrate the data into your game. Like somebody has given you an input.
You have to find a way to consume it in a way that makes sense to you. I like for me, I would like to see the good shots I played from the previous game, or the good shots I played through the season, so that it reiterates that kind of thought process, muscle memory a little bit. It reignites that a little bit, but also see where the current bowlers that I'm going to be playing against are bowling. And when I see that, then that gives me an understanding of, okay, this is where the bowlers are bowling. This is what I need to be prepared for, and this is where my run scoring opportunities lie.
Just one more question to that,
That's
but
how
like,
it is.
I mean, for instance, let's say there is a batter who obviously struggles against short balls, and he knows like there is a very obvious matchup in the opposition who is going to be doing that to him. But you know that he struggles for a certain reason. Then how do you go about it, knowing that this is going to come at you, knowing that you probably don't necessarily have answers within your repertoire in terms of your shots or
So
something? Yeah.
You drive your focus onto what you want, where you're going to, like, what is aligned with the process to give you the best chance to be successful, right?
Is that
in the
another?
sense
Was
that
that 6 over
that's,
cover?
that's a great shot.
No,
No,
that's
four,
No, four,
four.
just bounced. Yeah.
Again, too much width, right?
Not a good ball.
Not aligned with the field set that you've set for yourself. So you kind of, I would always like say, okay, there's this weakness that they're going to try and target. I'm like, okay, I already know how I'm going to approach what they're going to do, because it's not just one bowler. Maybe 3 or 4 bowlers may target that. Maybe the 3 fast bowlers may target that against me. So I'll be like, okay, to this, like for a swing bowler, like if I'm playing Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and like, okay, there's the big in swinger. So I'm like, okay, for the in swinger, I'm just going to make sure I look to hit every ball that this person's bowling, whether outswing or in swing towards mid off, right? So that if I'm playing outswing, I'm playing with the swing. If I'm playing in swing, then I have to, my body gets into a position where I have to play, like I position myself in a way where I negate the chances of him getting me up. So you kind of focus on it from that point. You kind of approach it from that point of view, and then you say, okay, I know that this is what he's bowling. I know this is where he's targeting, but where does he give the runs away? So if it's an in swinger that gives the runs away to mid wicket, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to be ready for that ball that leans in, that curves in a little bit more and try to hit it towards mid on. If I aim towards mid on, I'll probably hit mid wicket. I don't know if you guys have noticed this when you all have played cricket or when you all have batted. When you try to hit the gap, you end up hitting the fielders a lot.
Yes.
But if you try to hit the fielders, you end up hitting the gaps a lot.
Nah, more often than not got out, but yeah, the former happened.
Yeah, but because there's always a margin of error, right? There's like, it could be 2%, 5%. Like you intend to hit in a certain place, but to hit to a certain place, you have to hit it from that particular part of the bat. And you're always looking at best case scenario, right? And you see a gap and like, okay, best case scenario, when I hit the ball like this, it's going to go like that. But that happens 4 out of 10 times. 6 out of 10 times, you hit it, it goes straight to the fielder, because you're aiming the gap. There's that degree of difference that takes the ball straight to the fielder. You got to involve that into your assumptions as well a little bit. He's bowling
Amazing.
right to his range here. Huh?
It's fascinating, isn't it? Because Prab Simran is 24 off 22.
What happened?
only action I got that.
The message right now that's been displayed.
Lovely to see.
I guess Robbie didn't want any more of it. He's just bounced. Lovely to see.
What
Bring
happened?
your kids to office day at
Read the
Combox.
message,
That's the
Deepak.
message.
Jeez.
That's
Lovely
been-
to see.
He won't get it.
Lovely to see. Yeah, bring your kids to office day at Combox, because the 3 tiny tots, so to say, are right now the bottom part of the stream, and yeah, experienced pros at the top. So,
Okay, got
yeah.
that. Bring your up. I have missed the part of it. Okay.
Yeah, now I can see what the kids at my workout session feel like when they see me. Just kidding.
Bring your kids to the office. That was a good one.
He's trying to bludgeon the ball,
Wow, what was...
Connolly.
Your whole philosophy about the batting is so red ball-ish, I would say. It always feels like red ball cricket must be very close to your heart.
He's just old.
Jarrod's really
I'm
driving
all for
home the
cricket.
point.
When he grew up,
I'm all for
like,
cricket. I'm freaking young for life.
yeah, okay.
But like he's always has such a beautiful methodology to break it up into stuff.
Oh, no, Ahmed. Straight into it here, and it'd be interesting to see how Cooper goes against him. We've got a bunch
good
of super chats as well. Ajit says, more useless, Orange Cap or Fair Play Award? Fair Play Award. I'm not even going to let anyone else answer that. Brit says, Jarrod's stream is so ahead. I'm watching the match, reacting to Jarrod's commentary, and I fucking live in India. I told you guys from the start. I can see into the future.
But Jarrod, I hope you caught the spelling of fucking there. They've really paid attention to what you've been saying. Yeah, it was E. It was with an E, not an I.
Yeah, good work, actually. If I can,
Yeah.
if I can leave nothing to the world other than that,
That's
I'll
your
be
legacy.
happy.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking. So you would ing, but once you drop the G, it has to be en. I hate it when people swear incorrectly. A little bit of a slowdown here. Obviously, since Priyansh is out, things have changed. What would a competent bowling team defend here? This is not going to come back and
Andy-
bite you, Andy, if they do defend
Andy-
this at all.
These are subtle trolls, bro. He's letting it rip.
It's actually a troll. It's not even a subtle, I would say. It's a proper troll.
I think you could defend 210 here with a better bowling lineup. I'm not sure this is the bowling
Yeah.
lineup. Although Noah started very well, and this is up in the air. And
It should
it
be
six.
into the ground.
By the way, this comment feels very much how Varun talks, right? Is this Varun's alt?
Yeah.
Can be.
Oh, here we go. Andy says, better analyst for Robbie, P
Yes, for
Dog
Robbie,
or
P-Dog.
AR Shrikant? Who is your jam,
Very
Robbie?
different styles, but information that you received from both of them were very similar.
Who's more muscular?
P-Dog. AR Shrikant is a little bit more stocky, but strong. He's not big, but he's strong, like a bulldog.
Yeah.
But like,
You know,
I'm
P-Dog
sure he'll
worked
be
with-
happy to be.
I
He'll be happy to.
never-
Someone's going to cut that out and send it to him. Robbie just said, you're like a bulldog.
And I don't think
But
that's the
I-
answer Andy was looking for either when you asked him the
I-
better analyst.
I was
He asked
always
me a
of the
question.
opinion-
There's a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Who had more muscles?
So which franchise
But by the way-
did he?
RCB
AR
2010,
and-
I would. Yeah.
P-Dog,
So
P-Dog.
P-Dog? P-Dag.
RCB 2010.
P-Dag.
RCB, yeah?
P-Dag.
Because
P-Dag
I
was,
just thought
RCB,
he was with South
2009
Africa all
2010.
these years, right?
South
Mostly.
Africa and RCB together at the
he did
same
both.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about the RCB part.
Yeah.
When you were busy teaching, he was...
He's instrumental for EBD coming
Because
to
I
RCB,
used to
so,
follow his
yeah.
Twitter a
True,
lot.
true.
I used to follow his Twitter a lot, to be honest. And
I mean, there was a season where we had, I mean, when I say we, of course, as a former RCB fan, I'll say we. Johan van der Vaart, we had
Why
Charles
former,
Langeveld, we had...
Akshay?
I think, I mean, no reason. It's not that I don't like them anymore. It's just that the trophy sort of sobered me down. Earlier, I was really like a very strong RCB fan. I'm more of a
Oh,
soft
so you
RCB
basically were
fan.
a victim before. Now that you can't play victim anymore, you left the team.
Exactly. That's why Punjab.
Good
the new
point,
victim
Ravi.
Victim cards right. But P-Dog, I mean, the South African...
So he's going to
influence
support
with-
Delhi next after this, after Punjab win.
Always. Delhi, Lucknow, and Punjab. I've got all three jerseys lined up right.
really?
Let Lucknow earn the right of having you as a fan. Sometime.
we have Shayan already there, no? So
No, I'm
Shayan
not
has
a
just
Lucknow
bought
fan.
the season
you're
ticket.
there.
for-
Come on, Shayan.
You bought the season ticket, dude.
Yeah, because I can go and watch cricket, not because
That's
I'm a
actually
Lucknow fan.
something I seriously considered. Despite being based in Bangalore, that was something I was considering because it's a great
Really?
deal. It's a great deal. I was like, even if I catch 2 games, it's worth it. It's like what, $5,000 if I'm not wrong, the season pass. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, $5,000 for 7 games.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
reverse sweep here, almost caught. He just gets that past the fielder. So Noah's bowled a couple of good balls. We had a concussion protocol for one that hit the helmet a moment ago, but he's also been whacked a couple of times here. So this might be the game if Noah can't get a wicket very, very soon in his next over. Rudra says, do you think CSK should have Matra instead of Gaikwad or Sanju opening? Just don't like two batters who are both wide for anchoring. I
Exactly.
don't know if Sanju's wide for anchoring. That wasn't the issue today, but I do understand the general principle of this.
Yeah.
I think they are much more of an anchor-heavy team than some of the other teams. You know, them and Gujarat.
I just feel like one of them can be at number 3 and you have Matre in the power play so he can utilize that pace early
You know,
on.
that is how it's supposed to. That's how it's supposed to start off. From what I heard, was that Rutu was wanted to bat at number 3, and then Matre was
Yeah.
going to open with Sanju. That would have, and honestly, I'm never a fan of Rutu opening the batting. Going at number 3. I want him to open the batting all the time. But that made sense to me for some reason. you
Wait,
know?
who's bowling? Was that
Because if
Chahar?
Rahul Chahar.
Yeah.
yeah, Chahar.
He just bowled the sort of ball that Cheyenne bowls. Did that just get stuck in his hand? I honestly thought a contest winner had gone onto the field for a second for that delivery, guys.
It looked
But
like
there
one,
is
to
a-
be honest.
Now,
It didn't get smashed.
geez.
He only went for a single.
Andy, that's a troll. That's out. That's out.
Oh, no.
How was it?
By the way, that was a good
Also,
question.
I heard. I mean, I don't know. There were a lot of talks going on about P-Dog joining CSK. Has it been confirmed?
Is it impacting outside? I felt like it's impact outside.
They're not taking it.
Yeah, it was
in fact,
outside
makes
like
sense.
that.
Yeah.
So is it because he's doing all those
Off stump.
Taman analysis?
Rohit
No,
is
he's
asking
put out a
Robbie
cryptic tweet.
some
He's
insights
put
on
out a cryptic
Rituraj.
tweet on those lines.
Yeah, So Rohit is asking Robbie that some insights on Rituraj as captain as you were in CSK.
I think he's still finding his feet. Because when I was in CSK, he wasn't captain; he was just a player. Um, But I think he's finding his way through it, because I think this is the first year where this team is completely his and Stephen Fleming's, right? He sat through and he planned through the auctions, and I can safely say that MS didn't have any say in this auction. It was predominantly Flem and the support staff and Rutu.
You mean
So,
unlike his normal one
he's
where they
finding-
ask you a question while he's playing World of Warcraft? Yes, no, I don't like that guy.
Excellent reference.
Yeah.
PUBG wasn't it actually,
No.
or is it the other one?
He played
Which
all
one
of
did
them.
he play?
All
a
of
lot?
it.
COD, World
of
of
it.
Warcraft. There's about 4 or 5 he played.
Yeah.
Proper gamer.
By the way, we are very eager to know how Fleming is in that dressing room. How much of say he has? It's like Robbie.
He's got a calming influence. Man, this kid's batting well, man.
Whoa.
So, Flem does feel the heat. He likes to win. He hates losing. Very competitive. And Flem makes sure that's not revealed to the players. He deals with that. And there is a mind coach that's there with the team.
Some shot.
David Reed. He's a part of this the support staff.
Yeah.
So he's there predominantly for the players and the support staff. So support staff use him a lot more than the players do, because obviously he's not Indian. So to build trust and to open up and vulnerability for the guys is not the easiest thing to do.
I mean, Flem that way reminds me a lot, especially appearance-wise, but even personality-wise, of Toto Wolff. I don't know if any of you follow F1. He's the team principal for Merck.
Appearance,
And
for sure.
yeah, appearance, and
Appearance
also
for
just
sure.
the way Merck has sort of, the way they've performed the last couple of years, and it's
Hey,
sort of
it's worth
coincided
saying,
with.
Stephen Fleming is sneaky hot, and I don't think enough people mention this.
I agree. I completely agree.
And so is Toto Wolff.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm on everyone's side. That was a really good over from Chahar, and he bowled a little bit short in the last one, and Connolly whacked it over covers.
Yes.
What a
Code
shot
Noob
that was.
says, do you all think if ball tampering should be legal? It shouldn't be legal, but
No.
we should also actually try and stop people from doing it, and we don't do that. So it's technically legal as it currently stands until someone accidentally gets caught.
We can only
But like,
imagine in the early
like-
days.
Like Jarrod,
How
but
much of-
how many times it happens actually? It's like almost
Every time. So have a look at this game, and you tell me how many times the people throw the ball back on the full to the wicketkeeper. Is this ground 120 meters long? Suddenly, none of these
But
players
that-
could do it. My
but that
favorite one is
isn't
when
ball
the-
tampering.
Of course it is. You're trying to rough the ball up on the rough side of the pitch. You know exactly why they're throwing it in
You
short, Robbie.
can't plan it. You don't know which side is getting rough.
still doing
the
it.
rougher side maybe the
You and
smoother
I-
side can be getting rough.
You and I both know
It's
you
not-
could
it's
throw
not-
every single ball back in on the full if you wanted
It's not
to.
an exact science, darling. It
No,
isn't
I
an
know. I'm not
exact
saying it
science.
is, but they are tampering with the condition
But
of
so
the
you can't
ball.
call it tampering.
Well, I am,
Tampering is
and I will.
intentionally.
But like this is something which I also don't understand. Like how
Never
can you
seen
be
a
so
cricket ball in my
accurate?
life that has
that-
not been tampered with. By
For
the
a
way,
teacher,
It-
you don't understand quite a bit.
No. Yeah, exactly. Because I've not played the level at which you both have. So like,
My
how is it
level?
even possible
My level shit.
to kind
love
of
you,
make
Daddy.
sure that? Yeah.
You know that,
But
right?
like, but how would you make sure that it always lands on the rough side? Like
It's not just about. But you guys are thinking about this the wrong place.
you take a chance. You just throw
Yeah,
a cross seam and you hope it hits the one side that is rough. That's all. It's just
Also, not
no,
all
when you're tempering
tampering
the
is
ball.
for reverse swing, Deepak. Sometimes you just want to get the ball softer. Sometimes you want it to have more grip. Sometimes you want to get it dirtier, right? Do you know what? Before reverse
dirty
swing,
doesn't help anymore. Chad.
no, not as much now. You're right. But back in the old days, if you go back in the history of cricket, right, the ball was always tampered with. But what they used to do was pick the seam, right?
Yeah. Our
This
lovers
isn't a new
are-
thing. We just changed how we tampered with the ball.
I mean, it's
our
evolved
viewers
basically
love
just
to
to
know
escape.
Understand-
what exactly. Yeah, we want to know actually that what exactly this dirty ball do. It's like I was hearing.
I'll tell you about some dirty balls.
Also, the dirt.
I was hoping no one caught that, and Jarrod decides to just shed light on it.
I was like, Shravan, do you know what you're asking to who? As soon as I left his lips.
I had to race. I wasn't sure if he's going to finish the set sometime.
Shravan has more teacher vibes than me.
Oh, Deepak, I've forgotten how to say this guy's name again.
No, don't put me on the
So
spot.
Esas.
Asa says, did Robbie and
Yes,
Deepak push an IPL like 4 foreigners? Jarrod, Rob, Bayram and Varun, only clause in Combox. I think Varun actually qualifies as a local player in IPL rules, doesn't he?
Yes.
Where was he born? I don't remember very
I
well.
thought he
I'll
was
tell you
born
one
in
guy who will
India.
be under the pump right now, who'll be feeling the freaking heat, is the guy on screen right now. I love Eric. He's one of the sweetest blokes ever. He's the bowling coach.
Eric Simons, yeah.
He'll be under the pump right now.
I
And
was
he's a
looking at
very
Anshul
good coach.
Kamboj.
There's not much
He
you
was
can
a
do with...
very, very good coach.
I was thinking
He's
someone
really
on the
good.
screen.
I thought he meant on this screen as well. And I was
Yeah.
like,
No.
maybe
I
Cheyenne's
meant
not
on
born
that.
in India.
Yeah, I was like, am I in trouble, guys?
If
Guilty
it doesn't, I
conscience,
was born
Shine?
outside India. So.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, I just don't want to question it the same way again, but I just want to know, eagerly wanted to know the answer for it.
Yeah,
There
so
at this time, no
basically,
tricks.
in the old days, especially in one-day cricket, you wanted the ball to get darker and darker, so it was harder to pick up. And remember, in those days, the
Also
lights
because-
weren't very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically because of the lights and a lot of day games happened back then. So the back end of the innings when the
Clouds came
ball's
in.
dark and the clouds came in, especially in the second half of the game, the second innings, you couldn't see the ball very much. I have some great stories about that.
Yeah, well, it explains all of Darren Lehman's
We,
bowling
we
career.
discussed one, remember, Robbie, that when you kind of annoyed Shoaib Akhtar in Guwahati
Yeah.
by walking down the ground.
By walking. I have seen highlights of that.
Shira says this match is going to
2007.
be a low-key thriller. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's going to be, but they pulled themselves back into it a little bit with
They
the spin.
certainly
Little
have.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greater than
Spinners
10
have
required run rate.
spinners have actually.
They have to more than
done
just
that.
pull themselves back here, guys. They have to build a cushion, right?
Yeah.
They had to
Get him!
it.
Yes!
Ooh, that might be it.
What the hell was that?
Safraz. Was that Safraz?
Yes! Sarfraz Khan!
Nice noise. Can we cut that, please,
Now-
people? Put that on Instagram.
Robbie reacts.
So Prab Simran is 42
That was
from
a bad calling,
33 on this
Score is
ball.
here, Neelu.
So Jarrod, that reminded me of something you said about Darren Goff. Remember?
Oh my God. Look, we're not saying that on air. I can promise you.
Yeah, this is bring the kids to school.
Hey.
Box time.
Yeah.
It does feel like I'm twinning with him, so that's good to see.
Yes.
Do you know what? Have a look at that again.
You wanna get
Safraz
down?
picks that ball up wrong and it comes out of his hand wrong. But because because they saw the misfield, they just stuffed up, right? And so they've ended up getting the run out. But Prab Simran, the set player, gone.
So should
I
we
was
ask
actually
Trini-
going to bring that up. Yeah.
So Robbie, should we ask Trini again? Who's the favorite cricketer?
Trini, who's your favorite cricketer?
If she's thinking, then it's not me.
She doesn't
Benny
know.
Howell. I heard Benny Howell.
He doesn't know.
Neil is clear. Neil is clear. Dada.
Neil is clear.
Straight away.
Neil's seen Dada play a lot.
Andy says CSK dumb not to let MS still run the team as coach. I can't imagine, and I don't know if I've ever met a cricketer who would be less likely
So
to want to
Neil
do
is
all the
building
work
the
with
case for
coaching.
PS5, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So
already
he's
got
collecting the points. maybe the better version of it, or if, I don't know. Like I'm not a gamer, so no idea.
The PS5.
You know, there's parallel conversations happening here at the same time. There's a question being answered. Jarrod is saying something. Deepak is saying something. My son is saying something. I'm like, what the
That's a
frick is
Watchalong.
going on?
See, more inputs than the analysts.
Andy, to answer your question, I don't think he wants to be the coach.
He's the least likely person I've ever met in cricket to want to coach.
Yeah.
Why so?
Coaching's a lot of hard work, guys. It's way different than being a player. And most of my friends who became coaches, I got a call within the first 3 weeks going, "Do you know all the work I have to do?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's the job, man."
But speaking of coaches, though, do you think this could potentially be a make or break for Fleming himself? You spoke about Eric Simons there.
I just think
On a-
that I wonder how much Flem wants to keep doing it, right? He's got enough wealth. I would be shocked if he doesn't want to just. 'Cause I remember
you know what I
he
think
gave
will
up-
happen.
Yeah,
What I think
go.
will happen is I think much like what's happened to Jayawardene. He's been promoted as director of cricket
Oh yeah,
globally.
global cricket.
I think
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
he'll
That's
become
a
director
good
of
one
global
actually.
cricket, and then they'll probably be a coach, a separate coaching staff for cricket outside of India, and a separate coach. And I think that should be the case because I think you can have one of them as consultants, and like he will consult when the team's here, right? But he'll be a little bit more hands off, a lot like what Tom Moody is right now, what Jayawardene is right now. That role is, I think,
Yeah,
what
I could
he
see
will
that.
move up.
But I wonder who would be the Mark Boucher equivalent for CSK. I mean, I went after Mark Boucher after Jayawardene. I don't know who would that be for CSK.
Was it? Oh,
I don't know.
okay. It's not.
Your guess is as good as mine.
But like, how many franchisees? Like, how many teams CSK has? Like,
Three.
Three.
JSK, TSK, Joburg, Texas, and Chennai.
Texas, Chennai. Yeah.
Yeah.
nothing in ILT and CPL. Huh?
Nope.
I think only KKR has everywhere. Is it?
KKR
Mumbai
doesn't
also
have
has five.
everywhere.
Mumbai has
not.
5 teams, no? Mumbai has 5 teams, right?
Yeah, with
Mumbai,
the
New
100,
York,
yes.
With the 100, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think Viljax is playing for all 5 teams, if I remember correctly.
No, is he?
Or like, who?
Is
I think
Viljax
there's one-
playing for My London?
No, he would play for
I
the
couldn't
Surrey
recall.
franchise, wouldn't he?
No, he was playing for Oval Invincibles before,
Yeah.
which became My London.
Short.
Is he
Oh,
still
yeah,
with,
yeah,
with
sorry, yeah.
Short, mate.
I don't know if he's still with them. I don't know who did they
I
retain.
saw some posts yesterday that like one of the MI players is going to play for all 5
Oh, okay.
teams.
Cooper,
Ah, yeah.
Could
Cooper's
be an
just got
April
a
Fool's
boundary
message
there.
also, bro.
Yeah.
he's got stuck against.
Good one. Can be.
Got stuck against the
was a
spin
good
for a
slot.
while. Got to 15 off 13. Raghav says, "What is it with Punjab and the out of form Aussie bowlers? Bartlett, Stoinis now. Well, Stoinis is not a bowler.
Exactly. I mean, wow.
That's what we go back to Alice. Alice isn't there, right? And Riley Meredith is. I'm not sure Riley Meredith is the way that you want to go, but Alice would have. Alice is not even available for the tournament. Is it hamstring? Hamstring tear? Anyone remember? Yeah.
They got Spencer
think it was
Johnson for him, CSK.
Yeah.
Who himself won't be available for another 3 weeks. So good on that.
This was the last moment
Okay,
call, I
Akshay,
think.
question
This
Trent,
is-
for you.
Trent Bolt. Trent Bolt
Why
is
is
going to play for all
Stoinis not a
5.
bowler, Akshay?
No, I'm not saying
not
he's
a
not a
bowler, is
bowler. I
He's not a
wouldn't go
bowler.
as far as
He's
to
right.
say that.
Akshay's right. He's not a bowler. He's a
I
batter.
asked
who-
Akshay
think I
a
should-
question.
I know. But I
what I
feel
was trying to
offended
say-
for Akshay.
So shut up.
What I was going to say is I'm not going to club Stoinis in a group of fast bowlers saying he's also a fast bowler. Sure, he is a bowler, but I wouldn't go as far as to club him with.
He's
Raheem
bowled in
Elliott
the
out-
death for Australia and won matches for them.
Yeah, and he's also got smashed
At the
out of the park and has
international
one
level.
of the highest economies in the history of T20
And that
cricket.
happened. Yeah, but that happens to
I-
people, man.
Yeah,
no,
but
but
he's
by
not a
that
bowler.
logic, even Vijay Shankar has won India game bowling at the death. But would we necessarily classify him as a bowler? I'm not sure. Like
Not a
again,
frontline
does
bowler,
bowl?
right?
Yeah, exactly. Does bowl?
Is this
sure.
going to be caught
Yeah.
at long on? Or
No.
what happened there?
Dubey
Did Dubey just decide not to even try on that?
Not enough
I'm-
elevation for him to run, and Dubey is pretty slow, so he knew he wouldn't get there.
Is that a
Shayab,
drop by Rob Barron's standards or not?
Shayab says, Jarrod and Robbie, what's your most precious cricket memorabilia you guys possess? I have a signed Matali Raj hat.
Finish
and
the question, bro.
I did. I'll be on Deepak. I don't know if I
Starts and
own
ends with
him.
Deepak with me.
I
I'm
feel like I
sorry,
rent
just starts and
Deepak.
ends with-
Can I tell you?
He owns us by virtue of him owning us.
I can tell
we
you
have
all.
a right over him.
The coolest thing I've seen in Robbie's house is he has a suitcase. He has the CSK suitcase, which is in the bright yellow with his name painted all over it. And every time I've stayed at his house, it's taken everything I have not to try and steal it.
You really want?
And
I'll give you one.
It's so cool. It's so. I'd never use it though. I don't even know why I would want it, but I do like it a lot. I also
I've
have-
mentioned that in one of my lives.
Yeah, I've got a
that suitcase.
I've got a broken stump from Antigua, from the old rec ground, which I went to the rec ground just after they stopped playing cricket there. And you know the old Digicel stumps they used to have in the West Indies? One had snapped in half, and so I've got that at home. So I don't know if it was used for anything great, but that's my favourite thing that I own. And I've got a Andrew Simon signed ball that I stole from him in the nets and then made him sign a couple of weeks later. And I've got a Sachin shoe signed for my wife.
Oh, God
That's all I
bless
have
me.
that I know.
It's a no ball,
I
guys.
wouldn't say
from
that's all,
Noor.
but sure.
No,
I don't
ball.
have. What I mean is, there are a lot of people who
I
could
lo-
have
I
a lot of
love-
stuff.
I love
That's
that
tight.
like Shravan and Deepak are above and below each other. Their
From
vibe
Dirty
is so
Bots to
I got
now
it.
this, it's
I got it. I got it.
Their
I
vibe
got
is
it, hands
so
fixed.
similar.
Well, poor Shaban is just, you can't even see him. Every time we put a good question up, he just disappears from the whole thing.
Random
Shyam
thought.
says, why don't you guys give your fans a box on the watch along? Like a fan could have a 5-minute window to come on the live. The metric for it could be anything to earn it. Look, it's something we might look at in the future, but at the moment we're having enough trouble getting us on the watch alongs. So bringing other people in is not, so let's just take it one step at a time, guys.
Facts. There are facts there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll try and make that happen. Yeah, we'll try and make that
Yeah,
happen.
one day. For sure.
Yeah.
Brett says, can we get Combox reacts for Robbie's reactions?
Robbie's reactions.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Robbie-
reaction for Sarfraz's Ranat
Yeah.
was very close to what this
Yep.
handle is.
That was a
The
pretty good
name,
one. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Robbie already won't let us make shorts of him talking about penises and testicles for some reason, so we have to be careful.
Yeah. I have an
You
image
know-
to protect. You see.
You know that Rob Barron, did you see in the group, Rob Barron actually did cut that out and passed it around the group.
Yeah, he did. I did. No,
And Robbie
and that
was
too
scared.
without context.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
I had to categorically put a message saying that's not going out.
Rohit says, is there a player ever with worse natural talent and limited skill than Dubé who did so well internationally? Dean Elgar comes to mind. wouldn't
Talk
say
about a
Dubé.
backhanded
Natural
compliment.
Those are very different human beings, by the way.
Yeah, same sentence. I was not expecting that.
Yes.
Shivam Dubey,
Elgar and
Dean
Dubey.
Elgar.
This question has broken my brain.
If you want the list, I would say Rahat Ali. I love
Okay.
Rahat Ali, but basically he was playing international cricket because he was tall and left-armed. He
Dean
had
Elgar
no-
did remind me. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
Dean Elgar could play though, right? Like Dean Elgar was. I would say
Sure.
Dean Elgar was a very skillful player. It was ugly, but it was skillful.
Yeah.
Robbed us of a series win in South Africa, so of course he was good enough.
By
yeah.
basically only hitting the ball past third slip for a test
Exactly.
and a half.
Couple of
Control
times.
percentage
Somebody-
of 74.
Virat was so
In
pissed with that.
2018 also I felt that his innings, like his contribution Centurion test was the key,
Yep.
even though like
Oh,
like ABD was exceptional in that series.
So
but-
annoying.
what's wrong, Robbie? Are you naked?
That ball.
Felt like the voice
so,
of
it was like
God.
the opposite ball to a field like that. So annoying.
You know we can't see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's intentional.
Okay.
It's like God's voice in your mind.
It was a little bit like God's voice, that one. That was a bad ball. Who bowled that? Was it Cambodge? Yeah.
Cambodge. Yeah.
Cambodge.
He comes on, he bowls a short wide one, and it's slapped away. And what's the score at the moment? So they're
To be
what's
honest,
run per- yeah.
at the end of 10 overs,
They're
they
at
were still
121.
looking like they can make a match out of it.
I don't know, man. I think you need to force this up to 12 runs and over, or take a lot more wickets.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of runs in this surface.
You need wickets, I think, honestly, because how are you going to save runs against these two? It's really tough. 10 runs and over. with
He's doing
these
the
two.
wise thing by bowling Cambodge now. Cambodge just trying to
Okay.
give as few runs as possible here.
But who do they have for
Can't
the
wait for
death?
Brevis to come back into this 11 right now, guys.
Yeah.
Hardly needed.
Brevis coming into the batting, I was just doing my notes on the first innings at the change, and I was looking at it, and I was like, if you put Brevis in, and you've got Dubé on one side, and you've got Sarfraz on the other, that's actually quite an interesting little middle order lineup, right? But the problem is that if they do go with the double
I
anchor
agree.
kind of start, not that Sanju's complete anchor, but yeah, if they go with that, they're going to have to play some catch-up innings as
He's
well.
not double anchor, bro. Would you call him double anchor?
I think Sanju is an attacking anchor.
Just because he played 390s in the World Cup knockouts,
No. No, I
batting
think
through the innings.
I think
So why
he's.
anchor?
I'm
Justify that.
comparing him to the sort of Phil Salt, Abhishek Sharma, Finn Allen type of players. He's not that level either, is he? He's kind of halfway between the two, I would say.
Yeah.
which
I
you
don't mean
ideally
that
like for any
yeah.
team.
Yeah. I just think there's a whole new breed of guys coming through now, Robbie.
How much
that,
of shit has this bird cam you got in, eh? The spider cam?
was it
It's
big
always
percent-
been the case, right?
It's horrible. It's horrible when
Yeah.
you're playing professional cricket. It is horrible, especially when you're focusing on the bowler because there's enough movement behind the bowler, right? So you're trying to focus on the bowler, and then suddenly in your peripheral vision you can see this black freaking thing kind of just going away, going around in circles. It's very annoying, man.
Have you ever seen Steve Smith when it's on the field? As we get a scoop from Cooper Connolly that's going to pick up another 4 here.
Played the field,
Steve,
good shot.
Steve Smith will not face a ball if it's not like hidden behind him at all
Behind him.
times. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like now I'll be the God's voice.
Oh.
My... no, it's not intentional. Actually, there is a power outage here, so everything went off. Only my laptop was on.
Coincidentally, it happened at the same time in my room also. And we're sitting.
Yeah, you guys are the same vibe, guys. I don't know how. Like,
Imagine.
Like,
And we are in the two
How is-
different
how
parts
is-
of the world.
how is Shravan not in Ludhiana?
Yeah.
You know,
If I would have been,
I-
then I would have been for sure.
like this is how I've grown my audience, Robbie. So Shravan is one of my early subscribers.
True that. To be honest.
This
Is
is how
this
you grew
only
your
fans or
Should we get
first
P-Dog
umpire?
on this? Do you, guys, a quick poll.
Yes,
Do you-
yes.
Should we
Yes,
try and
Robbie,
get
yes.
P-Dog on the feed?
Oh, he's out.
that-
He's got the
that-
full
Yes!
toss here, Cooper Connolly.
Oh,
Pushed
oh,
across
oh.
it.
I'm telling you, the full toss is a freaking magic ball in T20 cricket today.
Except
No
for
one's
the fact it
expecting
goes
it, but when
at
it
2.5
comes-
runs and over. It's great.
Yeah.
It does get wickets.
See-
Definitely gets
yeah.
wickets.
No, but since you brought that up, actually, that was something I did want to bring up at some point in time. Oh, okay. Now I see the dismissal. Yeah. But this is something I think Abhinav Mukund brought up, or Akash Chopra, or both of them probably, about how batters these days, especially the likes of Webber, Ayush and all, they come in with such a high backlift that they are a lot more accustomed to playing shorter and length deliveries because the bat has more time to come in and they can actually go through with the shot. And they have lesser time to react to the fuller deliveries, which is why they will end up struggling a lot more against the fuller ones. And with Ayush Matre, numbers clearly dictate that. He struggled against the fuller ones a lot more than shorter ones, including today. We saw him get out to a very foolish delivery. That's why do you think full tosses? I mean, I'm not saying
He
has
got
full tosses,
5
but-
fours also in the same delivery. What are you
But
saying?
he's been dismissed a lot more to fuller deliveries than shorter.
What are you
ones.
saying, brother? He got 5 boundaries in that same region. That one boundary
True.
went straight to the hand. Shot went straight to the hand. You're justifying your argument on that.
Not by today. No. It's not just down to today. Last season, entirety of last season, numbers clearly indicated that the fuller bowlers bowled, the lower his strike rate got, and the more prone
I
he
don't
was to
think you
getting
can get
out.
away with a full ball to Vaibhav Suryavanshi though. I think he will pummel you down the ground every day of the week. And on Sunday.
But what do you make of the like what they had to say, the theory or whatever it is that they were trying to say? Do you think it does make sense in that because they have such a high backlift, they can smash length balls a lot more easily than fuller ones?
They can. That I agree. Because I think of the kind of bat speed that they generate with their setup, right? And today is working for them. And I think one of the things that people don't understand is that when you're young, you have the leeway to be over aggressive without too many repercussions. The exuberance.
Both
of youth,
internally
as we
and
call it.
externally. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you feel like you can take the chance and you can kind of up the ante and push the ante a little bit. But as you grow older and the stakes seem higher and you don't have that youngster tag anymore on you, it changes. It has, and you can see it. And Jarrod, it'd be great if you can actually do a little bit of a deep dive on that from the nerdy side of things the way you look at things.
Oh,
I love that. Rob Barrett. Deepak if he was Caucasian.
Oh,
oh boy.
Welcome,
Oh,
Rob.
that's a
That's a
good
great
one.
way to make an entry.
I think I might just go now.
I don't think you've got your microphone on. I don't know where your microphone is.
Get the mic closer, bro.
I think I might just go now after that. That'll do.
That might have been your best
Yeah,
work.
that'll do.
Yeah.
That was
I
like
agree.
when Robbie was talking about penis and testicles.
I really enjoyed that. That's my highlight so far of the IPL.
You did miss a dirty ball reference before, but Kaushal said this one's going down to the wire. I still think they're going to need more wickets, but yeah, there's definitely a chance there.
Yes.
They need Shreyas
But
to
at
get
least
away.
there's
Only then.
some energy now in the CSK ranks. There's some spring.
Yeah, that was good fielding as well, I think. Just,
Exactly. We could see some energy
and
around
the fielding
them now.
man is here, of course. So it's just
Yes.
Oh, that is an incredible shot. That's a dirty shot. You're a naughty boy. Naughty boy, Shreyas Iyer. He's played an up and under cover drive for 6 here off a leg spinner. Oh.
what a shot.
Don't show that to your girlfriend, guys, because she will get pregnant.
When did Deepak just became a Mexican commentator?
A minute ago, you said he was John Candy. Now he's a
That's a good
Mexican
shout.
commentator.
Yeah, so from Caucasian
Deepak
to
is
Mexican.
everything for us. He is our everything and is everything.
Agree.
So I could listen to like God's voice coming from the man who is partially from the land of God.
No, don't chill out.
No. What? Did you just see that shot? Who's going to chill out after that shot? That is one of the
think he
most
meant in
ridiculous
general.
shots ever played in cricket.
No, I think he meant in general to you, not to that shot.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm
he meant
I'm
it to
also
that
not gonna
shot.
do that.
We don't
he's
want
the
him
best
to do that.
person.
Ever.
If it hasn't happened by now, it's very unlikely for it to have happened. You're supposed to lose a percentage of your testosterone after you have your first child, aren't you? I think I'm more angry now than when I was a kid.
Speak for yourself, Jarrod Kimber.
I'm not speaking for you. I checked you. I've got your testosterone levels in my diary.
That is filth.
Oh, dear. That's not good.
That's horrible.
Absolute filth. It was
That's
it was
terrible.
like what was it? 65% 2 balls ago, and now it's 80.
Yeah. He's bowled today some really good deliveries, Chahar, and he's also bowled some deliveries, that, as I said before, that Cheyenne would bowl.
Hey,
No, we actually have video of Cheyenne bowling
Yeah.
a double bouncer.
Actually, what do
that
you
week.
bowl?
Yes.
I mean, I am for what it's worth. I do
Since
run
you're
and
there
bowl.
calling Stoinis a non-bowler, what do you bowl? And he plays with the franchise that you're wearing a jersey of, by the way.
Exactly. I do bowl. I do run in and bowl. I wouldn't go as far as to call myself a fast bowler. I definitely bowl far slower than Stoinis himself. But yeah, a medium pace bowling all rounder. By the way, I did pursue cricket professionally for a very brief period of 6 months, and I realized very quickly that this is going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. My claim to fame is, of course, I've bowled to a couple of India A players. That's it. So I was happy with that. I was like, yeah, chalo, let's pack our bags here and just bounce. But yeah, run in and I bowl. I bat 4 down. That was it. Now professional tennis ball player for what it's worth.
Professional tennis ball player. So do you earn from
Nah,
it?
that was a joke. Nothing. Yeah. I wish
You
I was
can earn
earning
from
something.
it. There are
Yeah.
professional tennis ball leagues.
I mean, sadly, given
I'm
the
mentoring
industry
one
right
such
now.
tennis ball team
Oh. In Dubai, in India?
in India.
Oh.
I'll talk about it when they pay Combox for sponsorship.
He's actually talking to them for the sponsorship, right?
Is that for a team?
So-
I thought that was a whole league you were working with.
I am.
he's
working with
mentoring
the
one
league,
team,
but
no?
I'm also mentoring a team.
Is this the league that Suresh Raina and all us are also being rumored to be a part of? I don't know, rumored or because I did hear news come out that John T. Rhodes, Suresh Raina, and a couple more names have been.
No, that is
not that one.
I
That's
can then
Gen
take the
League.
name. Gen
That's-
Premier League. Yeah.
That's Gen Premier League.
Yeah. By the way, they've raised 31 crores. I heard that. I was like, how on
Guys,
earth?
it's the Jain community. What do you expect? Come on, yeah.
But
It's the
this-
Marwadi community. If anyone can
I'm not saying
raise
they don't
that
have
kind of
money.
money, it is the Marwadi community. And I'm married to a Marwadi community, guys.
Yes.
Technically,
know-
she's
Married
the
to
owner
one
of
from the
Combox.
Marwadi community.
Yeah. So my mother's family is a Jain family, so I know that.
no, but I'm not saying that they don't have money. My question
And
is,
yet
is
Deepak
like,
doesn't fund us.
That he can't fund us because
they
he's
don't
spending all
like
of his
me.
money on personal trainers he doesn't see.
Can we get some more people for this watch along? We need a few more.
Yeah, we don't have
Yeah, I know.
I was
from
I
his
was about to say that. What it keeps
sabbatical.
on taking over.
There's
66 off
actually
40 looks easy from here though, doesn't it?
6,
I have
7.
another
this is-
I have another guy, somebody else who I have worked with in KKR. I'll
By the way, I also wanted to bring up, the auction chat you guys were having at the end of the first innings. I did hear a bit of, what you guys had to say in favor of the draft. For what it's worth, I am more of an auction fanboy. That way, I do enjoy watching the auctions both, and I also feel from a strategy and tactics point of view, I enjoy it a lot more. I agree that drafts definitely tend to be a lot more democratic that way. But my question or my problem with drafts is that the picks are very discreet. If team A goes for player A, that's it. No other team has any choice of getting that player. If they decide to go for a player, they are getting that player. It's very discreet in how it works. Auctions are a lot more dynamic. They are a lot more continuous because if Mumbai wants, I don't know, Will Jacks, RCB can still try and go for him if they want him. That's not the case with the draft system. If Mumbai want Will Jacks, they lock him in. That's it. Other teams don't really.
I can
have
explain this to you if you want, though. That's why if you had a proper trade system, you would be able to do that. So if you look at how American draft systems work, if you want that guy, right, instead of having to spend the extra money like you do at the auction, you just say, okay, you're going to pick this player, and we're pretty sure you're going to pick him. We want to pick him, so we'll do that. Or you've just picked him. We actually rate him higher than you do, so we will give you our first round pick and this other player who you like. So you can still get around that, right?
But I truly believe it's a cultural thing because IPL, at least IPL team owners, from what little I've seen, they look at trades as a zero-sum game. So if we do give away a player, that's it. We are losing out on something.
Don't get me started. That's not an IPL thing. That's right across all of cricket. But partly that is because you don't have the draft picks that you can trade. It's much easier to trade when you have more than just players available, right? Like, I don't know if you've ever had a look at me and Varun do the trades, the red ball trades and the white ball trades from history. It's actually really tough sometimes to come up with the right trade because you need to find one team with an overlap, right?
I agree.
Every trade we end up doing ends up being Australia or South Africa from the late 90s because those two teams had incredible depth.
But again, once again, draft picks with trades together as a combination to counter auctions, I do agree that makes a lot more sense. And I think it sort of fulfills a lot more criteria. It ticks a lot more boxes. But once again, I don't think both will happen at the same time. At best, they might potentially consider switching from an auction to a draft or, ensuring that teams are a lot more open to trading. I think this is too big a change that we are expecting off of IPL owners. I mean, to all of a sudden embrace.
I don't expect it to happen. I'm just saying that, look, part of it is just maturing as a league, right? The auction, this idea, and I've heard this a lot, it was in the Acquired podcast as well. The auction's really exciting. Well, nothing's bigger than the NFL or NBA draft, right? They are just as exciting plans, right? And those are players you're not even expecting to be good in the next year. Whereas we already have an advantage in the IPL that you can get drafted and the next year you might actually be one of the best players, right? So there's a lot of advantages in them. But yeah, eventually this league has to mature. And I think where me and Robbie have been stuck for a while is we just want it to get to the next level. And it's sort of still stuck as this startup. And it's like, you can't, as you said, if the owners are sitting there saying that trades are a zero-sum game, then they're not thinking about what a trade can be, right? And if another team does a fucking trade with Mumbai and just allows them to give them money to buy a player, we should shut the league down.
And the unfortunate thing about Indian cricket is they don't necessarily kind of pioneer stuff. They're great at picking up something that is done well and make it better, right? If you actually look at, for example, like I think if someone shows them in cricket how good a trade can be and the impact it can have on a team and the course of a tournament and for a player, then they'll actually apply that and put it in and then kind of
Beautiful
use
point.
it in the IPL.
Yeah. And then
That's where I feel.
Oh, wow. This is a Big hit across the line. Another sixer. Henry's come back on, bowl back of a length, and you can pick the bones out of that, my friends. That might
Do
is
you
that the
think they
game,
keep
Rob?
hold of this? It's
That's
90% now. It
momentum
was
for-
75% the start of this over, which the market has not been in love with the chase today. Have you noticed that, Jarrod? Did you have a look?
I was shocked that Punjab didn't start as favourites.
And they weren't favourites after the first over when they got
Nope.
400 runs or whatever
It
it was.
took
in the
about
first over.
3 overs, didn't it, of slogging to get them back in front.
Yeah. One thing Punjab know how to do is bash the power play. I'm looking forward to watching the difference between Rajasthan and Gujarat's approaches. Is that tomorrow? When are they going to get rid of Impact Sub? Because I think it spoils it a bit. Or do you think that's here to stay?
I think we'll only get
No,
more
they
subs.
have. No, but they did. I mean, didn't it come out after the captains' meeting that BCCI have told, that they will reconsider their position on this post the 26th season ahead of IPL 2027 is realistically when they'll have a conversation with the team owners and everything, because almost every captain has, unanimously said that we haven't liked this, so please, get rid of this. So it is hopefully something they might go back on.
But now that we're going to have subs right across all domestic cricket, I just think
They just had one today, right, in County Champs. I was doing some of that with the guys this morning because it's the first day of the County Championships. First wicket of the County Championship was a really funny run out, by the way, Rory Burns.
I saw that.
And somebody got hit on the hand. Mulder, he's got runs in a test match before and then cried off when he was just about to get the world record. So he's definitely a bad person. Mulder got clean bowled. Wesley was his partner. And Wesley was batting all right and he got hit on the hand and went off. And he has been fully replaced for the rest of the game. They've said, no, we don't like that. That hand injury is really bad. So he's been actually replaced. And I don't like it. I don't like any of that.
I don't like
Sport. What happens if your hamstring goes? Have you made this point, Jarrod? It feels like the sort of point you'd have made.
Well, I just don't think you can have. They've got a chief medical officer at county cricket who's going to make decisions, and he's going to say one player is fit enough to play. That player is going to continue to play and do his knee or his hamstring and be out for a year. Who gets sued, Rob?
Right. Well, it's a part of playing sport is being able to be an athlete, right, and being physically well enough to compete in the sport. There's an argument that if you're constantly getting hit in the head by bouncers, you shouldn't be batting. I mean, Pekowski jumped out of the way, didn't he? Because it was genuinely endangering his health, right? There's lots of things you have to do to play a sport. Cricket's one of those where you can be all shapes and sizes, a bit like rugby, where you can be all shapes and sizes and still get a gig. But isn't like you getting cramp all the time? Like, where do you draw the line here? Is it hamstring because you didn't train hard enough? Like, what is it?
Also, like, what happens if you're just someone who...
So
this is over now, isn't it? Wadira, big six, and this chase has just become we're losing people off the stream, left, right, and center. They're just like, this is not a game.
Every time somebody hits a six, someone has to leave the stream.
Shyam
Then
says,
we are only 5 6s far.
Shyam says, Jarrod, could you get Harsha Bogle or Sam Perry or Higo on for this sometime? With Rob. Why not? We're going to try and get everyone in the world. Don't worry. There's big plans on this. Rake says, hi, Rob. I followed your advice and I gambled away all my monthly earnings. Now I feel really motivated to work to repeat the cycle.
And he
Thank you
spent
so much."
$5 to just make the statement.
Yes,
You're
he
welcome.
did. You're right.
That's his last $5 in the world. He's chipped in to tell us that. Rake Jake, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep doing the same. Next month, work even harder so you get more money this month, and then double down as soon as you get paid, hard as you can.
Always.
I really appreciate it when people go to great lengths just to make a practical joke. Just enjoy it. Well done.
Rohit
It
Baron,
might not even be a
Asa
joke.
Tribe belongs to Jersey, not England.
Yeah, well, I watched him playing for Jersey several times and thoroughly enjoyed it. One of the best T20 knocks against PNG he did that I've seen. He did the whole dig them out of trouble when they were 5 down early. Then he set the platform and started going himself. Then they were 9 down and he got like 70 partnership with the number 11 where he scored 69 or something. It was awesome. Don't rush him too quick into the setups for everything. He's a young kid who's really, really good, but he's already had to play SA20, which I didn't particularly want in there this early.
How did he go?
Let
With that? I
him
don't think
turn
he
the-
made many, did he?
Now he got
was
one
all
really,
right.
really
70.
good 50, and the thing is, he played a lot of those games where it's like Marco Janssen seaming it a yard. And I don't want him to develop like that. I want him to score a boatload of runs in county cricket first and just like pay your dues and do it properly, not kind of sit on the bench, face 5 balls, fly to a different country, face 9 balls, maybe be 12 man for a bit, be around squad. You don't need that when you're a kid. You need to play and get better at cricket. So that's what I want to see him do.
But Rob, he played every match, Rob.
He
in the
did.
S20. And
No,
he
he played-
batted
he played-
he was shifted up and down the batting order in his defense. The home ground that they played on at Pal is a shit wicket.
Yeah.
But notwithstanding
Spinning
that,
sideways.
notwithstanding that, I
Best
thought he
wicket in
actually
cricket.
did very well for himself for Pal Royals. And I think the exposure helps Rob in the long run.
If he's
Because
playing, it does.
Like as a youngster, you want to have exposure to as many conditions as possible, right? So I do agree with you that his pathway within England has to be earned, but the exposure outside, because when he represents England, if he scores a boatload of runs and gets selected and goes to South Africa for test matches or one-day games or T20s, he already has information about how each venue plays. That you can't buy that in a store, right? That's
good point.
experience, right? You know,
I mean, I can't
So
argue with you
I
here
wouldn't want to
because
take.
you actually know about
I
cricket,
would
and I
not-
just make stuff up.
I
No,
wouldn't
but
want to take that away from a youngster like Rob.
I mean, speaking of shit surfaces, I think he was bought by Welsh Fire at the 100, so he'll be playing in Cardiff. I don't think that's also going to help him much there either.
I
so-
actually think he would have been better off staying in Jersey, everyone. I don't know why you're all trying to ruin him in all these other things. Britt says transfer fee and contracts like football in IPL. I don't think that works because of the salary cap. I think you need a better system than their contracts and transfer fees.
Also,
Let's
on that,
face
you
it,
know
cricket
what?
needs a proper revamp.
I mean, Robbie, you were talking about, you know, how with India, like the way we sort of tend to pick things up from outside and make it better. I also feel that somewhere it's I don't know, it's ingrained in our culture, just the way that there is no transparency with how these trades work. Of course, I refuse to believe, and I think no one here would believe that Gujarat Titans gave away Hardik Pandya just for an 18 crore, purse salary.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't think that's happened.
That's a perfect example of that. That doesn't have to be a trade though. That can be free
Exactly.
agency, and he could just sign a new contract with someone else. Then his team has the chance to sign him, right? And the system isn't even set up correctly for that. So you have, in fact, there's a
And
really good
this is
question
what
about this here, where Shyam says, could be rather naive, Robbie, but if as a player you put yourself in the auction and you got bought by a team you do not agree with, Goenka,
He didn't have to mention Goenka there.
Right?
He still he didn't have to mention Goenka. But I really want to know.
but as a player, you're not putting yourself in the auction, and that's what I'm arguing against here. As a player, you don't get to pick the team or the role that you want to play with a certain player, because once
Which
you're not
is-
contracted, you have to go in the auction. There's no other separate system.
Which is the perennial problem with cricket, right? Players don't have any autonomy over their own careers. Right?
Yeah.
Imagine how emasculating that is for a man. And if you want to play at that level, you have to operate like an alpha, right? And that's when things happen for you. So
When are you gonna
imagine
be an alpha?
you're navigating. Yeah. Okay, I'm moving on.
There's an easy way to settle that, by the way, Robbie. Just beat him up next time you see him.
Yeah, that's.
We put him off.
So-
too much.
Yeah, I just got sidetracked here.
I'm all quiet.
For once, my God.
No one's taking
No,
on
but,
Deepak with his.
So I
personal
think that
traders.
is the perennial problem in cricket. You need to give autonomy back to the cricketers. They have to have autonomy over their own careers, their own lives, and you can't keep siloing players into systems, right? You can silo them into the international system, but when it comes to league cricket, they have to have the autonomy, and the system needs to be built in such a way. That's when the game can actually grow. That's when people from every part of the world is going to look at this game and say, "Damn, I want to be a part of this game. What is this game that's making so much money?" Like, how do players from China come and play basketball? Or, why are they even, why are they even encouraged to pursue the sport of basketball? Why is the government involved in that thing? Because there is a return at the back end for it.
Yeah.
It adds value to society back home. So and so people will take up the game. That's how a game becomes popular, right? But none of that is even considered, because it's just about how much money can this league make and keep building. right? No one's willing to think laterally. Everyone thinks very linear, and that's the problem I think with cricket.
So how
What it
different
needs,
is it for football?
Football is really different because it doesn't have, or there's like a million different leagues.
but
There
it had
isn't
its,
like
it
one
had its
big
big
league.
moment in football, right? Mid-90s, guy called Bosman changed everything.
Lutz
There was
Bosman. Oh, no.
the Bosman ruling. God, yeah, Lutz Bosman.
The Bosman ruling, yeah.
He won me some money once, opening the batting at 14, South Africa. Anyway, I think he was called John Bosman or John Mark or John Luke or something, Bosman. And basically, he was rotting away and he had the entire rules of transfers changed in world football. It's now called the Bosman rule. It's basically you're allowed to be a free agent, right? And what cricket needs is it needs maybe someone like Thashara who just goes, I'm not putting up with this anymore. You are not allowed to restrict my trade, thank you, board. And if it means I'm not going to play, maybe Patharana says it as well. And then maybe Hasaranga says it as well. And all of a sudden, that like power to the people, right? They just go, well, we're not going to put up with this any longer. You're not allowed to issue arbitrary certificates to say that I'm not allowed to play in this league because I can't run as fast as you think I can. Like, how is this man going to play all the way around the world if random people are deciding whether he can play based on how fast he can run 2 kilometers, which is
Rob,
what
I might have had this conversation with you, but when he was in my team at St. Lucia and they were bringing in fitness standards and you had to pass a fitness standard to play. And I was on the meeting and I said, look, I'm not being funny, guys, but Rakim Cornwall is not going to pass any of these standards. Are we really saying he's not playing for my side next year? And they were like, no, obviously won't be that. And I said, well,
he's
what
awesome
are we
at batting and
talking
he's
about?
really good at catching close. Get him in the team, and he can bowl really well. Get him in the side. Like, it doesn't matter if he can't run really fast because there's no bit of his game where he definitely has to run really fast, right? He can still contribute to the team by doing the stuff he can do. So maybe Thashara's case will be like a big landmark in cricket if he goes
You've got to
for
get
it.
rid of NOCs. I'm so sick
But-
and
It's
tired of
nonsense,
it.
isn't it? It's nonsense.
But I mean, to that, Shamsi had also he won the case
Exactly.
against CSA, right?
Yeah.
So that's all.
Yeah.
There is already a precedent, and I don't think it's necessarily changed anything in the world of cricket. Which
No, but
also,
the problem with cricket is that you have to set the precedent multiple times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
But eventually, what actually has to happen is someone has to take it to the arbitration of sport body, and I think that's the bigger issue for the ICC if that happens. But yeah, there's a lot of ridiculous ones. Jerry says NHL drafts are similar too. Yep. Also, they work in a similar way. Correct.
So have you guys come up with the optimum plan then? Because you, like Jarrod and Robbie, you must have been discussing this, or you must have had thoughts about like because I love all the silly drafts in America where they're pulling, the lotteries and if you finish last, but all of them are flawed, right?
Yeah.
The draft system causes teams to deliberately lose games at the end of seasons, and nobody wants it. And let's be honest, a lot of cricket exists because of betting. I don't mean this league, but a lot of cricket exists because of betting.
Sneaky little wicket there, by the way. A sneaky little.
Yes.
I mean, the game is probably over, but was that Shreya scored it deep?
Shreyas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was kind of dropped also.
Yeah, he was
Everyone?
Matt Henry
same.
a moment ago. Rob, there is actually ways to sort of do that. I was just saying before that you can have the lottery system in, but what you and that makes it harder to tank. But then what you do is you put in a minimum amount of games you're allowed to win by a certain point in the season. Most of the tanking happens right at the end of the year.
Yeah, because
and also you'd have
betting
to
is not
know.
going to put up with tanking, Jarrod. Betting will not put up with that. That will just.
You say that they're putting up with it pretty well in American sports at the moment.
Well,
because it's
betting
still
hasn't
market
got to America
distortion.
properly yet.
Yeah.
I agree
they're
with
tanking all
Rob.
the time.
I do agree with
But
Rob
guys,
on that because
no system's perfect, is it? Like you
So
got to
what are
find
we
a
gonna
way
do, Robbie?
to iron out the wrinkles. You just iron out the wrinkles over a period of time. You try and make it as loophole free as possible, right? And you're going to learn. Like no one got the like the first 3 years of the IPL. Like it was all fun and games, wasn't it? It was only after the third year when it actually got really serious, and then everyone stepped up. From the franchises to the owners to everyone, right? Initially, they were like, okay, let's try and make as much money as possible. We will charge tickets for the after party. Everyone has to attend the after party. By the third year, that was all out. So there will be a way where it gets better over a period of time. There's no perfect solution. You got to move in that direction and know that you'll find a watertight solution in over a period of time.
Robbie, what's the craziest thing an owner's asked you to do?
Oh, is that another wicket?
There's
Oh,
another
it's
wicket
collapsed.
there.
Oh my God,
Another wide
So,
one that he slapped straight to
Punjab
covers.
Doing
Wow.
Punjab
Henry.
things.
It'd be very hard to lose this from here, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think they can lose.
They
It's
were-
really hard to lose from here.
they were 98.5%
Yeah.
before those
When
two wickets.
Prasid.
And
I mean,
it's
this is
now-
similar to the Punjab GT game, right? 98%
Yeah,
before
it's not the
Prasid
same.
came in. Yeah, and they. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
they
wearing the
deserve to
jersey.
lose
Chill,
that
guys.
game because they
We'll
didn't
win.
use their best bowler. But Pretty says Joy Bhattacharya would be a perfect addition to the Combox team. Crick Buzz is getting too star sportsy anyway. Yeah, Joy would be another one. And Mr. X says,
we'd
why not
be
just play
joyful
12
to have
players
Joy.
instead of subs? I think eventually we'll get to a position where there'll be 15 players, but it might take a long time before that
There
happens.
was one super chat from Avi Pandey also, right? Did we read that?
Oh, that was about Shreyas Iyer. I kept it on the screen for him for ages anyway.
How angry did it make you, or how much did you go on about the best bowler on either side only being allowed to bowl 3 out of his 4 overs?
It was mentioned. It was mentioned. I
No,
wasn't-
it was
that's-
mentioned in passing. We just didn't have you there to rant about it, bro.
Well, he's
Like
the best
that.
bowler, and he was bowling the best. So
Yeah. On a pitch that suited him.
he was getting
Yeah.
turn, 1 for
Yeah.
21 off 3. Is it just because he's scared
Yeah.
of the big tall man that likes hitting spinners for 6? Is that what it is?
I think
Come
they
on
got to
now.
a point where they thought where
So-
Shivan
so
Dubé
the
maybe
thing is
came in earlier
sometimes-
than they expected.
Yeah, but it's also sometimes what directives captains have, right? They're sometimes directed to focus on matchups. It becomes a big part of their first principles within the group. Like matchups are going to be a big thing for us.
Edge pass slip for 4. Yeah, well, not slip, but short third for 4. I do like that Andy sent this message in saying, how does CSK try to salvage this season while they are literally accidentally almost salvaging this game? I mean, maybe it won't come off. If I was CSK, I'd be playing for next year. I said that in my preview. There's nothing that's changed here. Shyam says, Robbie, question for you. The fans make this game, and for them, players like you matter. So if you guys raise your voice in unison, won't the rest of the system agree? Dude, we just said that every captain doesn't like the sub ruling. Hasn't
Yeah.
changed a thing.
Yeah, so
But
one of the
that-
things, Sham's on the outside, so he deserves to know this, right? I think because cricket today is an individual sport within a team sport, it's very hard to bring cricketers together, right? Because if you and I, Sham, are opening the batting, then you have Deepak waiting in the wings outside of the 11, waiting to replace us. So even though he wants the team to do well, he doesn't want one of us to succeed to an extent so that he can get to play in the 11. And whilst you and I are opening the batting, you and I want to do a good job of setting up a good foundation for the team. But at the same time, you and I don't want each other to score more runs than each other,
Oh,
right?
Exactly
So
how
it's
we
a
feel about
complex.
Combox too.
It's a complex dynamic. So within that, you're playing a team sport. Now, how do you bring players like that across the board? And that holds good for fast bowlers, spinners, all-rounders, top order batters, middle order batters, and wicket keepers, because they have 2 or 3 wicket keepers in each team right now. So how do you bring a group of people like that together?
Can we
That's
have
the
a
question.
cutout of that?
And that is what is being leveraged against the cricketers.
Not to mention
that
all the different
they don't-
nationalities and backgrounds and political beliefs, and we don't even have a World Players Union, right? Like
Yeah.
most of the sports where people get paid a lot of money, like in basketball where they get 50%, is because they have a really strong union. These things really matter. Is that an edge? Oh, he's got away with this just over short.
Why
Fine.
is he bowling around the wicket?
Yeah, that's a good
And there have
point.
been 3 edges.
Yeah, that
in this
brings it to
over, like-
less than a run of ball needed now, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. No, 13 of
3
13.
edges, 3 back-to-back edges.
run a ball.
Yeah. Blue Eagle says, P-Dog a better addition to this crew than Joy. We're going to have everyone, guys. There's going to be so many people.
But aren't you guys happy with us?
There is
We're not
7 of
enough
us
people
here.
here. for
Entertaining
you.
enough.
We've got 7 people. All
I
the
know.
way along the spectrum from.
That is not in a weekend game.
Which spectrums, Rob?
Can we be more all in?
I mean, we could talk about all sorts of spectrums for this group. Bloody hell.
We have a lot of spectrums in this group. Matt Henry, round the wicket, full toss, punched out to deep point. They'll just get one.
I think he must be loving P Dog's banter a lot.
P-Dog's banter.
Do you know what? India's World Cup was basically, we all know India's World Cup was just preparing players for the IPL, and it was bowling Dubey in the 20th over was the master plan, wasn't it? And
Zimbabwe.
what about right now? Let's give the ball to Dubey for the last over and see if he can defend. That's what they've been practicing for, right?
Is Dubey a bowler, Robbie?
He is. Got wickets in the World Cup every time he bowled. If any of you guys say he's not a bowler, I'll fuck you up.
But
He's not a bowler. He's 100% not a bowler.
no, but this again, I just go back to the point I was making at the start of the innings. Dubey is a classic sort of, prototype of that, 120, 130 kmph bowler. They can't, I mean, unfortunately, they just can't survive tournaments like these just because of the kind of surfaces, the impact player, and batters is going hammer and tongs at every ball that's coming their way. It's hard. Even if you bowl a Yorker, just because of that pace, batters will find different ways of tackling them.
I don't understand this tactic. They just keep bowling around the wicket when they need wickets.
Yes.
They're just. What was the point of that? What is that ball going to do? Does he think he's going to bowl 2 overs and not have any bat be laid on the ball? Why would you bowl
That's
around the
the
wicket
hope.
when you need wickets? You need to be bowling at the stumps or to some sort of wicket plan. A wide Yorker is the opposite of a wicket plan.
Oh, he's bowling a wide Yorker from down the wicket.
Yeah.
And Henry was doing it too, and Henry kept getting hit.
When they need to run a ball, you go chaos. You don't go what the batsmen want. You bowl crazy balls or mad fields or something. You have to think crazy.
No,
when
but then
you're-
what's the
What should
theme?
Dubey?
Yeah,
By the
where
way,
is
I-
Shivam Dubey?
He's going to
By the way, I
defend
haven't
3 at the
seen-
last over in a second.
Exactly.
No, but even if that's your plan, then why is your field that? Why do you still have a short third like that?
When they need less than a runner ball, and this has never got to any team I've ever watched, when they need less than a runner ball, here's a big tactical gem you can have all teams ever. Stop giving them singles. They need less than one a ball. Don't set fields that allow them to put the bat on the ball and walk down the other end for one. Thanks very much. We've just got closer to winning. You've got to think now. Get somebody close to the bat. Get the keeper up. Do something different. Stop letting them win easy.
So he's just bowled a ball here where he's bowled around the wicket and he's bowled a ball outside leg stump. How is he thinking he's going to get a wicket there? What was the point of that?
I haven't seen even the captain coming up to the bowlers. Still, if I missed, I don't know. Like if you
Yeah,
guys.
this is something which I am also a little curious about. Ruturaj as a captain, I've not seen him around the.
Yeah.
He was around a little bit earlier, but yeah, you're right. I haven't seen him as much.
Yeah, but he just
Nice
becomes
little
little invisible.
My God, he's just bowled a wide.
Rutu.
Ruturaj.
His innings doesn't look very good now, does it? Taking deliberate singles for 8 overs.
To be fair, he hardly faced the ball. We worked out at one stage he'd faced, 15 out of the first 55
Yeah.
balls or
54.
something?
Yeah.
He was
Yes.
facing
just not
less
on
than half
strike.
balls.
So, again, I know the game's almost over at this point, but he's just bowled a length ball outside leg stump. What's the plan there?
Hard
Is he
to
try-
I
understand.
think
If it hits his
you're-
pad, he still gets a run. He's just going to run a leg by.
Yeah.
If you're
so
batting with Surivanshi, if you're batting with Surivanshi like Jaiswal was the other day, a single every ball is a really good idea because Surivanshi was scoring at 300 strike rate. He was on an absolute heater, right? So if you're the other guy, getting a single and just letting him do his thing is the right answer. But Matre was not scoring at 300. He was scoring at 150, 160. So if the other guy scores at 100, you don't get enough. And now they're sat here wishing they'd have scored another 20. It's fine margins, these games. This is a game that could have been a lot closer than it is, I think.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Are they
So I
going for a
just drop
catch
off.
here?
I'm going to the another stream.
Yes, all Hindi
wherever to.
podcasters can now drop off. Thank you
please
for
join us
thank
there.
you for being here. We'll see you again very soon.
So much excitement.
Sure.
So please join us there.
Another wide after all that. Jesus,
Jesus.
Thank you, guys.
Seriously.
we'll get him in wides.
A 4 hour of IPL.
Bye, Deepak.
Bye, Robbie.
He does do this, Deepak. He says bye, and then he spends 5 more minutes shouting every
Yeah,
time.
yeah, I've seen this.
Me?
Like you know, guys, when we would have finished a bunch of meetings for the day, and then after we finish the call, Deepak will be like, "Okay, homework for today," and then he will give us 5 things to think about. We're like, dude, let us just absorb what's just happened
Can I just
over the
say,
last 4 hours.
I don't say anything when that happens, and Robbie gets more and more frustrated. So I really enjoy it.
Effects of
Did
teacher
it?
Robbie.
Didn't he claim recently that he was going to go into your emails and start replying to things for you?
No, he said that.
No.
Why don't you get
When
the
did I say that?
password and reply to my emails?
Yeah, I said do that because I'm dude. This is marketing and sales stuff is overwhelming some days.
Robbie's assistant needs an assistant.
Yeah, and she's gonna assist all of you guys.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be jumping to Hindi post-match.
Yeah, you've already said that,
Thank you,
guys, but you're still here. We've
Yeah,
already
you
said
are still here.
goodbye.
No one.
We said goodbye. You won't
Bye.
leave.
Bye. We are leaving. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I'm staying on my own. The game's finished, by the way.
Right? What do you mean?
Yep. All done.
Is it
Are you
actually
on,
done?
like,
I
you
mean,
want
I'm
a
way
fake two,
behind.
or what do you want, Rob?
Heroin.
I've on the same one as Jarrod today, I think.
Yeah.
Finished quite a while ago, Jarrod.
Did it?
It finished now for me.
Okay.
Just now.
They've already done the super fours of the game and the super singles of the game and the first 9 awards.
Okay, well, we are done with this watch along. We will only say goodbye once, not 7 times, like Deepak and Shavan did. Thank you very much to Robbie, Cheyenne, Rob, and Akshay. I believe Cheyenne and Rob are doing the post-match show. And then tomorrow we will have a collection of many people over the 2 games. Please like, subscribe. We are going to be doing this for every day of the IPL. Follow as best you can. Go to combox.tv and sign up there as well. And remember, anytime you're sad, you can always just be fascinated with the fact that Robbie is always chewing his necklace. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Combox. The game lives on.